Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
Hello.
You all right, Jack?
Maffew, I thought you were talking about me. I was like, why are they next door?
Yeah.
Were you talking about me?
Yeah.
No.
All right. Right. Cool. This is fantastic, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Oh, my net chief came undone.
They're not very strong, these.
It's just
We're going to get told off by
it's just pathetic, isn't it? It's just absolutely-
this captain of the ship calling.
Was this planned last week or something?
I've got no idea how this.
Do you not
came to be.
remember?
I don't know why.
Clearly.
I don't know why we did it though.
It was just a one-off joke about like we shall dress up
Can I
as
put this on my
sailors.
Instagram story?
Whoever mentioned it on the Patreon poll this week, thank you because you reminded me to get some costumes ordered. Why it's happening, we've got no idea.
Do you want to pose or should I take a candid one?
As candid as you
How
can
do
look.
you
Yes.
always been a sailor?
Hi.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
I'm over here.
that's it.
Oh,
Sorry. Right. Okay. Cool. Thanks, lads.
Thank you.
For that thing.
if you like a lot of sailors, YouTube, sail the seven seas.
Have we done the audio? I don't think we've done the audio yet, have we?
Oh, Joe, we're flat.
No, this has to all be used. Or we need your natural reaction, seeing us as sailors.
It's just
It's going to be a good visual pun at the very start of this, and then a bit awkward 7 hours in.
Yeah.
pathetic,
We're
isn't it?
still sailing.
I really feel like part of the team now, lads. Thank you. How's this happened
I
then?
honestly can't remember.
It is. I don't know how it came. We said, wouldn't it be funny if we all dressed up? But I don't know where the
And then,
sailors
yeah,
came
so
from.
I
I
thought
don't
the
know
joke
where
was usually to get the other person to dress up. If you were to tell me, "Oh, we're dressing as sailors,"
I'd
next week,
argue you're the one that looks like a fool sat there now. Not
Yeah,
us.
you know what you say.
Not
That.
us.
I feel rather splendid.
why are you? You're not even on camera. What are you doing?
It's a good point. We should have got Jack to do it.
Yeah,
Quick change if you
but I
want.
feel like I wouldn't have fallen. I'd have been like, alarm bells would have been ringing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but especially if we go, all right, you have his gear, you go out and change. We're going to take ours off
It's
when
weird.
you come in.
It's weird because
We're going to pretend this bit hasn't, the show hasn't happened.
obviously when. Are we rolling now? Is this?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Obviously, on mine and Owen's Twitch stream is the night before we record the podcast, and often when one of us is off, and the other two might have a little joke about the one who's not there and everything. And the chat did mention that they were like, "Oh, they were being nasty about you, Jack." I was like, "It's just the boys. It's just the boys." No mention of this. The chat kept very tight-lipped about
Oh, good. Well done.
Well done.
Fair play. Well played. It was worth it.
this. Yeah.
You do look good, Ross, by the way.
You
Was
look
it
smashing,
worth
Matthew.
it?
Yeah.
The regret is setting quick.
I've been so
The-
stressed.
The operation we've had to pull off here to get
I
that.
came in, I was like, why is no one ready to go? What's going on? And then you were a bit weird before. You were a little bit weird.
I know.
Because
it's
I
a
passed
bit
Joel,
weird.
and I was like, the other two lads are just next door. I think they're round in a second. And he was like, all right, yeah. And then he scarpered. And I was like, what's going on? I thought I'd done something wrong. Good.
Well, yeah.
It's the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
It's my T-shirt.
Yeah, Matthew forgot to wear a white t-shirt.
Yes, I forgot to
This is a shambles.
be. But luckily, there was an XXL What About Tugboat Yo t-shirt.
It fits thematically.
Thematically,
I'm going to
yes.
upload this.
So
onto
many
the
layers.
story.
You're listening to Maffew, Ross, Jack, and Joel, the happy, merry crew aboard the SS Cultaholic.
Oh,
That's how it works, right?
the editors did this to me and Ross one year. They remember the party?
I remember the party.
And they all sneakily said to each other, let's all wear Hawaiian shirts and that. And that's all, because it was the summer party. Me and Ross were a bit like, oh, aye.
Would have been nice to have been told, Joe.
Would have been nice. Would have been nice.
It was fun.
Would have
remember
been
that.
nice.
I remember
And now,
Now I know how it feels. It feels brilliant on the other side. Oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
for the audio listeners, I don't know if you want to explain.
Yeah, that's true.
Some of us are dressed as sailors.
You ever been to a nightclub in Berlin, Germany?
My lawyers have said no comment when this matter arises.
This is my attire for said nightclub in Berlin, Germany. That's all I'm going to say.
Since when do sailors wear aviators?
I don't know. This is the full. It cost £8,
Yeah.
20 something each.
Maybe you're working on an aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
Ah, maybe it'd be the sun.
Have you seen
That'd be awkward. Hey, is that a boat coming? So I don't know. Mate, can't see out.
You know Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere, where they go out in the nightclub in Brighton,
Yeah.
dressed as sailors to try and pull. This is what it looks like. I'd like to know if... They're the Belgrano sisters. Right, sorry. And I kind of all that... Right, yeah.
that was a good bit. Jack, how you doing?
Yeah, man. Imagine if I turn up and being like, My pet's just died last night.
How you doing, Sailor? My house burned down last night.
At least we're ready for the funeral, aren't we?
Yeah, true.
Take it out to sea.
There's actually been a terrible flood.
Sorry, in honor of the flood.
No, yeah. No, yeah, I'm all good. How are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, my house
look
hasn't
at
burned
you.
down.
Let me just. I'm just gonna move the camera on the fly.
What are you going to do?
Why is there a camera on the fly? Seems rather high tech for this
Was
podcast.
Owen part of this, by the way?
I don't know. If he was, it was all Joel's doing.
Because he came in and he sat down in Joel's seat before you lads, when you were getting changed. And he went, I went, are you doing the podcast? He went, no, I'm just, there was a problem with the webcam. I'm just fixing it.
I think the word is decoy, is it not, Joel?
Yeah, there you go. I did recruit Owen, to help me out.
Just to keep.
But there was a problem
Well
there
done.
was legitimately a problem with the webcam as well.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
That webcam we use also frequently on this podcast.
Yes. Technical issues. So great. And Ross, are you well? Are you feeling as well as you look?
Yes, absolutely. The sleep's still going well. I had one sleepless night this last fortnight now, which was Monday
Was
night.
it when you're waiting for this to be delivered?
Oh, the worst thing was there's like a salon where this parcel.
That's what it was! Oh! I know about this, but I didn't know the full story.
I had to go in this salon with all these pretty ladies, right, who would think less of us anyway, known about professional wrestling. But then, of course, I'm in there looking for these, and they'd been in the bag, hadn't they? They thought the parcel was for them. So like, oh, you looking for this with the open bag? Yes, I am. God, it was intimidating. But we've made it through.
Did they laugh?
Yeah, they were laughing.
Oh, that's all right,
As you
then.
would expect. I don't think they were laughing with me, though. It was just like, look at the state of him with his sailor costumes for him and his two friends.
Look at this man with friends.
But apart from that soul crusher moment, I'm fine, Matthew. How are you doing this week?
I'll be here with my sailor friends.
Ooh!
That's what we yell when we see something.
I'm just warm. I've not double bluffed you.
Oh no, he's got his.
What a
That would be a hell of a
Oh, imagine.
unzipped.
God.
It's a nice shirt.
Thank you.
What is it?
You know that hoodie I got that I just bought because CM Punk plugged it? It was cheaper.
That sounds like you.
It was cheaper if I got the t-shirt with it and all.
Ah.
Yeah. It's got ice hockey on it. I don't know anything about it. Have I got this on back to front?
Minor
No,
penalties.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Violent Gentleman Hockey Club.
Yeah, it's me. When you look at me,
That
that's
is
what you
exactly
say.
what we think of. Oh, thank you. Thank you, cabin boy. And Joel, how's yourself?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. My heart rate's slowly coming down.
Imagine
The
if
sign is this podcast.
Imagine
Oh.
if I'd taken it badly. Like, no, that's not funny, lad.
Sailors killed my dog when I was a child.
It was touch and go. Like we had a chat on Slack set up, especially. It has the,
Yeah.
eagle landed yet, Joe. He has.
Took a lot of setting up
It's time to go.
for all this payoff.
It's been completely worth it. I think we can agree.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It seems almost disappointing we have to talk about wrestling. Not a lot of sailors there.
The neckerchiefs as well.
Absolutely.
They're lovely, aren't they?
Yeah, got inspections in the morning, mate.
Do you know what? I love fancy dress lads as well. I would have been well up for
What would you want to do next time?
No, it's fine.
So we can do the exact same pun, exact same thing
No,
next
because
week.
I'll turn up as a Smurf and you'll all just be in normal clothes. or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's the cruel one. I look like Gargamel anyway, so I'll blend in.
Oh, Matthew, you don't today.
Yeah, come
Oh
on.
yeah, no, yeah. Remember Gargamel joined the Navy?
Gargamel. That's my Smurf.
That is good,
Thank
yeah.
you.
I did see people on Twitch saying you look like one of the Eurovision people last weekend.
Oh, I got a lot of that. Yeah, the gothy Italian.
Yeah, the Italian.
Yeah, he
fella,
had long hair and looked normal. Yeah, right. Of course he bloody didn't. No, but I was like, yeah, that's an ambition.
Yeah.
To wake up and be Italian one day. We'll be Italian next week, Jack.
No.
He wouldn't
no, I
do
don't want to-
that.
I would never do that.
Oh,
I'd never
you just
do
like
that.
doing those accents.
Oh, the accents. All right. Oh.
CM Punk, he's in the news. Wow, what a surprise. Because he's had to clarify his opinions on Saudi Arabia, with it widely assumed the outspoken former WWE champion would never wrestle for the Gulf state. Because of some tweet a while ago, we may remember. We can't talk about it in this lovely piece.
He's actually going.
He was
Podcast.
sucking,
Well, no, he
sucking,
was
yeah.
on the commercial for the Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. So, taking Instagram Live, a fan asked Punk why he, quote, he hates coming to Saudi Arabia. To which Punk responded, I've never been to Saudi. I don't hate coming to Saudi. Which is technically true and also the most political answer that you could give. And an update to that, he's no longer featured in the promo video for Night of Champions.
Oh,
They did put him in there with a wink, though, so I think they knew what they were doing. He winks at the very end of it.
So you know it's not really him.
Yeah.
AI-generated punk.
It's actually Hiroko Sumi,
oh, what a guy he
everyone's
was.
favourite Yokozuna's stand-in.
Yes.
Do you remember him?
Oh,
In the
you know
Greatest
what?
Battle Royal.
The name alone, no. Then that guy.
When they wanted
that guy.
Yokozuna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, because they're all 40 years behind. I remember that joke. Those good times.
Will he ever appear on one, do you reckon?
Yokozuna.
Hiroko.
No, not Yoko. CM Punk on a Saudi show.
I'm getting really anticipated at the idea of him actually showing up.
If he
just
did,
to see what he'd say.
He's got to wrestle the Miz.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And the Miz has got to win.
Yeah.
I was about to suggest something on a poll match there relating back to that tweet, but I'll stop myself from saying it because YouTube won't like it.
Oh,
But you can fill in the blanks at home. The new interactive podcast we're doing. So, obviously, some slight technical issues there, but nothing compared to the AEW Collision episode.
I can't look at us on the thing because I look so out of place. I can't actually look at the screen.
Oh, where's your gloves, Maffew? Bloody hell.
Oh, you've
I
spoiled the
took
whole
them off
thing.
to put my gear on.
You're raw dogging it.
I am going to be brutally punished. What they do to people in the Navy that do something bad?
Keel hole.
Keelhaul, that's it.
Oh, why am I helping?
What does that mean?
You'd be locked in the bilge.
The
I
brig?
can't remember. I'm saying
Brig?
whichever's free.
What's the bilge?
Bilge is in like a small boat.
Oh, really? Oh, you know more nautical things than I.
Haha.
Oh.
Check and mate.
Why sailors?
Honestly, can't remember.
Good question.
I think someone was thinking about.
No idea.
Maybe it was just thought, yeah, what was it come up? Was it like, what would Jack look good as?
No, we were talking.
Ah,
we were
yeah.
talking about popping out of a cake.
Oh, that was
yeah.
it. Wow,
and then,
well done,
and then
Joe.
you were like dressed as a sailor. I don't know why though.
But now I mentioned the Impractical Jokers punishment.
That would- yes.
Joe Gatto does it at
Yes.
like a veterans reunion thing, which is very funny to watch.
Mm.
But yeah, we've done equally as well as Joe Gatto there.
Yeah, I
We
think
really
so.
have.
A gatto come out of a cake.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on.
It's the future.
That's a bad pun. Come on. We're above that here. No, we're not. So the Beach Break edition of AEW Collision suffered from not only technical issues in the United States, the show ended 30 minutes early on TNT and the Max streaming service. The issues affected both the East Coast and West Coast broadcasts of Collision.
Oh, starboard and port coast.
Hey. Hoo hoo. But also the edition that was on Triller didn't have the right graphics, so it just had lots of generic, vacant style things for coming next.
Oh.
There was just nothing. So you'd think those things would be bad enough, but well, what was the thing that interrupted the show? It was something else, obviously, not dead air on TV. The bloody Black Adam film featuring the Bloody Rock. Mm-hmm. It couldn't have picked a funnier film to interject this comedy of errors. No one's quite entirely sure what the bloody hell happened.
So it was still fine for us on Triller.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell people are talking about to go
so-
online and like because obviously there's so many different ways of watching
Yeah.
AEW programming now. People are like, what's the issue?
So was it a TNT thing then?
No, people are being very tight-lipped. No one's come out and
fair
said
enough.
exactly what it is. But I did look at the award-winning Cultaholic news site. I say award-winning because no one
Yeah.
checks these things, so I'm going to say it.
Yeah, it is.
Award-winning thing, and said that Triller having serious financial issues.
Oh.
So maybe someone just went, bollocks to this. I'm not going to be
No,
working
but Triller
Monday.
was fine.
Oh, was the Triller one okay?
Yeah, I think so.
It's the matter. Never hit me.
Oh, the other thing is Double or Nothing not being featured on Triller. Oh, my apologies then.
But
yes.
it is now.
But it is now.
Vachidi said before
But
that
it's very
it is on
lately
the- it
being
is
put
there
on,
now.
which is
Yeah.
very odd. Yeah, weird technical issues for AEW that don't seem to be, well, obviously don't know because it's not being confirmed, but not AEW's issues. It's just
Yeah.
whoever's bleeding with the streams.
At least we didn't miss much. If you did miss that last half hour, you missed the Sons of Texas becoming the number one contenders.
Hell yeah.
Which eventually will be inconsequential.
Well, they might win.
Well, we hope
They
so.
won't.
did you not hear?
so.
Did you not hear what Dustin was saying on
Their
this week's
heart,
Dynamite?
their heart, their heart, their soul, and their heart.
And they're grit.
Knees and toes. A possible reason for the re-signing of multiple stars of the European independent wrestling scene has been revealed. Yes, it's the return of the rumour that won't go away, NXT Europe. Damn it. Did we not already learn from the big mistake? Apparently not, because WWE has signed Ego Block and Mike D. Two
So-
amazing European wrestlers, obviously many times for VXV and North and various other European
I've
promotions.
wanted to see Mike D, but I've never seen him. But I noticed him first when you went to 16 Carat, and I was like, who's on it? And you were like, check out this guy. And I was like, oh, he's kind of like Brock Lesnar, but littler, but still huge.
Yeah.
And then Aigle Blanc, seen him at North, really talented high flyer.
The White Eagle.
The White Eagle.
That's it.
Yeah.
Car, he says.
That's what he says.
En français. Quelqu'un.
Good. God, that wasn't funny at all.
So NXT Europe, oh dear, oh dear.
I know, I'm worried about what, I'm nervous. Me and Tom were talking about it on the news, and I was giving the point of view of like, I'm a bit apprehensive about what this means for the wider wrestling business and stuff. And then Tom kept on trying to like refute my points, and I was like, this is strange, what's he doing? And then he went, and if you want a ring announcer for NXT Europe,
Ah,
I was like, aye, fair.
always be
He
closer.
did it in a cheesy way, it wasn't, but I was like...
Yeah, but
I
if
was
they
like,
gave him a big bag of money,
Yeah, I would do it as well.
they gave him some free tugboat t-shirt and a little sailor's hat, he'd
I'm
do it.
not too proud to admit that. Fair play to him, you know?
What would you do for NXT Europe?
I said if you need a backstage interviewer to be told off by the wrestlers and go, sorry, that'd be my
The
thing.
modern day Josh Matthews.
Yeah, basically.
And a since deleted post, the Queen of the Ring account on X/Twitter alleged WWE blocked commercials promote the movie from airing during Monday Night Raw. It's also claimed that a deal for Queen of the Ring to sponsor WWE shows was agreed before being pulled at the last minute. Quote, you should ask them, referring to WWE, why they tried to block us from running TV ads during Raw, in brackets, illegal, in bracket, why they asked us to sponsor their events. We agreed to the financial deal, then they pulled out last minute. This is just a glimpse into the sabotaging behavior. Perhaps we'll expand on the intel, the account tweeted, and then quickly deleted.
Interesting. I don't really know what, I don't really know what to make of
Nothing
that.
to add to that.
No,
'cause
I just
fully
thought it was
understand what you
interesting.
just said there.
Well, Queen of the Ring, the film.
Exactly the same. I just heard Intel.
I heard Queen of the Ring and adverse. I was like,
and I
where did
went,
this story come
yeah,
from?
and I was like,
The actual
"Ah."
account on X/Twitter started doing this and then went, I better not have this on Twitter.
I feel like when
I'm very sorry, was that not
you know
well
when you
explained?
like used to be in a lecture and you just kind of go,
Sadly, many a time, yes. Especially the people who go, Maffew, are you here today? Oh, present. And then also, Darby Allin successfully climbs Mount Everest. That doesn't sound like anything with your gloves on.
I'm sorry, it was just
Bump, 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 bump.
it's like when James Bond uses his silenced Walther PB. Fair play to Darby, you know, good for him.
Oh, it's a magnificent achievement.
How much did you say it costs?
Well, I was listening to Ask JBL Anything, Maffew, over the weekend.
Oh,
And he says he's done, I don't know if it was Everest he did, but he did another big mountain climb, but he did mention that
Kilimanjaro, wasn't it?
the fat injection jabs. Oh. But he noted that it was
That's good.
63,000, I think he checked the last time, dollars to climb Everest, to get the whole package together and the team and whatever else you need to get involved with.
Right.
It's not a cheap thing to do, so that'll rule me out, unfortunately, if I've ever tried.
Oh, you were this close.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Tony stumped
First
it up for
sailor
him.
to climb Mount. Sorry, go on.
I'm wondering if Tony footed the bill for him. Well, there you go, Darby. Maybe. Because he was very thankful to AEW after.
He had a bloody AEW flag at the top.
If AEW paid me to do it, I'd put an AEW flag on the top as well.
Oh, yeah.
How can you do that if you work in NXT Europe?
I'm
You
not-
want everything, yeah.
Still only the second highest ever a wrestler has been, though.
Next to...
Rob Van Dam.
Hey, I was gonna say the Sandman when he wrestled Sabu at November to Remember and
bad joke.
allegedly dropped acid beforehand. So Sabu was trying to call spots to him, and Sandman kept on going, "Here, lizard, lizard, lizard."
I'll need to watch that match. Is it bad?
Oh God, mate.
Oh, man.
Like, okay, all the eyes are on you. People are paid for this more than usual. Oh, it's so bad. Their rematch on the next pay-per-view had to be pre-taped to make sure it wasn't as bad as that.
Wow.
So yeah, well done, Darby, for getting up Everest. Jack can hopefully say hi to him next time he's doing his long walk, which will of course be to Mount Everest and back.
Yes.
It's been a while since it's been a while. I'll have to sort a new one out soon. Big walk.
Nice. Do you plan them? I've always wanted to do that, or is it just spur of the moment?
No, I don't know really. The one from coast to coast, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But the other ones, I just kind of look at cheap travel lodges in a line. Because I'm not brave enough to camp. And of course, it's not allowed in parts of England.
But to camp?
Whereas in Scotland, you can wild camp wherever you want.
I never thought of that.
Apparently
So if you
that's
guys put your tent on the side of the road in England?
No, you need to be in a designated area where it's allowed, yeah. Apparently. But people
Okay.
it's called stealth camping. People do it all the time, though.
Oh, that's why it's stealth. Right.
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like you're trying to avoid people.
Maybe that's part of it.
You know, just antisocial campers. Which makes you wonder why they'd even do in the first place, then, to be honest with you. But, oh, well, thank you for that, Jack.
No worries.
That was the news.
You look so sassy when you're saying that now. That was the news.
I'm trying to work out how you end it. Yeah. That was the news. You got to end in a final sounding thing.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
Arr. Time for the Hall of Fame and producer segment. It's like Jack's noise there. In condescending order, the Baconator, 20%.
That's a Maffew pick. You're the most in touch with American culture, I'd say, out of the three.
I wish I wasn't, because Tom's been bragging about all the weight he's lost doing Weight Watchers, and I said, I also lost 2 stone last week just because I had that. And then 3 toilet breaks with just Tom's podcast last week.
Where did you have that? Where did they do it?
Where did I do it? The toilet.
No, where did Bacon it what?
Wendy's on Big Market.
Oh, there's a Wendy's now.
Because it's
isn't
on
there?
offer. Although I'm advertising this because you shouldn't, but I mean I know the temptation's there. But it was on offer for like $1.99 as opposed to whatever it is usually.
never
And I was like,
been.
ooh,
It's quite new.
it's
isn't
just
it?
American fast food.
I'd rather go there than Newcastle's got a Hooters now. You couldn't pay me to go in that Hooters. Well, it depends on the amount. I would not go in that Hooters. It just feels cringy. Feels like I don't like strip clubs. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. I don't like. No offense to the lasses working there. Fair play to them. Get that bag.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be.
Especially in the big market as well. You're like,
Honestly, I
come
walked
on
through
now.
there once. It wasn't late at night, but it was like the police van had shown up ready for the night ahead, and Hooters was still open. And I just thought, you poor staff in there, because that's a recipe for disaster
Right.
and for chicken.
The food
Disaster
does,
and
the
chicken.
food does look wank on there. I had a look on
Does it?
Instagram. Yeah, it looks horrible.
That's a shame. Joel's building a bench, 26%.
Glad it didn't win.
You're building a bench.
He didn't.
Well,
he
the
built
ti-
a quarter of a bench.
Title's
if that.
kind of misleading.
Yeah, I was going to say the title's very.
It's mainly my girlfriend that built the bench. I just sat and watched for most of it.
Joel's laziness regarding the bench, 26%.
What's the bench for?
Just she's got like a outside bit, and she's got like a little back garden, and there's decking there.
Oh, in this
So-
weather as well.
Yeah, exactly. So we got a couple of like wooden pallets and just sawed them and sanded them and then put cushions on.
Nice.
Well, I do the podcast from there on Monday. Joel, cheers for the invite.
Sure,
That's
yeah,
a nice
come on,
idea.
man.
Oh,
That'd be
imagine.
fun.
Oh.
Yeah, if it's sunny.
I'm
Have you got any pets?
No.
already
I'm not
starting
gonna-
to think of like, I don't know why. I just started thinking, but the sound issue. How would we get our levels right? Let's just do it, lads. Let's just do it.
We should do one in the
Handheld
pub.
mics will be
Outside.
fine, won't they?
Yeah, that'd be
There's a
fun. Beer
podcast-
garden.
Yeah, you know, all those really good podcasts do outside.
Well, no,
They
I
always
don't,
sound
I don't know if
terrible.
it's I don't know if it's still going, but I used to watch a podcast called Podcast But Outside. That was the name of
Yes,
it.
I've seen
Yeah,
that.
they're,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
just
yeah.
2 American lads who would just like podcast outside a grocery store, podcast outside whatever. And there's one they do on the corner of like a night out in New Orleans or something. Just drunk people. It's like we'll pay you $1 if you, or give us $1 and you can be our guest for a bit. And drunk people just walk past. Hey, how's it going, man? It's really good, but also bad sometimes. It's
Yeah, I
very
guess that's the
organic.
mix.
It's very organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interested. The gift of sleep, 54%.
That's Ross Tweddle's pick.
That is.
Well done. The man who's mastered sleep, finally, after all these years.
Apart from Monday night, I was awake until 6 a.m. out of nowhere for no reason. And then up for work at like 8 or 9. Terrible times. Anyway, yes, it continues this week. It's been nice.
Have you been on the magnesium?
No, it's all been breathing based.
Oh.
I'm in therapy for sleep, and that is part of the controlling of my adrenaline in my soul. It's been a big part of me getting to sleep at night. It turns
Right.
out, yeah. I'm just getting to bed earlier.
Good.
Yes.
Fair.
Oh, good.
Aye, yes. I want to
Nice.
sleep.
Oh, well
Love
done,
the
you've been
sleep.
sensible.
About time.
I had a horrible night's sleep.
Did you?
I kept on having dreams that I was getting out of my bed and jumping to the floor, which doesn't sound very impressive, I guess, but when you dream, it feels like a big thing. And I'd wake up and be like, no, that was a dream, I think. And I'd go back and have the exact same dream about just jumping out of bed.
Do you have the feeling of falling?
Yeah, and very painfully it looks.
Yeah.
I was really hitting the floor that 30 centimeters or so, or however it is, off the thing.
That's a little. You're on a mattress on the floor. What's wrong with
On
you?
a futon?
That was a horrible way of measuring. I never really had to think about how high up my bed is. 30 centimeters, that's a horrible
One of
thing.
them school rulers.
Yeah, you're right. I was literally thinking like, yeah, I was taking some great bumps off it. So I'm very happy that I'm awake.
So am I.
I hope you are even more awake than that, Ross, because you're the winner. So what have you got for us for Hall of Fame?
I've got to nominate this really well constructed and paid off joke that we've done today with the sale of costumes.
Well done.
It's obviously the self-explanatory pick of the week. I mean, Joel might have one that he brought to the table yesterday. I don't know if someone else might be. Great times it was, Maffew. I'm sure you'll learn lots about it. But yes, look at us here. Look at Joel. Joel, get yourself on camera again.
I'm going to see how my Instagram story's doing. It's done more likes than usual, so yeah, you've done
Look at
well.
that. Look at Joel.
Oh. Hey.
Oh, you can't see a thing now.
There you go.
Yeah, how are you reading the notes, Matthew?
With my eyes. Yeah, this would be the exact moment when old Biddy would see us and goes, oh, don't you look a treasure?
Yeah.
Fraser's liked it, the little turncoat.
Yes! I always liked you, Fraser.
It was Fraser's idea to get a man in here to keep you in here. Actually.
It was,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's my boyfriend. What's it? Podcast boyfriend. We all had one, I think.
Yeah, mine's Tom.
Yours was Cheaty.
Was it?
I don't know.
That's the most
younger.
outrageous thing I've ever said.
Mine was definitely Fraser.
If
When
you
I
pick
say that
the
in a
key, then who you
content way,
picking?
mine was Fraser.
Probably Sam. I was married to the
Oh,
guy.
it was, of course, yours was Sam.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
Yours
your
was
ex.
Sam.
I mean, I don't know, bring that up.
Yours
so
is Sam, yours Tom, mine's Fraser. Yeah.
the flames still burn.
Oh, yeah, we're still friends.
Always.
Yeah. Just didn't work out as a relationship,
That's nice.
We wanted different things from life,
It's
Not
very
each other.
mature.
Great times. But no, this really well constructed and paid off joke of the sailor costumes is my.
Ross wanted security, and Sam wanted to go to North Korea. So that's why they differed so much. Sam keeps talking about North Korea. I'm scared he's going to
I was
try.
going to say, like, I went, ha ha ha. Oh, wait, that's not a joke. Sam would actually do
brings
that.
it up quite too often now for it to be a joke. I'm scared.
He prefers between North Korea and the gathering of the Juggalos.
yeah.
He's a man of many tastes.
He is, yeah.
Wow. I'm glad
God,
it's yours.
It's bright in here when you take the sunglasses off.
Yeah.
It's blinding.
That is pretty bright.
Oh, the prices are how much? A
pretty
woman.
bright.
The price is a woman, is it? That's interesting.
Those are two different things. I was
gonna say,
two
yeah.
different
Where did that
lines.
come from?
Interesting pair of jokes to mesh together there.
Not the price.
I've seen films with sailors in, and that usually ends up happening.
glasses
So,
are gonna be wrenched
second
now.
place was Joel. Second place was Joel.
That's just a wanky pair of glasses. Oh, a wanky pair of
A
glasses.
wanky pair of glasses.
A wonky pair of
You
glasses.
meant to say that.
Goodness me. This podcast has
Jack,
been rubbish so
here
far.
is your time to say something.
It's my nomination for the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
I'm nominating barbecue crisps, Matthew.
Hey.
He doesn't even know. You don't know the joke yet.
See, they are
Oh,
funny.
there's a story? Please tell us.
Yesterday, don't act like I'm the fool in this situation.
I did not say that.
Because yesterday, before we recorded the pitches video for Double or Nothing, 9 pitches for Double or Nothing, it's on the channel now. Me, Andrew, and Ross were all talking about, just before, as we were setting up and that, and Joel was doing the audio and everything, we're talking about, what was the first drink mentioned? You mentioned Kayla had Fanta Peach.
Fanta Peach. And she said nothing outside of a peach has tasted more like a peach than Fanta Peach.
And then Andrew was like, "Oh, Fanta! I've tried Fanta Apple. Fanta Apple's good, isn't
Fanta
it?"
Grape you mentioned as well.
Grape, and then we were like, "Oh, this and that." And then we'd all mentioned relatively not obscure, but like rare drinks to get in the UK certainly. And then Joel went, "And you know those Walker's barbecue crisps?" And we went, "Yeah." And he went, "I had some of them the other day." And we were like,
What are you doing?
"What?"
Whoa, that's crazy.
Well, right. So in my defence, they had been discontinued.
They had
for
Aiden then
years,
found a Reddit post that was like, "They're back."
and they've only just come back. So,
Well, 8 months ago, the Reddit post was made.
it's the first time I've seen them.
Okay.
And I had a packet the other day and it was delicious. And I was like,
But
I
it was
miss
the way
these.
you set it up, and you know those Walker's barbecue crisps? I had some of them the other day. So when the video starts, we're all recovering from
right.
We're all like, "Hey, everyone."
Oh, that's how the video starts.
yeah, we know, yeah. But I will agree with Joel. They are good. Oh.
I never
Whoa.
really.
No, they are.
Not as good as barbecue Pringles.
Yeah, if I was
No,
doing
the
it,
better.
go on, the
better.
better.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know about
Throw
this.
it up there,
You
yeah.
so you
What?
think the Walker's barbecue crisps are better than the Texas barbecue Pringles?
Yes.
I think those Pringles are dangerously addictive.
Yes. But I don't think they're as good.
Well,
I've-
that's fair enough.
I've gone off Pringles a little bit, I must say.
I've gone off them in this hot weather because I wake up feeling hungover if I
Yeah.
have Pringles. They
Yeah,
dehydrate
yeah,
you
yeah.
so much.
They
That's
really
why I
do.
don't eat Skittles.
Do you want to know more about Pringles? Go
Yes.
to Peter Austin's YouTube channel.
Yes.
You'll learn more about Pringles.
Yes.
I certainly did.
I did as well.
Not going to give it away, though. You have to go there and
Yeah,
see.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have to go and watch.
Yes.
yeah, go for yourself.
It's just his name, isn't it? The YouTube channel, Peter Austin.
I think so.
I think so as well.
Yes.
If you search Peter
Stone
Austin.
Cold Peter Ross.
Search Peter Austin Pringles, you'll find it.
But wait, I can't let this thing you've just said. You think the barbecue flavour Walker's crisps are good?
No. You weren't listen. You just don't listen to me.
I did. You said no.
I
Oh no,
didn't,
Joel
I?
said
I
that.
didn't.
The exact opposite,
The
Matthew.
literal opposite.
Oh, good. I'm with you, Jack. Yay!
Yay!
No, but they are good.
No,
are
it's
good.
you.
They are-
You.
no.
Sorry, it's the glasses. I can't see. You.
How can you not tell us apart?
Very
He's a sailor.
Jack, Joel.
I respect that they're good crisps, but I prefer the Pringles. I've got to say.
Yeah,
That's,
I'm with
that's
you.
fair. That's
But
fair.
but because of what a fun morning we had when Joel said that, I'm nominating Walker's barbecue crisps.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Good
Or
story.
should I call them chips for the American?
No,
version?
no.
Crisps, crispy crisps.
No, they binned our tea in Boston. No, corn crisps.
Oh, you've got old school.
That was on a ship, a boat. Sailors were on there,
That's like a
dying for tea.
Triple H storyline. Remember 4 years ago when you beat me? You threw our tea into the harbour.
Exactly. Never get that back. So, it's me.
It is you.
Not been a very exciting week this week, I'll admit. But one thing I did get my teeth stuck right into is a TV series lots of people know about, but I only started watching it mostly because it keeps getting brought up here with the funny accents, the pronunciations, and the good moonings.
Oh, yes.
Actually, started watching Hello Hello.
Oh, I've never
See what
watched
that's
it.
about.
What a
I know
show.
of it. Never, you have to wait for it to come on TV or whatever. But now it's very easy to find these things nowadays. And yeah, I was so amazed at how hard I was laughing at some of the bits, because it is just the definition of a daft 70s, 80s?
70s and 80s. Then,
Yeah. English TV show. Daft accents.
Slapstick.
The Germans.
Has it aged all
puns. Yeah, it's all right.
There's a couple of iffy places I've seen
Oh, I mean,
fairly
yeah.
recently. Yeah.
Could be,
Yeah.
But just the what's his bloody name? The owner of the cafe.
Renee.
Renee.
Oh, Renee.
Oh, Renee.
Who is not an attractive man, but has an attractive side piece of a lady.
He's got two. He's got his wife and then his little shirt lady.
But I want the side piece
Yeah.
was the one.
And
He's just not listening to me now as well.
I'm just trying to.
sorry, I misunderstood
I'm sorry.
you. It was due to your accent.
I'm just trying to picture what he looks like. I must have seen. Is he the most famous character?
Is it-
I think I've
he
seen
looks
him.
like-
yeah.
He looks
yeah,
like
yeah,
a pigeon with a mustache. bless him.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Was what the opening lines like? Talking to the leader of the resistance, and goes, "Are you prepared to die for your country?" I am, and so is my mother-in-law. I've been waiting 30 years for her to die for this country.
Oh, it's
Can I just say, you
classic.
saying these lines and that outfit there is absolutely outstanding.
This is the final form of the podcast. We've finally achieved.
I'm not even French, and I feel offended.
I'm calling a great TV show. Yeah, and also the evil German is called Hair Flip.
Good.
Like, come on.
Yeah, there's the classics of the classics for a reason. aren't there?
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
So, yes, if you listen to this podcast, we will say this only once. And so on and so forth, all the catchphrases. But hello, hello. So, I mean, you've obviously a big fan of it then.
Oh, yeah. When I was much younger, yeah, when you used to just be home on a school holiday with your gran and you have UK TV Gold on.
I
None
feel
of it
like
come.
Ross is quite a classic British comedy, quite knowledgeable about it.
I've seen a few bits.
Yeah.
I've seen a few
You
bits,
know
yeah.
more about the royal family than I do.
What a show.
It's brilliant. Show.
Apart from that episode, well, the special where the gran dies. I watched that with my gran.
Oh.
And then looked over to her and laughed.
No.
And then she died in that chair.
Stop. Twist to the turns. I can't keep up.
But apart from that, what a wonderful series.
Aw.
Yes.
I don't remember that episode much.
It was a special later one, I think. It was the Christmas one.
A few years after the original run.
Her and Jim
Jim.
finally make up because you know they hated each other.
Yeah.
But like he realizes she's dying and they have a nice little dance, I think. Or
The
something.
Queen of Sheba.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a happy way to go out. Well, 3 amazing picks. We have Walker's Barbecue Crisps.
Yep.
Almost said chips then, damn it. Hello, hello. And
This wonderful sailor joke that we've done today.
fantastic. And you can vote for any of those by going to patreon.com/Cultaholic, where you can also become a magnificent producers. Want to take those off first?
No.
No, okay, fine.
I was just getting them tighter for action, you know.
That'll help. Reno 2200.
future!
From the submarine.
Noah Anderson.
Anderson.
Noah, he had a
Ankerson.
Noah's Ark.
Noah, he had a boat. The first sailor.
Ankerson.
So many.
Sorry, wow.
Arkerson.
Levi Leroux.
Going in for
Into the sea.
Going in.
Having a
no, wait.
big swim.
Going in for the krill.
Fish.
Whales. krill and fish from Wales.
Jimmy Gillen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yar, yar, one arm Jimmy. That's the
There you
famous
go.
pirate, isn't it?
One
What
arm
up, Jimmy?
Thanks, one arm Jimmy.
The least fearsome pirate.
Oh,
Can't
lad.
aim for poo.
Long
I'll
John
tell you after we've done this, but I had a really embarrassing moment on stream. I'll tell you after this.
Oh, hell yeah. Can't wait for that. Tear of Grace.
Feel those tears on your
starboard.
Starboard. Bow. No one else.
Feeling full. Holy Brett can let them in. He likes sea
parrots.
lions.
Oh,
thanks as well.
some ships would have a cat, wouldn't they, to get rid of
That is
rodents
true.
and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
he likes nautical cats.
Nautical cats. They ate rats. Lord Bushi.
Oh, Bushi, you're so fine. You're so fine. Hey,
you-
Fishy. No.
Hey, Fishy.
Fishy.
Hey.
Sorry, Lord Bushi, that was poor.
Some just aren't there.
I hope this isn't the week that someone signed up for the first time.
No.
I hope
Thank
it is.
God.
Kendrick Alltop.
Hey now,
Kendrick Alltop
on
up the top of the pole with a
Yeah,
little...
the Crow's Nest.
Crow's Nest.
Crow's Nest.
Yeah, it's really well. This is terrible.
Sorry, this is my idea.
Tade 2.
Tide 2, Tugboat 2.
Oh, QE2.
QE2. That's
The famous boat. Tade 2.
QE2.
Jake Rowan.
right. Finally.
Rowan.
Gently down the stream.
Josh Fair.
Weather set fair. Time to sail.
Oh,
Fantastic.
yeah. Just a statement that time. No need for a
Yeah,
song.
no song for you, pal.
Time to sail.
Theo de Havilland.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's where we're setting sail to.
De Havilland.
Yeah.
Havilland. Whoa.
Oh, what's that in the distance?
Ah.
It's De Havilland.
Sunny de Havilland.
The Havilland lubber
Where
here.
where the de Harvers live.
Yeah.
And finally,
What?
B.S. Sloan.
Oh, I missed this one.
Oh, yes. I had a song last week. I don't know.
What was it?
I can't remember.
P.S.
P.S. Sloan.
P.S.
9003 is the magic number.
9,003.
Initial B, because B Sloan 9003.
That was very good. Well
Yeah.
done.
He's not a bumder, I said. In
Now I remember. Yeah.
in between his reference, clear.
Yeah, in
and-
between his references.
In
And he
between
went, I'm really
his
sorry, Maffew.
Oh, dear. Oh, no.
Show the replay. I did
And
not.
they stayed sub to us. Fantastic. They're all right with that.
Thank you very
Wow,
much.
well,
Thank you to the producers.
All that and more.
And apologies to the producers, because that was
Yeah.
poor.
No refunds.
I've had very few moments of real shame in this job down the years, but this is one of the
That's
best.
not true.
No.
We've had few moments of shit. We've all...
No, but I just you own it, don't you? But this
You
one,
do,
I
aye.
can't own this one. That was awful. What we've just done.
That was great. You didn't like that?
That was terrible.
That was pretty bad.
What? Mate,
I'm ashamed of what we've just.
Go eat your
produced.
barbecue crisp.
I don't know. It's just because this neckerchief's really tight, and the blood's not flowing to the
Can I
brain
tell you about
properly.
my-
That was outstanding. I've been watching Hello. My idea of taste and sensibilities have gone completely this week.
Can I tell you about something that was embarrassing on the stream?
It can't be much worse than what we're doing now. Go ahead.
I had to hide my face in my shirt. I was that embarrassed. Owen loved it. He thought it was brilliant. There was just a new person in the chat that we'd never seen before. Apparently, they're more regulars on like Sam's chat, Sam's streams and stuff like that. And I thought the sentences weren't quite making sense. Like the words were in the right order, but they didn't. My brain wasn't making them make sense in my head. And I was like, I think that person's an AI. You know, I think that's an AI. I think there's a chatbot in the. I think it's an AI. And then someone went, "He's just from Hong Kong. He can't speak. He's not. His English isn't his first language." I wanted to just go to bed. I wanted to just crawl into bed. And I just like to apologise once again to Tofu, lovely lad. We named one of our players in the team Sorry Tofu, just because I felt so bad about that. Sorry Tofu.
And what did he say? Did he just respond with like the crying emoji or?
No, he put like it's okay sort of thing. I was like, all right. Which made it worse. You know? It doesn't matter. I'm glad I've got that off my chest now, though. Never accuse someone of being an AI if they're just not a native English speaker. That's the moral of the story. It's been a bad week for me.
Thank you, Carl Pilkington.
This is This Week in the Wrestling. It's this bloody week in the wrestling.
This week in wrestling. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Jeff Cobb open up SmackDown, the show that we're starting off with. Solo introduces Cobb as JC and credits him with helping Jacob retain the US title. When Roman lost to Cody, he ruined everything for Solo's family. But now Solo plans to win Money in the Bank and take back all the glory.
It's May 2025, not May 2024.
I don't mind Solo holding on to that grudge, though.
Oh, it's a story that's been told.
And finished.
I think it's a good one, though, because that's all he's got going for
I
himself.
think it makes sense that Solo would not let that go.
Yeah.
I need to a little bit.
He said, salty little bitch. Jacob grabs the mic from Solo and says he promised to win the US title with or without the family's help. He's going to deal with any challenges all by himself. Solo interrupts his catchphrase and says he's doing all of this to help Jacob. He loves Jacob and makes him say it back, which Jacob does, less enthusiastically than usual. Solo wants him to say it louder, pump it, louder, and grabs him by the shoulder. Shoulder. No. Things get tense, but LA Knight's music interrupts. Knight comes out the crowd and lands a few shots on JC before bravely running away.
It was later elongated to JC Mateo. That's Jeff Cobb's new ring name. So I don't mind it, I suppose.
JC, innit? It's all right. It's all right.
Jeff Cobb.
Aye, up to Jesus.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Aye. People obviously pissed off, but I'm like, no, do we want to trademark the new name? Hello, Gunther,
Yeah.
etc. So,
In a few months, we'll it'll feel normal, like Gunther did eventually, I suppose. I didn't mind this. It's obviously a classic slow burn Triple H thing. He loves the slow stories, but in this case, I think it's working because Jacob Fatu is so good at barely containing his rage, so it works really well.
And crowd love him.
Yes.
Yelling his stuff.
Yaramin.
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 It's good that. It's good that.
Wade Barrett murders every time.
Does
Tag
he?
it to my heart, so it is.
He's doing his best.
He just can't roll his R's because he's that perfect at enunciating everything with a straight tongue.
How does he do it? Like, Yaramin?
Yeah, pretty much. And even Cole, the oldest, whitest man in the world, is like, that's not right, Wade.
Really? Wow, Cole can do it.
Prods him.
Yeah, Cole's wife, I believe, speaks Spanish.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's true.
What?
He's picked out out of nowhere. Like,
No.
Michael Cole's wife was in Hell's Angels.
I'm
you know.
gonna do a Google. I'm just gonna do a Google, just to be safe.
Where did that come from?
I think I watched an interview where Cole's talking about his wife, and he says her name and mentions how she. Oh no, Michael Cole wife.
Rosa Mendez. I was just trying to think of a Spanish-speaking name.
I could be wrong here. It reckons that she's called Yolanda, but I didn't really reveal anything to me there. Sorry, Michael Cole and family.
sorry for the crime of saying that you may speak Spanish.
The Twitch incident rocked me, I'll be honest.
You have been rocked by that, pal. You're right.
What have you been rocked by? I've just noticed your little
Oh, it's just a big dirty spot, and I don't want to be on camera.
not being.
I'm very vain. I thought about it. So it's like, I'm going to better with that or, the Devon Dudley forehead,
Yeah.
Looks like a prisoner's wall. Backstage, B-Fab hypes up Mission ahead of her Money in the Bank qualifier, easy for me to say. They also have their sights set on the tag team titles. The Secret Service interrupt. Chelsea says she's going to win Money in the Bank, but gets freaked out when the third participant of the qualifier, Alexa Bliss, walks past. Piper and Albert tell Chelsea they'll have her back, but B-Fab reveals that everyone has been banned from ringside. Yarr.
Chelsea's going Trump.
What?
She's going to put tariffs on mediocrity, she mentioned.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be social
joke.
economic policy that will lower the interest rates for her Secret Service and nobody else when she wins Money in the Bank. All money stuff. Great.
Yes. Good.
Money things.
Chelsea kind
Money things.
Money
the
things.
concept of money.
Chelsea makes it funny, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
yeah.
can make things funny. She's good at that.
I guess we've also got to ask why Mission and B-Fab still together. Mission in the Bank does sound good. It'll never happen, though. Never, ever in a million years will that happen.
Well, we'll have to
No.
wait and see, because think of some previous winners, Austin Theory, Damien Sandow. It's not always the most... I don't know what I'm talking about here.
You were going well there. You shouldn't have stopped.
Yeah, you had a good
No,
point.
because then I realised that...
You're just thinking anybody
I think
who
when-
speaks to you now is AI or from Hong Kong.
I just, as I went through them in my head, I realised that at the times they won those briefcases, Sandow and Theory were higher on the card than Mission is. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost confidence.
Also, I didn't realise until they said this, Mission has never been in a Money in the Bank match. As assumed, because she's the hardcore legend and everything she would have been, but she never qualified.
Wow. A shocking stat.
Wow. I know, I'm glad I was sat down when I heard that. I would have
Are
fallen.
these costumes distracted from the flow of the podcast this week?
No.
We seem very quiet, very subdued men.
I'm just analysing the wrestling.
Subdued? Really? God. I mean, I think Jack, once he gets over, when he slays the dragon, that is the self-confidence that is rocking him, you all right?
Just put it all on you.
Why would I put the blame on Jack? Oh, I don't know, something.
What's happening?
Yeah, you had a good point and you stopped yourself.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Bliss wins the match with a Sister Abigail DDT on Chelsea to qualify.
I still don't like the Sister Abigail DDT. Love the Sister Abigail, but the DDT requires so much setup that I just think she could just roll out of the way.
Yeah.
She could just dive. Oh, so when she lets go and moves her arm around, I'm like, they could just fall limp and they'd get out of it. But they're holding themselves.
I get you. She's only little. I think that takes away from it.
Why can't she just do the Sister Abigail? I don't know.
Because Bo's there still,
Yeah,
even if he is missing an action.
they can
currently.
both do it. They can both do it.
Yeah, I guess.
don't know.
I like the lass is going for the pinfall right from the get-go because the mission of this match, the mission, not the mission, is to get a win, and that's what they were going for.
The mission of every match.
Yes. Some's a tapple.
Actually, yeah. Or like,
Good save.
or like Austin when he just wanted to batter Rikishi,
Or a
for
ladder
example.
match.
Or yeah.
Match that went up through the gears for me the longer it went on. All three lasses had their moments. Twisted Bliss broken up by Chelsea before she gets her and Prettier in, but celebrates too long so Bliss gets back in for a nice satisfying win with a finisher everyone hates.
No, it just... I didn't mind the story of the match, though.
Yeah.
And Chelsea's always a great foil, isn't she?
She definitely is.
Yes.
Part of me wonders if it would be better if Alexa did have a crew at ringside and how long that's going to be okay with
She hasn't got a
just
crew
being
currently.
That's what I mean. Like, without her just being her, is that going to be okay? Isn't the appeal of having them all there?
I
know.
She's, getting into witchcraft and wizardry, so she is at the moment. On one Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, her storyline's about to change anyway, isn't it? Well, whatever's going to happen there.
It's going to make Charlotte Flair her bitch.
Right. Well,
That's not going to happen.
No,
but we can
what's-
hope it will.
What's the word? You know, when they get like transfixed with, put them under a spell and do my dirty work.
yeah,
for me.
yeah.
Ooh. Bitch.
Right.
That's the technical term. I've forgotten. Anyway.
Yeah, you've abbreviated it. You know what? You are right.
I put a bitch on you.
Exactly.
Oh, what a great song.
Yeah.
Fraction take on DIY. Towards the end of the match, Ciampa tries to rip Action's mask off, but the faces fight back and get the win.
Well, you just can't be doing that to a luchador.
Just very disrespectful.
No.
DIY beat Fraction down off the bell, but the day is saved by the Motor City Machine Guns. Oh, you're right. Oh, the side of the table again.
Ross is a little bit on the edge here.
You can have my glove if you
I was
want.
going to say, you've gone Michael Jackson with one glove.
I need
there.
it doesn't the keypad on the
right.
laptop doesn't work with the velvety smoothness of the gloves.
More like a golfer's reason, I suppose, than a Michael Jackson's reason. For one glove.
Shamon.
That's what he'd say.
Ooh.
On my scooter.
Wanna do the time? Think about the crime. Shamon. That's a Bo Selector reference.
I know.
Bit of an effy start this matchup with Axiom and Nathan running the ropes a little bit wrong. But it went war-tish when the lads got their topes out. One of them sending Ciampa into the front row. It was another DIY match structure. No pop for their entrance, but by the time the match got at least halfway through, the crowd were going cock-a-poop. Cock-a-poop?
Cock-a-poop.
Cock-a-hoop. Shamon. Axiom's mat wrestling in transitions either side of Ciampa nearly ripping his mask off was mint, I've written down, because I don't like to elaborate. And he gets the big win with a teabag pin, which is always great to see.
Tell you what, Fraxium getting another big win off rip. I don't know, it's all to give one of them false bravado ahead of the title match, which we'll get to later on. But I really enjoyed this. Thought it was good.
And that was only added to just last night as we're sat here today by
Why?
Tottenham Hotspurs. He's a fan. Nathan, he's on it.
He's a Spurs fan?
Yeah. Oh, we bloody... He's going to restore my faith in association football. I can't wait to see.
Maybe I will make the EPL one day.
Which I could have played for.
Yes.
Finn Balor was there as well last
So he's
night.
there.
was, aye.
Yeah. He's a real
Was he
Spurs.
booed?
No, fair play to Tottenham, because they get rinsed a lot for never winning.
I was so happy they did.
I was
Were
buzzing.
you?
And just quote...
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Did you hear about this?
Oh.
Tottenham have had a disgraceful season. They are 17th in the league. And if the three teams that got relegated beneath them weren't so terrible, they could be in a genuine... That's what Owen was saying. He said if it was normal season, they'd be in a relegation dogfight. But when he got hired last year, and he's been under all sorts of pressure, this bloke, he said... What he said? I don't
maybe win trophies in my second season. Like, I definitely win a
I
trophy.
always win a trophy in my second season. And then he's had a terrible season, and right at the death, he's won the trophy. And it's just like, how has he done that?
I bet he's a very happy person there. So what have you been writing about us?
Honestly. Ange
Oh,
Postecoglou.
good for him.
And you've always got to wish ill on Man United. I hope they go bankrupt now. without Champions League revenue, fantastic.
It's good. How are they doing financial wise?
They finished 16th.
No, but like
They're
just
16th,
money wise though, aren't they still on the
split.
arse with a?
They got 5 million right for getting in the final last night, and
Yeah.
already 3.5 of that million has to go to Chelsea because Mason Mount had a clause in his contract.
Ah,
So they've made no money from that
right.
final. I hope they go bust. Imagine the 90s saying that Man United will go bust in 2025. God.
I mean, I'm with you, but I'll pretend not to be fair and balanced.
No, you
unlike
hate-
this table, which is moving with your jubilation
You are
there.
Mr. 1990s through and through,
Exactly.
Maffew. You hate Sir Alex Ferguson.
Ferguson's never coming back. Cheating get. Ray Phoenix chats to Andrade backstage, who tells Phoenix that he hopes they meet in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Phoenix says he may have failed in his WrestleMania moment, but the fire inside him will propel him towards Money in the Bank. That's not how fire works unless you're a hot air balloon. Solo and Co. arrive looking for LA Knight. Andrade and Phoenix pretend they can't speak English.
Classic from the
Rather like Michael Cole's wife.
Am I right to move your gloves slightly away? I was just going to do that, and then I thought, your gloves there.
You can do whatever you want with that glove.
It's not freaking me out, but just the one glove being there, it's freaking me out. I don't know why. Maybe I've
That is odd.
unlocked a new fear or something.
Did you go
I
to
don't know.
Neverland in your
glove?
youth?
Oh no.
Barry Horowitz. Harold Wolowitz from Big Bang Theory. He was there in his childhood. That was in my Instagram reels the other day. Is that Howard?
The real actor or the character?
Actor, yeah, the actor. Yeah, he was there. Was it his dad, his girl, someone he knew Michael, and he went to Netherlands. And
Oh, God.
Macaulay Culkin was there.
Of course.
Yes.
Famously.
Yes. I'll put that over there.
Oh, thank you. I'll stop looking at it.
You're gonna,
This podcast feels off this week to me.
No, it
What's
feels the
that?
same.
what could
to
be
me.
distracting Jack this week, Ross?
It's not
Why
distracting
me?
Jack.
What? I will combat you.
I feel very comfortable.
I'll
And Ross has
duel
been
you now.
smooth as peanut butter.
And I've got range, Maffew. I'll stay away. Like
But I've got this.
Oh!
The Street Profits congratulate Fraction
I started
backstage.
talking like Eubank, I think, though. I'll stay away from you.
At least the Rastafarian mother tongue didn't come out.
Rastafari. Yeah.
They reveal that Nick Aldis has booked a tag title match between the two teams for next week. Nathan begins to act as if the titles are already won, but Action stops him. Everybody shakes hands and the champs leave. Nathan tells Action they're speed running the division.
Oh, Nathan.
Action tries to calm him down.
I like this, though. I like the hubris. It's I was about to say to steal a Ross phrase, but it's already a thing, just in literature, isn't it? It's great dramatic irony. Because Axiom knows and we know that it's not going to be that easy. But Nathan's,
An
he's-
idiot.
Yeah.
An arsehole.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird how these tag team titles didn't get on WrestleMania, then had a more than WrestleMania worthy match, and now they're not allowed on another pay-per-view.
Do you think they
What
were...
pay-per-view? You mean Saturday's main event?
Well, the upcoming pay-per-views.
They're
It's
not-
going to be on SmackDown.
I think Ford was like, he said it through gritted teeth, didn't he? He was like, and even better news, lads, we don't even need to wait until the next pay-per-view. He says it, honestly, I think he's having a bit of a laugh.
I didn't
Yeah,
notice that actually.
I'd be annoyed if I was them. They've been killing it.
Yeah. Yeah, in that tone of voice, you're right.
Yeah, that's how they talk, those Street Profits. Hello.
Wade Barrett does a sit-down interview with R-Truth. He asks about John Cena attacking Truth at the post-pay-per-view press conference. Truth puts over Cena's motivational teachings. Barrett says he sounds crazy, reminding Truth that Cena only beat Orton because of him. Truth says Cena won that match all by himself because he never gave up. Truth says the man who put him through a table isn't the real John Cena. He doesn't want to fight his friend at Saturday Night's main event, but if he has to beat some sense into him, so be it.
it saved it at the end for me, because I was thinking, they're going to have R-Truth just not realise John Cena's turned heel and be blindly sort of faithful to him. But then the end bit was just like, I'll slap the sense back into that boy. That brought me round. And I'm fully on R-Truth winning because it's not a title match.
Yeah.
It's just for respect, Maffew.
It would be nice if somehow Truth beats Cena.
The only way I can see it happening is if Cena is cost by whoever his next opponent is, which could happen. Look in mine eye,
I'm glad you got there.
Yes.
That sounded a lot like Grandmaster Flash, what I just did there.
That's Punk's new song.
White lines.
No, but it's an anti-drug
Oh, yeah,
song.
don't do
Just imagine Punk very sassy. I want that so badly to happen. I think Cena will win, though.
Oh, he'll win with ease.
But I would, to avoid a very flat ending like we had at the end of Backlash, where he just got on the mic and went, I'm the best one, bye. I would have his next opponent confront him at the end of Saturday night's main event, though.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
would.
Bass. That would be nice. I also think Cena can't handle the truth. We get a video promo from Damian Priest. He's sick of his feud with Drew McIntyre. They're stuck sabotaging each other because Drew is so petty and childish. This needs to end, and Priest wants a steel cage match at Saturday night's main event.
All right, Priest, you've nearly murdered him, man. Just leave him alone.
Yeah.
But he wants to murder him so bad, he has to get dental records to identify him.
Is that what he says?
He's going to literally smash his face in,
Oh my God.
Big dafty.
but leave the teeth intact so they can't do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, he just contradicted himself. If he batters the teeth, then no one will know who it is.
Yeah, I
it's the
think-
only way we have of identifying Drew afterwards.
Yeah, do you need the teeth for a dental identification? Like in formation? Or can you just get it off one?
I don't know.
I've never done. I have to rewatch the Fred West documentary. You watched it, Joel?
No,
Just like you had off the laughter.
I went on Netflix to watch some wrestling the other day, and I didn't realize why Ross had mentioned it, and then it was the first thing recommended to me. I was like,
Yeah. Do you want to watch that? No.
I got a bit fascinated by the area near where they live, the Forest of Dean. If you've got any listeners from the Forest of Dean, please let us know, because I had an ex who lived in Cheltenham, and she was like, we don't talk about the Forest of Dean around these parts. It's where all the strange people are from.
Wow.
All these strange little villages in the forest. Ooh, scary, man. Scary. Apparently. Anyway.
That does sound good.
No
Or
offense.
if it's just one lad named Dean who lives there.
It's just his forest.
Yeah.
No offense to any listeners from the Forest of Dean.
I don't think we have.
I don't know if they have electricity.
No, wait, if they're widows, there are definitely some wrestling fans there. You're right. Yeah, we do apologise.
Sorry for email in
If you
can,
have that.
If you can write.
I think you're all great people.
It's just what I've been told. It's just what I've been.
sensible.
It's just what I've been told by my ex. She said it was. She was like, "Oh, Forest of Dean." Oh.
At what point in the relationship did she say this, though? Was it at the end?
Probably when I first went down to visit her. In
That's
Cheltenham.
all right, then.
Yeah.
If it's at the end, she wants you to go to the forest.
Oh.
It's a test. Aleister Black heads to the ring for his match against Kamala Hayes. Miz has the mic in Gorilla, but Mello interrupts and cuts a
Aggrandizing.
aggrandizing promo.
Aggrandizing.
Thank you. Aleister gets the upper hand in the match, but Miz runs in and attacks him for the DQ. Black avoids the skull-crushing finale and hits Black Mass on Miz, but Mello attacks him and hits nothing but net to stand tall.
Match was fantastic, I thought, for a short television match.
They're
Both
smooth
lads,
men.
yes, they both nailed all their offense. It's the Miz again for me is a big issue with Carmelo. He's too white and nerdy, quite frankly.
Good song.
Again, doing the entrance, Mello's just being him, pun intended, and then Miz is in the background just being a dad. And I don't know if that's the point of it, but it's not coming
Goofy-
across
Goofy
that
and
way.
Max.
Can you imagine Miz and Natalia managing the same wrestler? It would be so like, go on.
Hey, you guys! Natalia's favourite catchphrase there. Go back to 2019 especially, you'll hear that a lot.
It's weird because it was only when she shouted, really. God, what was I gonna? Maybe if Mello, maybe this is means to an end, and then Mello will go really brutal by turning on the Miz. Or
He
something.
should be
Or
bloody well should.
maybe Miz will turn on him, and then Mello can beat him or something. I don't know. There's ways they can do it.
But he is justifying himself, after the entrance bollocks is out the way, he is justifying himself, Michael, by getting involved. It's not working, but he's doing good things at points that aren't working, but still, they're good at the moment.
I still like the Miz, at this stage of his career. I think I find him all right when he's on screen.
Likewise.
I'm not like Alvarez, who's like, oh, the Miz was in the next segment. I don't think it's fine.
Oh, the Miz.
What's he hosting now? Oh, it's Gladiators, isn't it? American Gladiators.
Ah.
The Miz is doing that. Better than Bradley Walsh's offspring, that's for sure.
Oh,
Nepotisms.
yes.
But didn't you think it was cool as well when Aleister Black's name appeared as he walked past that bit of the barricade? Isn't that great?
I didn't see that.
Spooky.
You know those Twitter accounts we've got now where they're just like, whoa, look at this mediocre thing. 7,000 likes.
Right.
This was life-changing.
It is strange, isn't it?
Silly, silly stuff, Twitter these days.
Yeah, wasn't one that was going around that was like, wow, Cena finally says his mind. I can't believe you said this, Lamau. And they even had WWE AI like, on the video. And I'm like, are you posting this ironically? I don't think you are. But, yeah. But yeah, it's just good. It's interesting that Black is secondary to Miz and Mello really right now.
I think you'll end up on top.
You think?
Yeah,
I hope so.
I don't really think Mello's the right. Not in ring. I agree with Ross that it was all very good, but I don't know if Mello's the right person to be feuding. To be the first feud of Aleister Black.
I think they'll do a best of 7, Just go.
Oh, no, not
That's all,
again.
that's all Mello does, isn't it, on the main roster?
I'd watch these have 7 matches probably.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe throw in a couple
No.
of stipulations. Maybe a musical chairs match like WCPW did.
Who the hell was the one against last year for Mello? The best of Andrade.
Oh, he's
When
already
it gets
done
LA
one,
Knight.
hasn't he?
And then it like interfered, cost them both, and was like, yeah, I don't care.
Oh, yes. The silly referees gimmick.
Good times. Ugh. Alexa Bliss is interviewed backstage, but gets distracted by the sight of Charlotte Flair waiting by the GM's office. Bliss wants to know if Charlotte has given any more thought to her offer. Flair says they're not friends and they've never been close. Bliss reminds Charlotte that she looked out for her back in NXT. Charlotte claims not to remember that. Juliet walks out the GM's office and Aldis announces her as the newest member of the SmackDown roster. Charlotte tells Bliss to stay out of her way because she doesn't need her.
Yeah. My first thing there was more about Julia, which is that it's all felt a bit awkward, her and Roxanne's transition to the main roster, because it was a very short-lived thing, and they've immediately split them up. And there we go. It just felt, for Triple H, it felt a bit slapdash, or a bit like scatterbrained.
Disjointed.
Yes, disjointed,
One
yeah.
promo last week where they're just like, Roxanne speaking about them being a partnership, and Julia's like, no, we're not. And she walks off, and that was it.
And now it looks like she might even be face again, because
Yeah.
she's clashing with Charlotte.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I think they've recognised their investment with Julia maybe isn't what they thought it was going to be.
Oh.
So they're going,
You're
what?
you're still on that boat, are you?
Yes, I am on that boat. I am the captain of the boat.
But would we be thinking that if we hadn't been comparing her to Stephanie Vaquer?
That's a good point.
Potentially not.
Strange, isn't it? Because she's just that damn good.
Yeah. It feels rushed, Julia's main roster run so far.
Yeah.
Rushed, yeah.
Hearns.
Get the hairs. But also is long-term storytelling here with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. I thought I saw a thing on Twitter from 2019, I think it was. A Touch of Bliss. Is that what it was called back in the day?
Oh,
wow.
wow. Her talk show segment.
Yeah, talk show segment. And she mentions in that Charlotte Flair was the only one of the 4 horse ladies of NXT back in the day who had her back.
No way.
Yes.
That can't be true.
It is true.
She's the least friendly of the 4.
How do you know?
Because I met her.
Oh, yeah.
These rankings go, Charlotte is the least friendly. Probably Mercedes.
You met them all?
I've met all of them apart from Mercedes.
Oh.
No, I've only talked to Becky on a conference call interview thing. She was very friendly. She was going to be top for me. Bailey was tired when we met her at the pool.
Oh, aye.
Yeah,
aye,
you've met Bailey.
I had a picture with her looking like a thumb.
Yeah, we both... She didn't look like that.
No, I
We've both met her, but it was bad timing because it was the Tuesday of after WrestleMania weekend, and she was tired. So I don't blame her.
Yeah, wasn't she by the pool
I
on her
don't.
own?
She was having, and we were like, "Can we have a picture with you, please, Bailey?" Which, one after another, are not even together.
No.
We wasted more of her time.
Yeah.
And she did the picture, so fair play to her.
Nice. And you weren't like the fans that Sarah was talking about this week about you didn't try and kiss her?
Who's Sarah? You?
Soraya.
Oh, Saraya.
Soraya. I butchered that one. I'm sorry.
I did
no,
see that,
why
yeah.
would we try and kiss her?
It was just an attempt to put something that's in the news at the minute.
Bailey
Yes, I
tried
would
to
not-
lock one on me, but I was like, sorry. Sorry, Pamela.
Not again.
Not in public.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Give me a call from my hotel room later.
Oh,
To clarify, it didn't happen.
What's going on?
Didn't happen. I was dressed like this, Jack.
Yeah, me, you, and Holiday Inn, baby.
It is the costume, isn't it? Oh, no.
Drew McIntyre.
Charlotte's down there. She's least friendly by far.
Oh. Drew McIntyre comes out for a promo. He claims to be the only reason anybody cares about Damian Priest. He's been trying to get rid of Priest for months. He'd been at Mania, but Priest is still obsessed with Drew. Drew says Priest is psychotically jealous because McIntyre is better than Damian in every single way. He genuinely believes Priest is willing to kill him after chokeslam at Backlash. Only one man will walk out their cage match. The other will leave on a stretcher. As Drew leaves, he passes Solo, Jacob, and JC on their way to the ring.
You want to wear my skin to your birthday party?
Yes, he said that as well, didn't he? He did. I left that out for some reason, even though it was by far the most memorable bit of the promo.
Aye, that was the only bit, really. Stretches were mentioned. Ooh.
Stretchers. Don't promise us a good time.
Okay.
What does that mean, Maffew? You're going to get your ears pierced?
Thank you, Joe.
Ears pierced?
I'm tempted to do it, but I've got to try a different metal because the default ones they use so far have poisoned me and made my ears swollen
I
up.
remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, so I might have to use something a bit more.
Rubber.
That could work, yeah. I think rubber's going to hurt. Oh, famous last words. Matthew dies because of rubber.
Rubber allergy. I don't mean this as a criticism of Priest. It's not. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying Drew's really good. It's a bit of a shame when the heel goes, he's jealous because I'm better at everything than him. And I'm like, but you are. Not because Priest's bad, just because Drew's really good. So I'm on Drew's side and I shouldn't be. Oh, dear. Fiddlesticks.
Right, sometimes a bad guy is just too charismatic for his own good.
Yeah. He kind of did that in the feud with Punk as well. I was kind of like, Drew's the funnier and the better.
You never once took his side during the Punk feud. That's a lie.
I found I prayed for this and it happened really good. That was really
That's
good
fair enough.
stuff.
Wow, that's very balanced.
Thank you.
Well done.
I didn't like the bracelet match.
No one did.
No.
My thoughts here were, why was Drew the colour of a good cod supper? He was a funny colour, wasn't he? I was very hungry writing this.
Outfit.
Good
catch.
catch. Supper.
Oh, good catch, Dre.
What's the colour of it? Red?
Red?
Tan? What?
He looked like he'd been baked, I think is what was going for there.
Right.
Crispy.
Very interesting.
Yeah, he wasn't literally that. That would have been a very amusing visual.
That's just what I was imagining.
I bought myself crispy for the steel cage.
I think
What would you do if you were to fight someone and they'd battered themselves?
And cod's actually a lighter shade.
eat them?
If you've gone for
Ooh.
haddock, maybe. It's haddock to... it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. I think, yeah. You've definitely outfished me here. Jamie Uso cuts a promo on his way to the curtain. He takes on Solo Sikoa and Rey Fenix in a Money in the Bank qualifying match. Solo wins, hitting the Samoan spike on Fenix after distraction from JC. LA Knight runs in to attack the heels again. He grabs a steel chair and stands on the announce table to keep them at bay. Aldis arrives and books an immediate match between Knight and JC.
Yes, Phoenix is a loser. Keeps losing all his matches, man.
It's funny to think of Solo Sikoa in a ladder match because it's Solo Sikoa, who I think is allergic to the top turnbuckle. That's not a criticism, that's just his style. But surely, call me overcomplicated if you want. You've got a ladder match in the offing. You've got Rey Fenix potentially in said match. Why don't you put him in there?
Yeah, you would have done some crazy things.
I mean, then couldn't you say that they don't want him in that position because they don't want to put him the idea that he's going to get there, because then if he loses that bigger match, that's going to be a bigger deal than him losing this random
There's multiple
protected loss on the three-way.
Excuse me, sir. Could you tell me who won the match where Kalisto did that thing with the ladders? Who won that match?
The New Day.
I don't know who won that match.
I don't know either.
I didn't either, I guess. But I knew you didn't know.
That is my point.
Poker.
But everyone remembers that.
The moment, yes. And Ray would have had multiple of those moments.
I reckon Phoenix doesn't need to be doing that to himself with ladders and stuff like that. He is okay with his natural ability every week.
Even if Sunderland lose at Wembley this weekend, which I'm scared they will. Everyone will remember Dan Ballard's goal the other day. Everyone remembers Troy Deeney's goal. Deeney! They didn't win that.
Do not scratch your eyes.
They didn't win that. They didn't win that final after that.
Oh.
You know? Yeah, but everyone remembers Deeney.
I remember Rikishi doing the splash to Val Venus off the cage.
Yes.
Which he then lost seconds later
I
because
remember-
Taz hit him with the camera.
I remember Rikishi's into the flatbed of the thing off the Hell in a Cell, but I don't remember how. I know Angle won that match. I don't remember what he did. I just remember
It wasn't like Triple H hit Austin or Austin hit Triple H and then Angle pinned him. Because it was a really flat finish. Be like, all that.
We've just seen a man fall off the cell into a truck. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get your point. If it's about the making of the moments,
could have
which
had
we do talk about a lot, yeah.
He
I
could have
can
done
see
some
what's going
crazy things. I don't mind a big man being in a ladder match for variety and everything. Sometimes it's nice when, but not at the expense of Phoenix.
But it feels like Phoenix has just lost the big match at WrestleMania. He obviously lost again here.
You're wearing 2 sets of glasses.
Yeah, I need to read
he's
my,
not- yeah.
need to read my laptop.
I know.
Can't ruin the outfit.
Just know.
Let me put on my second pair of glasses.
It's not my first time doing this. But yeah, it feels like just a big, stupid performance in Money in the Bank would be the right sort of thing to get him back on track after a couple of big losses.
I agree.
But yeah, and shame on Charles Robinson as well. He got distracted by Jimmy rolling through off a missed dive when Ray had Solo rolled up for 3.
He did.
That's the reason why Ray lost, because of Charles.
The GM.
He heard the wham and thought, "Ooh, I love this band."
Just because we mentioned the Aldous just there, the GM rankings are the same. Ava really got on my nerves. this week, unfortunately.
She had a really bad segment.
She needs to take down a peg or two, let me tell
She's
you.
locking up.
Sit down, Ross. Shut up. Sit down.
No.
Both of you, sit down.
Stand up, roll over.
Why would I do that?
And good,
Ava?
and good on Saints. He just didn't. I was like, yes.
Anyway, yeah, big fat fun three-way here. If it was a match, it'd be the Baconator. My guts are put here. Crowd wouldn't shove about tables. Why don't you marry a table if you want one so much? Anyway, the Adios Amigos was well done. And then he lost seconds later. Well, ignore me then. Well, good notes, Maffew. And then we get the immediate match. Knight takes his eye off the match to wipe out Solo and Jacob with a springboard crossbody off the apron. When he gets back in the ring, JC catches him with the Tour of the Islands for the win. The old Jinder Mahal retains his world title finisher.
Yeah.
Good to see it come back.
Although I like the Tour of the Islands, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still great he gets to do that.
It was great on the indies when you do it on some little indie lad and just go flip.
Yeah.
Not flip.
That's
It
what
look-
he yelled.
Spin.
It was PG back then.
But he's spinning the opposite. It looks difficult the way
Yeah.
he spins, but he makes it look quite effortless. He's a strong boy.
And more importantly, Lucha Underground mentioned.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So good to hear that. Obviously with Phoenix, just out there as well. It was very appropriate. Joe did not mention that Jeff Cobb ate B-Boy on that show. So
Wait, I was about to go. Who was Phoenix in Lucha Underground? He was just himself.
It was
wasn't
just
Yeah,
Phoenix,
yeah.
right. He
He
wasn't
was
a
like the
rebranded.
big hero
Yeah.
of the day for a while. Yes.
He was.
While
Such
his
a good show.
Brother was evil.
Evil is out. And yes, now the Tour of the Violence. I'll take that as a name.
Oh, yes.
Just keep Tour of the Islands. Don't mind. Whatever.
They'll trademark these things. Got the rights.
I mean, Fraser Googled where he was from. Hawaii is where he was born. Various islands. But he represented Guam at the Olympics.
That's right. Yeah, you can see him waving the flag.
He carried their flag, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
When I get older, I
I
will.
will be stronger. They call me freedom. Wave your flag.
What a song.
Wave. Oh, Samanamana.
Waka, waka, hey, hey.
The 2010 was the happiest time.
I forgot that song existed. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh,
Oh,
time
Shakira.
It's time for Africa.
Thank goodness for that.
Shabalala. Goal for all of Africa. That was a patronising bit of commentary. Right, anyway.
I was shocked by the result in this match, let me tell you.
Well, it was a draw.
Weird.
Mexico came back in the end.
I
Didn't
know,
it?
yeah.
There you go. Yes, in your back, Jack. Yes.
Hell of a strike from Shabalala.
What do you mean I'm
though.
back? I've been on all podcast.
Just seen LA Knight eat a fall.
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
Not the fact that JC won. That's obviously a given at this point of his run. Even though he was dressed in street clothes. Do you reckon his street clothes or his wrestling clothes now?
I don't know,
yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but he also wasn't ready. He's a singlet man usually, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the match was a last minute thing.
Fists were taped though, and he had wrestling boots on. So
Oh,
I'm
you
thinking-
never know when anything can happen at SmackDown.
The singlet day's gone.
I don't think so.
You should rip them off like a dirty stripper.
Just like you're going to now. Da, 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 da. Go on, Maffew. Da, da, da,
Like
da.
a dirty stripper.
That's what those clean strippers you hear about. They bring their own wipes. So at least LA Knight looked protected because of the interference of the family and him being a dum and taking his eyes off the prize.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine with this.
Billy.
LA Knight chasing the family around with his chairs and stuff like that. I like that you're still doing that because you've not forgotten about the loss. I think that protects him even if he loses to this
Yes.
dude because he's still got a mad on for them.
And
That's
he can always he's good enough at promo that he can always get the crowd back on his side.
Yeah.
I liked when he got on the announce table and went, yeah, back. It was good with the chair. I like that bit. Reminded me of like Jurassic Park or something.
There's a new one, isn't there?
Is there?
Aye, I'm sure it's water-based.
I've only ever seen the first
Oh, that's
one.
good for us.
And some people say that's the only one you need to see.
I'd say that, yeah.
Oh, wow. Fair enough.
First one's like a classic.
Oh, yes.
The subtext at the end of this scene was fascinating. though, as well.
Subtext. Like,
Solo backing towards JC while Solo holds the title in the air. Solo is siding with his new boy toy.
Good blocking.
Boy
So
toy.
terrific blocking from Akira Kurosawa there.
Yes, more of the Miz on Sen. My favourite dumb joke, sorry. In the locker room, Angel tells Santos Escobar that he hasn't seen Berto all week. He thinks his cousin needs space. Santos is willing to forgive what Berto did last week because he sees a big opportunity for all of them on the horizon, because he's got the telescope. He tells Angel to invite Berto to a sit-down dinner party next week. Oh, great.
I can't wait for that scene.
Well,
Are they going to go to Joel's?
On the bench.
I made you some jam, but I've dropped it all over. Sorry. I laughed when Angel said, like, I went around his house and he wasn't even there. And I thought, well, you've only had to walk 2 steps. Because as we know, they live in identical next-door flats. Hope Berto's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all-
He's nursing a broken heart.
It's all a bit wanky, though, just where Santos is like, we're fighting for something bigger than we are. What does it mean? It's just meaningless bollocks.
I think I've identified a problem with Triple H's booking style, which is still better than the latter days of Vince's booking style, because that was just all over the place. But Triple H seems to have all these slow build things, and recently it's felt like it's been a while since they need to all go off at different times, but he just waits for the pay-per-view or whatever. Whereas we need some to... Everything's so slow, and it's fine when some are, but just kickstart some of them, you know?
Yeah, I do agree with you. I think it's good that he's got stuff going on for people, and this works when people are hot. Like
Yes.
the Drews, the priests, and things like that. But it's like, oh no, not the shagging cousins. I don't
Do that
care.
next week. Have them
Yeah.
turn each other next week.
Yeah, who cares?
Might help them.
No,
Yeah.
I want a year-long build to see if they side with Andrade. I really do. I think it's worth it.
Okay.
Or more boxing segments where Andrade comes into the screen, says something, takes off his glasses, and then says something else.
Yeah. A year of them will be on the right path to success.
I mean, fair play to Andrade for making that money for just going. Wow,
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
Hey, how you doing, pal? Hey, buddy. Nakamura gets one of his vignettes.
Oh, what's the point in
Oh,
reviewing
it's a
this?
good hot bit of SmackDown now. He will beat LA Knight and Aleister Black and qualify for Winning the Bank. No, you won't. Shut up.
It was whoever writes these for him. It's exactly the same person.
Yeah.
It was
There is a deeper darkness
no,
lurking
don't.
below
Why
the
have you
shadows.
done?
Sharpening my katana, so I
He
am.
did. He's sharpening my guitar.
I hope I get booked for Japan again so I can win something.
I think he's just surfing in that, isn't he? Apparently, he just has a chill time. Fair play.
I'm happy for
I
him.
just
him
find,
and Andrade just going to the pub.
yeah, at this point in the game, they're always wonderfully produced and look great. And while the verbiage is a bit suspect sometimes, it's never backed up with the ring work,
No.
you know? So what's the point in them now?
That's always been Nakamura's problem. He'll lose, take time off, come back with a slightly different look or song, and say, "Now I'm dangerous."
Yeah.
And he was out. He had the best of Cody for a few weeks and that, but then as soon as he loses the title match,
Yeah. Bye.
yeah.
Get back in the box. Toy I don't play with anymore. With Naomi lurking in the background, Jade Cargill bumps into Tiff Stratz. Jade says she'll win Money in the Bank and cash in on Strat and become champ. Tiff doubts it, because as long as she's champ, Jade will never be good enough to cash in on her. Ha ha ha.
That was the second time Naomi was lurking on that show.
She was behind Nia Jax when she was warming up.
Oh, who would have thought of that? Hey? Hey?
It's a bit more of a. It was a bit more of an obvious lurk than Triple H usually does. She just stood just directly in the background, facing the camera.
Yeah. I've got nothing to say about it.
Fair.
It's Triple H. Something's changed, hasn't it? It's not as compelling as it was.
I think
I
his
blame the
feelings
3 hour length of SmackDown.
Yeah.
I think his feelings got hurt on the road to WrestleMania by the criticism.
Yeah.
And now he's like, well, I don't care anymore. I'm not even going to try.
I didn't even like you anyway.
Yeah, because what you said, like, if you don't like it, shut up.
Yeah.
I think the pace of the shows, because of the length and that, and also because of just all the ads and all the corporate stuff now, and all the look at these celebrities in the crowd.
Yeah.
There's so much of it jammed into every, not just pay-per-view, every TV episode now, that's definitely affected the show. I don't know if it's the only reason, but it's definitely a factor, I think, as well. And that's more like, I don't know if that's to do with Triple H or just The Rock.
Oh, especially with they've extended the 3 hours of SmackDown another month.
Have they? Oh,
Yeah,
I thought it was going back to
Reveal
2.
this to me now.
I'm sorry.
Maffew.
I'm sorry. On the wrestling podcast, we cover stuff.
June was meant to be a fantastic month of it going back
Yeah,
to
no.
2 hours.
I was looking forward as well, mate.
Did you see the news of The Rock's new project?
I don't care.
Fraser said...
You go on the moon and stay in there.
Fraser, who knows film, he said that means he's out of WrestleMania next year as well. I don't know if that's true or
Yay!
not. I just took what Fraser said as face value.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ooh,
That's good.
well,
Always dangerous, I know.
It's a dangerous game.
He's very rarely right.
Oh, God.
In the main
He's
event.
your accomplice. He helped you.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, but we've used him now, so don't use him.
He's your nice guy, Eddie.
Well done.
And
yeah.
I am the bloke who gets his ear cut off by Mr. Blonde
Oh, no.
in the warehouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Going,
I don't know why I came here tonight.
Stratton defends her title against Nia Jax. Naomi runs out with a chair midway through the match, but Jade Cargill runs out to attack. She chases Naomi away through the crowd. Nia hits a Samoan drop in the announce table and follows up with the Annihilator, but Tiff gets her hand on the ropes to break the fall. Nia can't believe it and grabs the title belt. The referee takes it off her, but turns his back, so the challenger tries to use a chair. Tiff kicks it into her face and hits the prettiest moonsault ever to retain.
That Annihilator was the best Annihilator I've ever seen. Because Tiffany starts to counter it, and then Nia goes, nah. Very good. I think it got a big pop as well.
Yeah. I was starting to think in the early going, like, there's nothing new here between these two that we haven't already seen. But then they whap out the old World's Strongest Slam position off Brett's rope, the reversal that Nia just about got around for. The crowd go cock-a-hoop for that. Then Nia kicks out with the PME the first time. Joe Tessitore finally letting that rat outside of the cage, so to speak. That was a turn of phrase. Because he goes radio red. What? Ah! What? I'm sure he said, like, Kyle's mom of South Park.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone's ever kicked out that move before.
I don't think they have they?
Yeah, that's
Not
what
even
Joe
in the-
said,
not-
and I trust him.
Not even in the shed.
Not even in
No.
the shed, I don't think so, no.
It was great. I know we were all complaining about, like, oh, not Nia versus Tiffany again. Maybe they just got good chemistry.
Yeah.
That's probably the best match they've had together, yeah. Nia was fine as a mini-boss here, I've put.
Yeah.
The cartwheel by Tiff being turned into a powerbomb ruled, because it shows they know each other very well. And, yeah, they had that. Nia butt splash getting 2 got the crowd really into it. Like, yeah, she's not dead.
Yeah.
Crowd really were eating this up.
I mean-
Like Drew McIntyre, the Cod Supper,
Yeah.
as established earlier.
We've just slagged off Triple H, but I mean, fair play. This match was good. And fair play to the lasses involved.
Yes, well, thank you, Triple H, for this match.
Well, no, no, I mean, credit to him for putting it together, but obviously most credit to the brave wrestlers who put their bodies on the line for our entertainment.
Yes.
And I respect them.
Let's hear it for the troops.
I respect them more than the usual fan.
And I hope
I was looking for clips or something for sending to a friend. I was looking through clips like I have on my computer just because it's the name of the folder. And there's that clip of one of the guys, the journos at the press conference who goes, like, what do you think about people who don't respect wrestling? Not like me, because I respect wrestling.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
name and shame.
I wish
can't
I'll go back. I think I've cut off the bit where it says his name so to get any plug. But it's
Was
just
it
like,
to Roman or someone?
it's to Triple H.
Triple H.
I'm sure it is, yeah. And it's one of the UK shows as well, so it's like, all right.
I know I didn't want to name and shame because I was worried that, like, I might have met. I didn't want to slag off someone I might know, but I actually.
If I find out the guy's name, I'll say it.
Oh, it was Jack the Jobber.
No, I would never say anything negative about you. That's not convincing, right?
fair play to Nia's face as well. Because it
Nia's
survived the final thing. Because if you watch it back slowly, she gets twatted in the head and she blood immediately appears.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice the
Just
blood.
before the final moonsault. And then she sort of like, you can see her go like, oh, I'm out of it here. And then I think she's all right though.
Yeah, because then she looks at the camera and goes, "It's still safe than wrestling Charlotte Flair, am I right?"
Hey.
Come on, Joel.
Shabba.
Joel. Oh no.
That's how punctuate stone now. Monday Night Raw. Logan Paul opens. What's the show?
No, Maffew, you're wrong for not liking Logan Paul. The commentators went overboard again. Anything is possible with Logan Paul, they tell us.
Yeah, apart from making me
He's
care
an
about this.
entrepreneur, he's a YouTuber,
He's a
massive
wrong-un.
winky.
Businessman.
Yeah, he's got a lovely dog, probably.
Yeah,
Swimming pool.
he's a scammer of people of Bitcoin.
There's nothing to hate about him,
Are
guy.
we meant to say allegedly, or did CoffeeZilla prove it so conclusively that it's not even?
Oh, I mean,
alleged?
LP kept on threatening to sue him, didn't he? And then what happened there?
We should probably say allegedly then.
Allegedly. Allegedly, you screw people out of stuff.
Yeah.
Logan Paul opens the show and says he's going to beat Jey Uso for the world title. He won a singles title 12 years faster than Jey did, and Jey can't handle being champ. He's barely hanging on, and Logan has knocked him out 3 times in recent weeks. Gunther interrupts and thinks Logan must be very confident, which is a good thing. The fans should show him more respect. Logan is a self-made megastar, and Gunther could learn some things from him.
I would have loved to have seen your reaction at this point of the promo.
Yeah. Social media, entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship.
Ooh, I'll butcher that one. Entrepreneurship, marketing, and so on. Logan says Gunther is clearly a member of the Low Gang and understands business. Gunther changes tone and said, was he a printer? And says wrestling may just be business to Logan, but it's all incredibly personal to Gunther. If Logan takes away his opportunity, he'll be personally disrespected. Maybe ask Pat how Gunther deals with being disrespected by non-wrestlers. Yes. Unlike Pat, Logan has no heart. If they end up facing each other, Gunther will eat Logan alive. Oh, yeah. Don't promise us a good time. Logan talks trash as Gunther walks away. Jey Uso sneaks in the ring and blindsides Logan with a super kick. Yeah.
Gunther's a face now.
He was here just...
I think he is a face.
No.
Later
to beat
on.
Pat?
Yeah.
No, I think you do it... I don't know.
Don't dismiss me. I'm very clever.
Go ahead.
So I've got several points,
And you're brave.
and I'm so brave. He put Pat over again in this promo segment. He went, Pat had heart, you don't have heart. Later on, when Rollins is sneaking around backstage, scheming, I thought he was going to try and get Gunther on his side like he did with Logan. But it was actually very acrimonious. I think Gunther's a babyface, Matthew.
That doesn't make any sense if they're doing Jey versus Gunther. Face versus face.
Maybe they're not, Maffew. Maybe they're doing Logan Paul
Shut
versus
up.
Gunther.
Shut up. Shut up.
The
Shut
great
up.
and honourable Logan Paul will beat your boy senseless and before pinning him with one finger.
I think that maybe... Matthew's got a point there. Maybe Gunther would be the heel in it. Is he tweener then? Is he tweenerish?
Oh, he's such a tweenie.
He's Milo.
Tweeny Gunther. I was at marches for Gunther until he says nice things about Logan Paul. Ha ha ha. So he's not a face. Gunther should have brought up Logan Paul sponsorship for VXV, but I guess that's not going to happen. Anyway, this is okay.
God, that would have popped the universe, wouldn't it? Hey.
Oh, no.
We all know what he's talking about there.
Pat going, VXV Germany, I've been there.
You've
Whatever.
never been to Oberhausen? Well, you're less of a human being than I am.
That's a great Gunther impression.
Oh, me neckerchief fell off.
It's a sign.
Middle of me shoot promo.
It's like Final Destination. Grim Reaper saying,
Have you seen the
agree
new
with
one,
Matthew.
yeah?
Not yet, no.
Have you, Matthew?
Weekend thing for me, I think.
No.
Have you seen it, Joel?
I haven't, no. It's
Me
supposed to be good,
neither.
though.
I've heard people say that it might be the best one,
Oh!
but apparently they're not actually very good. You've been watching them all.
Well,
Yeah, it's two. Oh, there's one of them that's not very good.
Okay.
3's only all right.
Is
apart
it
from the
3? Yeah.
sunbathing one.
It's the CGI in one of them that completely ruins it. Is it 4, 3, or 4?
And never
I can't
got
remember.
past 4, so.
I was really concentrating while watching them all.
Wish I was
You need
watching.
like a Ross recap. It was like, oh, great death here. Someone loses their head.
Wish I was watching Fred West.
Maybe that's how Fred got his ideas with films that came out after his arrest.
yeah.
I didn't realize how recent it was, his arrest, though. When they pop up 1994, I couldn't believe it.
Really?
It's crazy how, like,
Yeah.
They took a while.
He did it.
you see pictures of them and go, right, that's the
70s.
70s are the latest, right? It's like, no, the 90s, you're like, no way.
Yeah.
Wow.
He did well, did Fred.
Good week for the West.
He is. They wouldn't have got me if it wasn't for that dog, that talking dog, Scooby. Oh, it doesn't matter, Ross. Whatever. He gave it up himself, basically.
Did he?
Essentially, yeah. Aye. Yeah.
So the idea of Scooby-Doo being the person that captured Fred West is...
Fair play.
Where'd you get that bone from, Scooby? Bone, Fred West.
Fair play to the psychiatrist, though, right?
Well, I have a lot of bones there, Scooby.
Because if you found a body in a garden and then a subsequent body was found in the garden, would you then think, well, the garden's filling up, so that means the house must already be full? Because I wouldn't put that 2 and 2 together. But there's a psychiatrist that does, and that's how they get the rest of the bodies. Yeah.
Wow,
No,
yeah,
but-
that's some crazy logic.
Yeah.
But I would think this is a dodgy house because there's bones in the garden? Or did they already know that? They already
They knew
that was
there was
given?
bones
Oh,
in
right,
the
right,
garden,
right,
yeah.
fair enough.
I just put the
Wow.
house must be full.
I thought for a second you meant they'd gone, there's some human remains in this garden. I'm sure it's fine.
How did that get here?
I'm a Fred has to go in the garden himself and go like, oh, she's buried there. Oh, where did you bury her, Fred? Oh, she's over there.
God.
Yeah.
Grim. I'd just like to say,
said that on a podcast.
just
Yeah,
like
he's
to say,
deplorable
yeah, just
guy.
like to say right now, I'm not a fan
I
of
hope
him.
he rots in hell.
Yeah.
And when she pegs it as well.
I was saying to Ross,
she not dead?
I was
No,
saying,
she's
no, I
in
was saying
prison
she,
still,
I was
yeah.
saying she was my pal at uni. The women's prison was near where I lived in Durham.
Oh, God.
Like, oh, where's Rose? She's over there.
What were Gunter and Logan Paul? Yeah, I think this is all fine from Gunter.
It was a tease to get make you think that he was
He
going
was
to be
lulling him into a false sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants Logan to win because it's an easier match down the line.
True as well. Jay's already beaten him.
Yeah. Also, the idea of Gunther and LP hanging out and say, "Can you teach me social media?" Good for
Gunter and
him.
who? LP.
LP.
Is that what the cool kids call him, is it?
Yeah.
LL Cool P. I don't like the thought of Gunther and Logan Paul hanging out. I'd be disappointed if that was the case.
Yeah.
Would you not? Surely.
Well,
Of course you would.
Well, hang out with him.
Would you not? Would you not be disappointed? Yeah.
I would just want to see the skits.
I don't think you
And have
would.
Gunther, and it's a Triple H storyline, so that means they're going to split up as soon as they team up. So
5
it's all
years
right.
time. Or in 5 years
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Following the end of her alliance with Julia last week, we see footage of Roxanne Perez signing her Raw contract with Adam Pearce.
Good for her.
Good for her. I absolutely loved what she did later on in the show. It was. I'm so excited for this storyline. It's going to be so good.
It's the subtext again, though, Jack. It's off. It's off the scale.
In that later segment.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
brought
know.
a discussion to the table on the news video we did on Tuesday morning, which Tom wasn't ready for, but Tom, by the end of it, he was in full agreement. And I can't wait to bring it to this table as well.
Ooh.
This lovely, rigid podcast table.
Yes, that doesn't
Never
move.
lets us down.
No. Jey Uso bumps into Paul Heyman backstage. Paul has been accused of stabbing Punk and Roman in the back, but he's going to tell Jey something to his face. Jey will be facing Bron Breakker tonight in a non-title match. Bron doesn't want the title. He just wants to slow Jey's momentum. Whether the champion ends up being Jey, Logan or Gunther, they're all short-term. Seth Rollins is the future.
It's like watching Rafa Benitez here with Paul. Squint your eyes hard enough. The suit's there. The hair kind of is there. Fact.
Yeah. It was because that's what they were saying in the promo segment before, wasn't it? The fact this, fact that, and Paul carried that on. I wasn't mad for it, but I liked the slipperiness of Paul, though.
I don't know.
Greasy Paul was good here, yes. But good God, Heyman's now putting over people he's not even affiliated with. That's how good he is.
He's been a bit more. It's as if he's been allowed to do a bit more in this role as Rollins' manager than he has done for Roman or for Lesnar or whatever. He's always been bombastic and everything, but he's been a bit more
Shaggy.
Fantastic.
cartoonish. Yeah, I don't know.
Mr. Lover.
Yeah, he is Mr. Lover.
Have you
We all
seen
know.
Brock? Have you seen him? He's got hair not too dissimilar from yours now, man.
Yeah, he's got long hair now.
What are you trying to say there?
Long hair.
Not the first time I compared that to Brock Lesnar. Jesus.
You seen him?
I have seen him, yes.
I thought it was
Cultaholic posted him on Facebook.
I thought it was an
Never-
AI photograph at first.
Me too. Sable's still with him.
Yeah.
Surprising, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I really
so,
have
yeah.
no opinion on Brock.
Okay, fair enough.
Finn Balor and JD take on AJ Styles and Penta. Carlito tries to interfere, but the faces take him out. However, El Grande Americano appears in the front row and headbutts Penta with his steel plate reinforced mask. Then the JD get the win.
In the
What a
back of
bloody
the
lovely
head,
match.
In the back of the head, this one.
Right?
That's
JFK'd
dangerous.
him.
Oh, hey. Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Oh, he was a babyface president. You
Yeah,
can't
but
say
didn't
that.
the guy in the front seat shoot him in the front of the face?
That is the rumor.
No,
you said
no.
No, if you know, that's one of the,
the guy-
many theories that the
I
guy,
know,
the
but-
reason why he gets hit one direction and the other direction,
Yeah.
because the guy's like, oh no, we're being shot at. Oops, I just shot the president.
Oh, right. And the magic bullet and all that.
Yeah, it's like the magic bullet. It's like, whoops,
watched-
not very good. Pretty good, am I?
I watched a really good YouTube video, but it made me sad because it basically said it proved that the most likely thing is what they said happened. And I'm like, no, but I don't want that. I want the
No one wants
conspiracy.
it, yeah.
No, yeah. Never mind.
Dom wasn't out there with Finn again. That's interesting.
That is interesting. The little slag. Dom.
Oh, I'd argue Finn's the slag.
Yeah, Finn's a slag.
Dom is being tempted back into his slaggy ways.
Dom is going to get another lady.
I know.
Yeah.
He can't keep getting away with it.
He just can't help it. Imagine having that Kavorka about you. That you just keep falling into the lap of
I
lovely
literally couldn't
ladies.
imagine it until this week's podcast. and now you're...
Someone said on mine and Owen's latest Twitch stream, someone said about me, he has to be stopped blood. And that's what I would say about Dominic Mysterio. But
Why do you have to be...
I was doing different accents. And he went, just in the chat, he has to be stopped blood.
Which accents were you doing?
The one that tipped it over the edge was Russian, actually, which sparked a bit of a discussion in the chat. But no, it's probably fine in this. I was like, oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
That's just to compare the meerkats, lads.
That's what we do. We're doing compare the meerkat.
All a bit of fun.
And
What do they sound like again?
Owen, I'm not doing it, but Owen's was better. I was like, wow, Owen's pretty good at that.
Oh, wait.
Owen, come and be racist.
I'm not looking at Owen. After he betrayed me.
Why?
Doesn't sound like a Russian thing to do.
What
All
was
right
he
with
doing?
that, yeah.
He distracted me. I thought he was just coming in and have a chat with me, his friend.
Owen was an inspired choice, Joel. I thought
That was nice.
Thank you.
Fraser suggested Luke, for the record.
Luke would have been laughing.
Yeah, Luke couldn't keep a straight face.
Owen's slippery and sly. We all know he is.
Snake.
Yep.
Snake in the grass.
Yeah.
Nicely done spot with JD splashing Finn after a roll through from AJ
very
Styles.
nice.
Was locked up with Finn. Very well
Yes.
timed spot. Match was going along fine. And AJ said, "What-ish?" and started doing his stuff before Carlito sent him into the ring post. Big reaction from the crowd. Very bad notes this week from Ross.
No, that's what
Fine,
happened.
I'd be like... You're doing like, and here's the match in case you didn't see it.
Yeah.
Here's Radio Ross.
Can't believe the Grande Americano got involved again. What's he like?
Bloody hell.
Hey, the little scamp.
This is what's stopping Pierce from eclipsing Aldous in the league table because he can't get a handle on that situation. He just can't.
I like this match a hell of a lot better than the Balor Stars match from last week. Really hot crowd.
Yeah.
Really helped it. As well as Stars and Bender color coordinated. The red and white.
Oh, yes.
Where were they?
The high hopes for
In
Wembley,
like
I guess.
South Carolina or somewhere. They love wrestling in the South.
I've been told that.
Wrestling.
Rawr, wrestling. It looks like it took all of 3 weeks for JD to return and be useless. Ha ha ha. Look at him splashing Balor accidentally.
Ha ha ha.
Crowd was so damn hot. I even put down ha ha ha. When Styles nailed the moonsault reverse DDT. A lovely hard-hitting, high-flying opener to again build to Penta versus El Grande and give people something to watch on Monday Night Raw. That was lovely. Good stuff here.
I agree. I didn't enjoy it as much as the segment. I can't explain how much I enjoyed this segment later on.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Is
We'll
it
get
now?
to it soon. No. Io Sky is interviewed backstage. She's ready for whoever wins Money in the Bank. Becky Lynch interrupts. Io's never beaten her before one-on-one, and Becky has no problem putting her down.
I should give credit. It was Emmett in the chat who said he has to be stopped blood, by the way. It was Emmett.
Emmett
Shout
needs
out
to be
Emmett.
stopped.
Yeah,
Emmett's a terrible guy.
Emmett really does go in, doesn't he? He's really relentless.
He's always the contrarian on my FIFA streams.
Same.
He always pops up with a one-liner at the start that he thinks is hilarious, but nobody else does.
He's the naughty kid in the class, Emmett. Like, yeah.
God, he needs to be compromised to a permanent end, I'd say.
Who was that one lad that used to annoy us on Twitch?
Oh, Matthew Gregg.
Hey.
Sorry.
That was good, though.
It was crap. It was so crap.
Oh, those we had to like, and we both were like, we have to be happy,
don't
smiling
know.
to everybody, and then like, one week he annoyed everybody, so just went off with the podcast.
I don't know, but there's one
Oh,
I'm
what's
on
his
all
name?
right terms with now, but he got in my head. But it's fine now.
Yeah.
What did Owen do?
I was over him. What were we on about?
An exciting segment where Io's like, I'm going to win, and Becky was like, no, I'm going to win.
There's
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
else to add, really, apart from what they said, yeah.
Seth Rollins talks to LP backstage. Jey Uso is going to get hurt tonight, which means the odds will be in Logan's favor on Saturday. If Logan can get past Jey and Gunther, he'll know who to thank. Maybe they should have a rematch for the title on the line.
This was
I
good
forgot
for-
they had a match.
This was good from Seth, I thought. Scheming.
Yeah, my only thought is I think Seth should have talked slower here, or was that not possible?
Oh, was
God, he
totally
was,
slow.
hello, Logan Paul.
It's because Logan's not very clever and he's like making him.
God, yeah, maybe he's seen him talk. And,
If you
and act.
win, you champion.
Me, Seth Rollins.
I'm becoming a bitter old bitch by the looks of things. I've put, whoa, a potential Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins feud. I bet if I was Sandy Zapp, I'd be totally buzzing about this, but I'm not blindly positive about everything. So I'm not.
Whoa, you're in a bad mood. You are not a happy sailor.
I didn't mind it, but that's just me assuming that Logan isn't going to end up as champion, which could be naive on my part.
No, it's hope. By the way, I love how you fired the gun like that.
There's always one in those
vein.
cars. They're all shooting normally, and then one on the end when it pans across. It's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Where we are? Becky Lynch faces Roxanne Perez and Natalya. A triple threat Money in the Bank qualifier. Becky hits the manhandle slam on Natalya, And then Lyra pulls her out of the ring. Lyra and Becky crawl on the outside, which allows Perez to get the win over Natalya.
Hey, Natalya sold the Pop Rocks interestingly, and I wonder if you might have enjoyed that more because sometimes the Pop Rocks doesn't have as much oomph, and this one maybe didn't. But Natalya sold it more like she'd been rolled up. And I think that Natalya sometimes, right? She's been wrestling a while and she knows what she's doing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised there's a chance it wasn't her, though. She was wearing blue. When did she ever wear blue?
She went blue.
Pink and black attack.
Yeah.
Natalya. That's her.
When the Heart Foundation did start off, they were blue and black.
Oh, in
Oh,
the
the
early,
pink
You
one.
should
early.
have seen the other lads, though. Aye.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, baby.
Hello. Nice little moment where Roxanne forgot her spot, and we have to hear Becky go, Roxy, get in there.
Oh,
for your
really?
Toby." Yeah, one for Botchamanias there. I thought Roxanne was fighting like a babyface in this one, which is fair when you're in there with the heel Lynch. And I've tried to combine Natalya and apathetic, and I've given up before I've even said it.
Natapathetic.
Apathetic, yes.
Ooh. I'm glad you prepared us for that
As
one.
in you're apathetic about her?
Yeah, well, everybody is really,
Well,
aren't they?
She's a good hand.
I'm back on the Natalya train now because I watched her Bloodsport match over WrestleMania week.
And I got a mention on here.
Two different characters, though.
As Natty Neidhart, she was unbelievable.
Yeah.
She was shouting "F you" to her opponent and
She
stuff.
attacked a fan at the NWA show, I
Yeah,
think
she
it was.
did. And then
Yeah.
it showed that it was a spot and there was a...
Yeah,
No,
but
it was a real
still,
fan.
Can't she be more? Can't they let her be this on screen?
She let Natty punch fans? Oh, more.
No, just being.
Green shirt guy.
She was almost like
Every week.
she was almost like Wrestling Machine Kurt Angle levels of intense in Bloodsport, and I was like, oh, let her be like that. You know? Yeah.
But I'm all right with her being on Raw because you know she's not going to win, but you know we're going to get a good performance out of her. Knows what she's doing, and we do need people on the roster for that because they just got rid of loads of them.
Yeah.
Perez getting a video summary of what she's been up to is a good sign, but Perez's mini Frankensteiner can do one though. Pop Rocks off the top was nice. Crowd chanted weekly for tables. What's wrong with you people? Logan Paul was right about every single one of you. Match got hot in terms of crowd when Lyra showed up to protect Becky, but to push Roxanne Perez makes sense.
Yeah.
Good.
Nice,
People getting protected.
Nice double line salt from Roxanne as well. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She's disgustingly young and good for how young she is, but she is experienced and young. She just started when she was like.
You call her young again.
It just annoys me. It just annoys me.
But the great thing is, Jack, by the time she's our age, she'll be injured and over the hill.
Okay, great. Yeah, good.
And we'll be dead.
Like Lamine Yamal, he's 18 or 17, 18, something like that. By the time he's 24, Michael Owen written all over him.
This is the best footballer in the world at the minute, Matt. Arguably.
Well, Jacob Murphy's just as good.
Aye.
12 assists each this season.
Ooh.
I think Jacob's got one more goal.
All right,
stats.
fair enough.
Those are rookie numbers. Sami Zayn comes to see Jey Uso in the
Jacob
locker
got
room.
12 assists.
He's got 20 goal involvements this season.
Oh.
20.
You
My guy.
got him tattooed on you.
Yeah,
I thought ironically, but no.
It most definitely was, ironically.
You gave
But
him the
now,
power to
yeah.
succeed.
What's going on?
Now I'm just a simp.
Only the good guys get on you. It's him and Feathers McGraw. Jay doesn't need to worry about Seth and Co. on Saturday. If they try to play the numbers game, Sammy has it under control.
Okay, thanks, Sammy.
Cheers, Sammy.
Cheers, Sam.
Was that to make Punk's like entrance music a bit more of a pop because we didn't show him yet saying that?
I think that was just exactly. In the GM's office, Adam Pearce grants Tozawa a match against Rusev next week. If he's certain about it, Tozawa says yes. Chad Gable turns up to mock Tozawa, who gets in his face until he's pushed away by Maxime Dupree.
I'll tell you what, Joel, if you ever want to stop eating barbecue crisps, just before this segment you
don't.
spoke about there, but if you ever find yourself eating one too many barbecue crisps, just try and watch that main event of Raw, I think it was, between Cena and Michael Cole. Because that will put you off barbecue crisps.
Oh,
they showed highlights of it here. Have you ever seen it, Joel?
No, I don't think so.
Picture the scene. Close your eyes, Joel.
Right.
Michael Cole gets stripped down to his boxers by John Cena and has barbecue sauce slathered all over his naked torso and like grey boxered groin, and it just sort of leaks in areas. And then John Cena gives him an AA, so it ends up on John. It'll put you off barbecue crisps.
I don't want to be put off
It was
barbecue crisps.
the most Vince McMahon produced match ever.
It does sound
blatantly.
like it, yeah.
It also wasn't it like after Cole's heel peak, and Cena just looked like a dick because he got to choose his opponent.
Right.
And he was like, "I'm going to bully Michael Cole."
Yeah, that was 2012, that match. Cole's thing was 2011.
Yeah, Cena just did it in character.
They didn't
Cena
have
was just
anything booked for
being-
that Raw, and they went, let's just have Cole
You
versus
could argue
Cena.
Cole did the crime And at the time, we did whatever. Yeah,
Like
Michael
Fred West
Jackson.
later
West.
on, the punishment. Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Did
ref.
this?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I get you now.
Did the crime time.
I was going to say that match
Crime-
was not as bad as Fred West.
no.
Yeah.
Well, no. There was more to the segment, sorry.
There was. Chad and Ivy Nile want to be in the Money in the Bank qualifying matches. The New Day interrupt and want to talk strategy with American Made. They have a three-way title defense against the Creeds and the Viking Raiders and want to work together to make sure the Vikings don't win. Pierce kicks them out of his office because they're annoying.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff happening.
We've mentioned in previous weeks already, the positioning of the Creeds in this division is very strange. They should be killers, and they're instead the New Day are looking at them as like how pretty deadly were looked at by DIY.
Yeah.
It's weird.
The blow was softened somewhat because earlier in the night we see New Day trying to talk to Grayson Waller in the background of another segment.
Okay.
So I guess they're just going to work their way around the younger tag teams. The more impressionable minds, you should say. What segment was it? There you go, that one there, where Logan is speaking to Seth Rollins.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I guess that's what they're doing. Trying to get the young whippersnappers on their side.
Good strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works.
It'll bite them on the arse, though. But I can't wait for Rusev to do things.
Likewise.
Him and Sheamus' eventual match, because I think Sheamus... Is this the one where Sheamus is involved as well in the segment? Or is that later on?
Yeah, Sheamus takes on Grayson Waller
Yeah.
right after this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, before that, though, I forgot, like, when Pat's talking about the thing with that, the Cole versus Cena match, Cole says, yes, that match is almost embarrassing as Heidenreich. Was not anticipating Heidenreich getting the mention.
As in his
The
segment
Apollo
with
2025.
Heidenreich.
Just said Heidenreich, it did not elaborate, which is for the best.
Where he gets pushed up against the wall, biatch. That's a Michael Scott reference there, not just a turn of phrase.
I think you
So we're
clarifying.
just getting
Prison
sassy.
Mike, yeah.
Is that why people, bless you, is that where, I know that that's not literally where Prison Dom came from, it's because he claimed he was, was that where the wording Prison Dom came
Yeah,
from? Right.
and Prison Mike has a purple bandana
Oh,
on
it's even purple.
to display. He went to the Clink and ate gruel sandwiches.
Okay. I should probably watch it. I've heard it's good, you know.
He never got caught
Oh, it is.
either.
Ah.
Yeah, but how did he end up in
He never got caught.
Sheamus takes on Grayson Waller. Grayson tries to walk out the match, but Austin Theory stops him. Sheamus wins, and Theory doesn't seem too sad about it.
The opposite of last week's storyline, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The other tag team partners screwed over the other one this time.
Oh dear, oh dear.
They have been arguing for so long now.
3 years.
Before, not just before this podcast started, before Cultaholic started.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's.
I think I was still at uni when Grayson Waller and Theory first started arguing.
I
on
think
NXT.
Fred West had nothing but begonias in his garden.
He's brought Fred back.
Sorry. Got nothing to talk about, bring up Fred West.
The most shocking thing, though, was genuine Austin Theory chants inside this arena while this was
I
going
swear
on.
it must have just been to annoy Grayson Waller.
I've got
it
a,
had to have been.
I've got a theory. He's famously from Atlanta.
Oh, was that where they were?
No, they were in South Carolina, but it's the next state up. So maybe he's popping down there. I don't know.
Damn it.
I don't know though. I don't know.
I mean, on one
'Cause
hand, I'm
even though
happy.
that distance in America though, that's like a
Yeah,
3-day
right.
journey or whatever. Yeah. I don't know.
On one hand, I'm glad that the crowd are having a good time. On the bad hand, I don't want backstage to go, oh, Theory, we should push him again. I'm like, no, push him out the door.
Or as a heel. He could do it as a heel. He can.
Although,
We've
do you
seen
remember
it.
when we were all like, oh, Cena gave him nout in their match? I'm starting to reassess that and think maybe just Cena had nothing to give anymore, and he just.
6 and 2 threes.
All right, fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Solo's match wasn't exactly amazing either. So
No, I enjoyed that one.
Did you?
Solo Cena. Yeah. I remember being higher on it than most people were though.
I remember the thing about. I think that was the one that was me and Pacitti did that one. It was just like, what do you think of Saudi Arabia show, Maffew? I'm like, I hate this. I hate the sports watch, all this. And Pacitti was just like, heard me run for like 2 minutes. And he was just like, all right, well, I thought the show was good. really, really good comic timing.
Wallace
how long are
performance
these?
here was good. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, you go ahead, you better.
No, just because he was like a boxer at the start. Dive, duck, dip, dive, and dodge, dip, 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 weave, and all that malarkey. But then, obviously, Big Shamo just batters him. A shoot fashion at one point with the slaps in the corner. I don't know what Waller had done to sort of slightly maybe piss off Sheamus during the match, but
There was
they
a
looked
weird
a bit...
snapmare sort of reversal at one point as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was mostly a snapmare. I'm going to grab you by your neck and,
And
throw
just
you.
do that, yeah.
Oh, is that what like he was going for the white noise on the apron?
No, before I think.
Before.
Oh, that was also brutal as well.
Yeah,
Like, Christ.
that seemed like it went a bit wrong. It looked like Waller pinged off the rope and wasn't meant to or something.
I think I'm going to casually bounce you face first off the top rope. But
Yeah. Oh, this match had it all.
Yeah, I liked. Although we've all said like, oh, you know, it was weird and we're worried that Theory's getting a push and all that sort of stuff. But it worked though. I thought he was good on the outside in his role, going like,
Yeah, it was an effective match. I mean, it's again these one-sided matches on Raw. I guess because it's 3 hours, have to go on for bloody ages. I mean, Waller didn't even get an entrance, and they still went like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But you know what? He got beat up as well, though. So
And he was good at getting beaten up.
he was.
Just wish it would go war-tish soon, you know? We've been and ahhing for years at this point between these two, to the point where I care very little about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's a one on NXT at the minute. It's Fallon and JC starting to argue.
Very
and,
confused.
and they're acting as though they're the only two. Like, commentators are like, well, when will these two get along? I'm like, it's on every show.
Yeah, every
We
brand has to have
need
this.
one more, yeah.
We've just got out of 2 years of Fraxion doing
Did.
it.
When they started teaming up, this feud was supposed to be starting, it was the Czech Republic. they call it. I messed it up. It's the Czech Republic now. It's Czech Republic.
It was actually called the Czech Republic.
Czechoslovakia, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Czechoslovakia.
Yeah. Well done, Maffew. You had a good joke and you dropped it. Seth Rollins interrupts a Gunther interview. He credits Gunther, the ring general, for having a good reign with Seth's world title. Gunther says Seth is short-sighted for a visionary. He does wear glasses. How mate? Because only one of them represents the future of the title, and it's not Rollins. Seth says if Gunther becomes champion again, he'll be making himself a target. Gunther can't wait.
I like that. Gunther looked cool here. You'll have a target on your back. Good. I love fighting. Yes.
Yeah, I like the line about the short-sightedness of a visionary. What a juxtaposition to have.
Vision airy.
Vision Noe.
By the way, have you got advert on YouTube where it's Elton John's advertising glasses? And you're like, oh, okay. And he goes, yeah, but don't worry, they're not as crazy as the ones I usually wear. I'm like, well, why are you the one that got to do this then? I'm famous for wearing daft glasses. Crap. Zoe Stark suffers a scary injury in a Money in the Bank qualifier with Rhea Ripley and Kairi Sane. It's entered into a singles match, and Rhea gets a win after Riptide on Kairi. Yeah, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, horrible look for Zoe Stark with the injury. I think it was the same knee that she had issues with a little while ago.
They
Kept out for a while as
that,
well.
yeah.
It's just rotten luck, isn't it? Because she's no doubt done that move this year alone probably 100 times.
Yeah.
And this is the one time.
Yeah,
it's
and you
gone
heard her
wrong.
like yell, like, come here. Well, get in position, and she went for something. I guess weren't in position, and try to overexert or something. And oof.
It's weird. It's always the ones where I always remember when Pac injured himself, but on just a really normal
baseball slide.
Yes,
Yeah.
and he
Going through the
Jericho's
ropes.
Did his-
legs.
That was it. And then they had the one that Pac recently had as well. It was just a very basic thing in the corner.
obviously the injuries are horrible, however they happen. But when it's a big, scary moment or whatever, you think, oh, I can stay out of that. But it reminds you, like, oh god, things can go wrong at any point. Like, it's-
Dynamite Kid, when he put his back out, when he was jumping over someone.
Oh, really?
They went on the mat, jumped over it, said mid-air, it's like, oh, me back.
Oh god. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I'm assuming she'll be out for a while.
And
But
God bless everyone was like, all right, everyone stay in character, but they showed like they obviously cut away from her. You could hear her screaming, and Rhea's like, that look in her face, like, oh, I know I'm on camera right now, but oh god, I hope my friend's okay.
Yeah.
My colleague and everything. So.
I think I read that Zoe was originally meant to be the one to take the pinfall because they made quite a big deal about Kyrie's back and all that, but then she was the one who lost. It didn't quite make sense, but what else could you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame as well because she was looking good in there doing all the unique stuff that she can only really do, which
Yeah.
is what they need to do more to get someone like her over, so to speak. Because she's not great with a promo, but as a wrestler, there's few better than her.
And she's
Just
got
simply
people
belted
around her to
Yeah.
do the promos for her, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, she used to.
Well, yeah.
R.I.P. the PFC.
Of course, Dakota's gone.
No, it's
Wait.
Shayna
Shayna's gone. Sorry, I meant Shayna.
and Sonya Deville.
Yes. Sonya.
But interestingly, Kairi Sane had nothing about her damage control thingy about her. It wasn't saying like representing damage control in her entrance. No reference to it. So it looks like that's just obviously Dakota Kai's gone, but like just quietly disbanded.
That Triple H hates teams. He hates teams, but he loves a faction. But he hates teams.
Because he remembers all the times him and Shawn Michaels got together then split up. I guess.
Yeah.
That's what partners do. We get a Rusev vignette. He admires Tozawa's courage and loyalty, but Rusev was only trying to fix him, just like he fixed himself. Rusev was born in a tempest. He is the son of thunder. Tozawa listened to the fans, so now he's going to get beaten senseless. These are just Kiss lyrics.
Born in there.
I was thinking it was like he's getting a case of the carrying crosses in the sense that carrying cross had very wishy-washy promos that didn't mean too much. They're all a bit like, ooh, mysterious boy.
I want to get close to you.
Exactly like that.
No, sorry.
Oh, wait, you're faking us crazy. Oh.
What a great film that's going to be. But he calls him a grateful little man. He just hates baby faces. I think that's what Rusev hates.
Yes, because they listen to the crowd, and that shows that they've got an ego, and they should all be brothers. together, brother.
Brother.
I messaged Maffew this week saying, that's a very wholesome photo with your brother. And then you just put, thank you.
What?
I can top that this week.
Wait. What was wrong with that?
I gave him
Heartless.
I gave Maffew a compliment. Maffew, thank you for the compliment.
We've
What
recently-
a bastard.
No, it doesn't matter.
I can top it.
No, what was I supposed to do?
I got heck yeahed by Maffew this week.
Heck yeah.
I gave you a little.
Dude, you were weird. Like, go on.
A little review of Tom Segura's new Netflix show because we speak about Too Lazy to
We
Try.
do, yes.
Laughing at Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer.
Yes,
and
star
all
of
those
Monday Night
people.
Raw himself, Bert Kreischer.
So I was like, Maffew, I gave him, it's worth a watch. Heck yeah, that's all he gave me.
Oh.
I was expecting, oh really, Ross? Where can you? That doesn't matter.
Wait, you told me
I don't know
Netflix.
how conversations work. It turns out.
It's honestly... It was,
Oh, I was like,
It's only
thank you
'cause
very
we-
much.
It's only because we know that hell yeah or heck yeah is you're like, I'm not interested, but I'll just.
Yeah,
reply.
yeah,
How have you got that?
You've said it on the podcast before.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Matthew agrees with something. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah is not a thing to do. No.
But I've also heard you say...
The hell yeah is not the
But I've
thumbs
also-
up to me dad sending me a random picture of Lemmy or whatever he does.
I've heard that it...
Love you, dad, but I'll wear.
I've heard you... That's nice. Look how cool Lemmy looks here.
Yeah, that's how he sends me. Look, it's Lemmy with a guitar and a cigarette in his mouth. Like, yeah, that's Lemmy, all right.
And then you go, hell yeah.
Yeah, thanks, thumbs up, mate. Cheers. And you always like the
Just on the-
response I give to him.
Just
so.
on the picture one, I've obviously been a bit quirky there with my message because I've got a lovely photo of you with your brother there. Brother? It's not the best joke ever, but I'm just being a little bit... There's an atmosphere that I've set there, isn't there? Like, oh,
An atmosphere.
In the conversation, there's tone. I'm like, oh, is Jackson in a little silly mood? Thank you, full stop.
I appreciate the compliment.
Thank you. Leave me alone.
No, Jack,
Sometimes I think that's how you speak with brothers at the end of sentences. Because you hang around these dirty wrestlers so often. you know.
Yeah.
She replied, "My brother's pure fit, like I agree." Haha.
Oh,
What?
I just said wholesome brother photo, brother. It's a wholesome brother photo. I've never seen your brother before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, mint. If he loved wrestling, he'd be king of this.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they'd have to cut him out swearing every 3 seconds. But if you get away with that, it'd be all right. But yeah. No, thank you very much for your Tom Segura Netflix recommendations. And thank you very much for your compliment. Half a compliment, half a joke. I appreciate the compliment. I didn't get the joke really until now.
Oh, leave me alone. You can't leave me alone.
I can't win. Are you people at home listening? Some of you may have switched this off to do the dishes or whatever. But thank
me.
you very much, Jack.
That's all right, man.
And thank you again, Ross.
That's an easy joke to get, though. He's a whole
I can't even say
I guess I didn't get your weird joke about brothers or whatever, but all right. You little weirdo. You've not even worn your sailor suit today, you little freak. Sorry, we should talk about the wrestling, sorry.
Nah. Oh, God.
Oh, this has been like a technical triple threat. This has been
This
all
is
over
great,
the place.
this. Finn Balor brings Roxanne Perez in the JD's Clubhouse.
we are.
Yes.
I've put here, hell yeah, main event already. And that is not Dad's thumbs up main event already. It's genuine excitement, thumbs up, hell yeah. The rest of the group are not happy. Finn thinks they could use Roxanne's help. Dom wants to wait until Liv Morgan is back. Roxanne has brought Dom some lovely chicken nuggies. Crowd pops.
I've
Good
remembered,
use of the word
wait,
nuggie.
Before
Did it all for the
I wrote
nuggies.
something weird here, and I said I just want to hear Maffew say it, but it reflects badly on me. I'm scared now. What I've said.
She is a naughty, naughty lady. She also gives Carlito an apple in a gift bag. Raquel tells her to get out because she doesn't have any presents. Roxanne leaves, and Finn is happy at the trouble he's caused.
The she is a naughty, naughty lady thing, I'd like to take that back. That was an awful thing to write. But the rest of this segment I thought was superb. Really funny developments. Dom needs to be stopped.
Dom needs to be stopped.
He's not even
Balor
trying,
needs to be
is he?
You can't
stopped.
keep getting away with this.
With what? No.
The
Balor.
ladies.
Balor's the person who's doing stuff.
But Dom can't be that naive. He can't be that naive.
He's not naive. You don't need to be naive when you got that swag.
But I cannot wait for the tables to be turned on Liv, who, as we know, is a home wrecker. What? You don't think this is where this is going?
Yeah. I'm just. I thought you were going to say something else there.
No. A home wrecker.
A Jim Duggan, some might say.
Oh, no.
Thank you. There you go with that.
Who, as we know, is a home wrecker. And I just can't wait for her response when she gets back from Japan. It's going to
Yeah.
be fantastic.
Which is soon, apparently, according to the dirty sheets.
Well, Dom better
Good.
be careful, right?
But I think Roxanne
Comment.
slipped up a little bit. Because
Go
I
on.
brought this discussion to Tom, and Tom was pulled around in the end. She's brought him nuggies when we know Dom is a very well-established chicken tendy slut. And I think the difference between a nug and a tendy is so vast.
Yes.
That shows that Roxanne's heart is not really in. If she is trying to sort of like get into Dom's good books and maybe into his trousers at one point, that wasn't a very good start in my opinion.
Raquel slagged off the Nuggets on Twitter. She said like freezer food trash or something like that.
She called her a hoe, didn't she?
I didn't. Don't gesture at me. Like you, Jack. She called her. Really good stuff. And it's worked on him, though, for now, because he was spellbound once the Nuggets came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they did look like disappointing Nuggets.
But they're free.
Legitimately.
They've got different ethics
that
here.
is
I mean,
the
like,
argument.
yeah, these aren't the ones I'm used to. But
Yeah.
I'll eat them.
Yeah.
But if I was trying to wed you, Maffew, and I knew
Go
you
on.
liked his tendy, I'd bring you a tendy. I wouldn't bring you a nugget.
I mean, I would appreciate that the detail you were giving me there is nice. It's so great, these bits. These are the best bits of Raw by far. Balor realizing he needs someone not useless to help him out, like Morgan does with Dom. So she bought chicken nuggies and an apple for Carlito. So
I
that's-
legitimately
the
laughed
apple
out
being
loud.
the apple being a thing there is like, wow, it's getting very biblical here, isn't it?
It's just
the snake,
I
the
just
literal snake.
I just loved how Carlito turns up every week with an apple. Apples aren't hard to come by. Neither are nuggets, but she presented them in a platter.
In
or
a
whatever.
bag.
But then
It's all
he
about the
gets a
presentation.
bag, pulls out a single apple, which he has every week.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, he's
Yeah.
buzzing about it.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I can't believe she knows the only thing I do on Raw.
She knows
A big book of racist jokes. Thank you. No presents for JD though.
No presents for JD.
Well, he's on Finn's side, isn't he? Well,
we don't know.
That's
We
it.
don't know.
He's.
well, yeah, because Roxanne at this moment is on Finn's side because Finn's brought her in. But is she seeing that she's going to be on the other side of the family split when it eventually happens?
There's so many There's so many things
This is everything I wanted.
that
from-
I
is
can't
everything,
touch. I'm torn.
everything I wanted from like Emmerdale. Back in the day.
Yes.
Great. If Shadrach Dingle shows up, I'll be even happier next week.
Yes.
Wow, what a name!
What a throwback.
I looked like he smelled, didn't he, Shadrach?
Yeah, his gimmick was he was smelly.
Lovely dog though. He had an Irish wolfhound, I think.
Yeah, I probably smelled better than him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, got to hang out with a bulldog this weekend.
Oh.
My mate's wedding. Bloody Jesus. Birth. I'm so used to saying that expression. That's how I auto-corrected. My mate's birthday.
Life in your 30s, isn't
So
it?
really. And they said, yeah, I can come around. I got to see the dog. And it's been so long since I've had a play with a dog and do fetch and catch. They did the thing that
We're
dogs
adult
do.
men. We're grown adults, Matthew.
Yeah, but I haven't done this in ages. I forgot.
And you know when you play
Yeah,
fetch
and I'm like,
catch.
for the people at home that don't know what a dog is, people in the Forest of Dean,
Did you get a picture of a dog?
explain to the audience at home what a dog
While
is.
you're there, I forgot what popcorn looks like, so could you remind us again?
A dog eating popcorn. If you get that, that'd be perfect.
Sorry.
But I did
keep
the
going.
thing where, oh, you want me to throw the ball? Fantastic. Can you give me the ball that's in your mouth? No, but throw the ball.
Oh, you've got
It's
it.
been so many years since I've done that with a dog. It was
They're
great.
just
and that
having a
dog
laugh,
was
though,
fun
aren't they, when they're not
fight.
giving you the ball back? They just want a bit of,
I've
as
only
Joe
done
would
that-
say, a
right.
bit of rough and tumble.
You are exactly right. But yeah, got a hell of a workout playing with that. But I've only ever done that before and with much smaller dogs. So now it's a big dog, and I'm like, oh, I have to actually properly wrestle you to get this out.
Oh, it's nothing better than wrestling a dog.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was hanging out with the dog, but it was hypoallergenic, so I was all right. And the dog, I was sat on the sofa, the dog went behind me. I was like, what does he want? Apparently he wanted to be my scarf, like lie around.
Oh.
I know, isn't that lovely?
Cats don't give you that now, do they?
I guess not.
Cat's doing that, they're going to do their business on you.
Oh, yeah. But he just wanted to be my scarf. Lovely lad.
Now I wanna be your scarf.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
He's funny to look at these days, isn't he?
Iggy
The
Pop.
fact he's still alive
Old
is
Iggy Pop.
like, bloody hell.
His body's at a right angle. I mean, I shouldn't be laughing. He's an old man.
He's built like an Allen key.
His like pelvis is like.
Bloody
he is
hell.
impressive pelvis Wesley in many respects.
Yes.
You know, the Curse of the Podcast is going to kill Iggy Pop. I'm going to hate this.
no,
Hate us forever for
no.
doing
Well, you
it.
made it happen now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to Google him while you do that.
Again, this is the bit that's going to get clipped when it gets announced.
Throw them up for Iggy Pop.
There you go.
Imagine.
Jey Uso takes... He'll outlive us, it's all right. Jey Uso takes on Braun Breaker in the main event. Paul Heyman interferes not once, but twice. Oh, my. Jey chases him around the ring, but Seth Rollins ambushes Jey for the DQ. The heels beat Jey down, but Sami Zayn arrives to even the odds, followed by delay. CM Punk, mega pop.
What a pop.
Sami and Punk brawl with the heels in the crowd. Back in the ring, Jey is sucker punched by Logan Paul. The big get.
The last headline about Iggy Pop was from a British GQ interview, and he said this quote. This is how he stays creative in his 70s. Peace is a dream for me. Chaos is a reality.
Grow up.
Have a cup of tea, Iggy.
Hey, that were deep.
You've had your turn. Now sit down. The main thing for me from this match was how dangerous a game Seth Rollins was playing. Going commando in such tight jeans.
Oh,
my
he turned up dressed like Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
And then he nearly
His
fell
arse was out.
His
Yeah.
little arse come out, yeah.
Builder's bum joins the stable.
Going commando in there. I thought that was very dangerous. I like the performance of Jay because he kept on the momentum from WrestleMania. I'm turning to Sam Roberts now. Because he kept the confidence. He built the confidence against Gunther and now against another big strapping lad in Bron Breakker. He was taking the fight to that doggy straight away. Whereas in the past he might not have.
Yep, good point. You all right?
When Owen left, did he set the recording away before you all walked in?
Well,
Yeah.
I did it.
Straight away.
I did it
God, I was
before
on
you
it.
before
I
you
did
came
it.
into the room. I was recording.
I was the one.
Early on.
It was recording for like 10 minutes before we like.
Well, please cut out any private conversations we had.
Oh, I'm not going to include it.
Tell Jack it was
So
me.
I got it
I
all on
want him to
camera.
know it was me that recorded it.
I did it.
That was so great. I was so serious about my joke.
Do
it, Sailor Joel.
Yeah, the idea was we would burst, like the podcast starts this week with us bursting through the door.
I see.
You going, what?
I'm sorry if it was. I'm sorry if it was a bit less than that, but the effect was there.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
You did well, Joel. He didn't notice.
Well done, Joel.
Yeah, thanks.
You've earned your 40
Yeah, I was worried
pieces
you-
of silver.
I was worried you'd notice the red light on and go, hang on, what's going on here?
Wow. I'll never trust again.
That was a bit because I thought you were going to say, "Oh, well, I switched off the recording because I noticed that you'd left it." I'm like, wait, what?
No.
I have to redo everything. I would have cried.
I'm just worried about what we were talking about. Could be anything. But I mean,
Patreon.com/. Red lights does indeed spell danger.
I'll watch you.
But yeah, lovely show here, just because of how hot the crowd was. So I'm very happy when the crowd are that hot.
Oh, yeah. Proper
Was
ding dong.
a good roll.
I've written down in my notes between two gum buddies, but that's not what I mean. I mean gym buddies. The gym buddies are Jay and Bron.
Are they?
Apparently Bron's just a big goof. So Ellen Knight saying that he wouldn't like Bron wouldn't like that being public knowledge.
Oh,
Apparently it's just
so
a big
that's why he
goof.
said it in an interview.
Yeah.
What's he like?
I saw that. Oh, you maybe you told me about it, or maybe we'd both seen it, where Bron's talking. Oh, you're right.
Just got splashed in the face.
Oh, that
Just
can
a
happen.
thin
Yeah.
nozzle.
Where Bron is talking to the New Day, but he's quite shy. He's like, "I've got a games console. If you want me to bring it on the road." And the New Day are like, "Yeah, obviously do that." And he's like, "Can I bring my games?" And they're like, "Yes, please bring your games." He's just really cute in it. He's a really sweet boy. He's like, "Can I bring my games and play with you?" And they're like, "Yes, we will be your friend. You've got games. It's class." Because you know what the New Day are like. If you've got games, that's currency to them.
You're right. In terms of gaming, it's like, oh my god, it's the New Day. It's like going to,
Yeah, maybe that's
Brock
why he was a
Lesnar or
bit-
something. If he was a gamer, it's like, oh hello.
Maybe that's why he was a bit shy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just
glad-
started playing this. Can you not like gang up on me, please?
Yeah.
I'm glad Bron's like that though, because backstage back in the day, I used to be like that with the wrestlers. Do you just think they're more like manly than
sorry.
you? Did you ever get through that?
Did I ever get over it?
No, yeah, I'll get through
No,
that. Yeah.
I just, I don't know. The promoter once said to me, he was like, "It's, you know what? It's a surprise that you're not like awkward and starstruck around the wrestlers." And I took that, but it was a bit of a criticism. It's a surprise that you're not, but you're not. I was like, "Thank you."
I know what you mean. Sometimes
take
give you a
it.
compliment, you're like, oh, cheers. Wow, you're good at being a man.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay,
he
yeah.
definitely said it's specifically you I was worried about, but you're not. I was like, all right, fair. Oh, we'll take that.
Right. There was one wrestler that tried to intimidate themselves around me, and I just go, what are you doing? I fancy you.
Oh,
Completely disarm them. I'm like,
tell us off air.
I will.
Or on if you want.
No, it's not.
What
It's
is
not.
that name rhyme
God.
Give us a clue.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
If
no.
that's a good idea.
The only going closer, like, yeah, it's him or whatever. But he goes like, what are you
It was
doing?
Carmelo Hayes. Oh,
Just had a little chat with Owen there in the break.
Oh, your friend Owen.
I would say I used to live with him. Obviously, probably one of my closest friends in the office. And you saw it. He just gaslit me to my face.
Why? What did he
So
do?
great.
I was like, I can't believe you betraying me like that about the sailor thing. And he was like, what have I done?
Yeah.
I was roped in last minute.
And then he said, I did want to ask you about your
The football.
thoughts on the match.
He distracted me by asking me about the football.
Oh, he did want to ask you though.
This is why me and Ross are deeply suspicious of the editors down here. Because they all band together like little slugs.
I'm sure he was interested in talking about that.
This is awful.
He wants to talk about it.
I'm so glad I'm not in a relationship with any of you because I wouldn't know what was going on.
It was great though seeing firsthand Owen lying to someone like that and nothing changing about him.
It was scary,
It's
wasn't
like,
it?
wow, you must be amazing to play poker
It
with.
must be like that
Psychopath.
series you watched.
Oh, Joe Goldberg.
Yes.
Joe Owenberg. Owen Joeberg.
Any others?
Gold Joeberg.
Thank you very much.
Oh.
Gold Owen.
Jim, go. NXT. Ricky Saints joins the announce team for the opening match, a triple threat between Javon Evans, Ashante the Adonis, and Sean Legacy. I'm glad that they point out that Ricky Saints was on commentary because we could barely hear him over Booker T. Ashante kisses a woman in a very dodgy way during the entrance, but he's really fit, so it's okay.
I don't know why I thought
It was a
that.
dodgy way.
Well,
Of course it was in a dodgy way.
She was expecting one on the cheek, Maffew.
Yeah.
And then he went in and then the lips met.
Yeah.
She did not consent, this lady.
And they made sure that the camera stayed on her so she could go, oh. So there was no.
But
it
at least Ashante knows exactly who he is. And this is the thing I made note of during the entrances. Because Sean Legacy comes out. He needs to find himself. The theme, the multiple poses in the ring, it's all too forced. He doesn't know who he is. Great wrestler. But I want to know that one line. Who is Sean Legacy? Because so far it's bland wrestler who's really good.
We'll get there.
Wow, a bland
Whereas
wrestler.
Ashante comes out dressed in a mink robe, kisses a lady against her will. We know exactly who he is. He's got the history with Nikita Lyons, obviously. Carmen Petrovich. Yes.
She had the veve-voom.
Famous French lady, Carmen
He
Petrovich.
should be called Enchanté the Adonis.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, take a boo. Ethan Page attacks Ricky on commentary. They brawl until security breaks them up, and Javon dives on everybody. Back in the ring, Legacy gets the win over Ashante. The brawl continues at ringside. Bloody hell.
And that brawl was, to me, quite a tame brawl in wrestling. We've seen much worse. Ava has never seen anything like this in her life. She can't believe how bad this brawl was.
And Javon's an idiot. Why would he do a big toe pick on hello to these boys doing the brawl in the middle of the match?
He's just bouncy.
He's
He
just
can't help
bouncy.
himself.
Always going to be bouncing.
He just wants
if
to
he's
bounce.
in the ring or on Twitter, he's got to be bouncing.
Oh.
But off the back of that entrance from Ashante, my goodness me, did he get his comeuppance in the early goings of this match, which makes the kiss, in wrestling sense, absolutely fine.
Yes.
Because he got thrown around and bitch slapped everywhere for a period of time. But there's too much to write down about this match for us to just go through it because it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
For a weekly NXT show inside the shed, we were eating good, weren't we? Weren't we, guys?
Yum, yum, pig's bum.
Aye, yum, yum, pig's bum.
That's that old.
Don't know what I used to say. I don't know where it comes from.
Yum, pig's bum. We're so northern.
Pig's bum?
Yeah.
Well, they've left all the good bits of the pig down in that London. We only get the bum. But we'll still have it, though. We're great for
Ooh,
foreigners.
more
man.
pork rind. The best,
yum,
most
yum.
flavoursome bit of the pork.
My favourite lyric in I'm Coming Home Newcastle is you can keep your London wine. Wine's only in London.
Ooh, what? Yeah, really.
Why?
Wow. How northern can you get? It's music that Ricky Starks, I've already done that bit. Bug was so hyped and caffeinated, the commentators had to prod him to shut up. Graves says, he's like my toddler. Let Booker punch himself out and he'll sleep for 30 minutes. Which sounds great. And then Booker says a point and, sound like Scatman. And then just at the end, he goes, that was good coffee.
Have you seen the video of Rollins getting beaten up by his daughter?
What?
It's really funny. It's adorable. Becky's filming. And she's like, oh, get him. And she goes up and she starts to like...
How old's the daughter? Like 20?
No. It's Rue. It's their baby.
I bet it's rude.
No. And she hits him once and he's selling. He's going, ah. And then apparently if you're a parent, you know exactly how this feels. She kicks him and gets him right on the shin. And you hear his selling voice change. He goes, ah, oh. And he starts to, and Becky's laughing behind the camera. She's landed one on him.
Oh, bless.
She shot on her dad.
Sounds like Seth needs some help in that household, man.
They're teaming up on him.
Mr. Nanny, get round there.
Yeah, it's so good. You're getting beat up by your daughter, and then the wife is like, yeah, hit him harder.
Yeah. And just like how Corey and Booker teamed up on Vic later on, I've mentioned it when it comes up. Oh my God.
Jesus, that got weird. Yeah. Anyway, crowd really, really bloody liked the high flying and flips. Fight forever chants, and NXT God, they were all over this.
That's
weren't
where we first heard. That's why I first heard the Fight Forever chant.
Yeah,
Was Zayn Nakamura. Yeah,
they? Well, it was 150 years ago.
there was.
I feel like Sean Legacy has made it, and he only just got here in front of this crowd, which is very impressive for a dude who was, again, literally just got here.
Oh, excellent in the ring. It's just the entrance. It's just the theme and the mannerisms in the ring and the taunts. It's all a bit sloppy for me. Not sloppy. Just a bit like not
Forced.
Yeah, forced. There's no direction to it. There's no
Right.
purpose.
Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we'll learn more about him.
He
in the
needs
weeks
a
to come.
one-note gimmick that NXT have become famous for over the last 4 years.
He's a gardener as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Legacy. What could Legacy? Sean Legacy? Yeah, he's a farmer.
He's got legs.
He's a farmer.
Oh, that was
Okay.
A third generation farmer. He's Sean the sheep. Sheer Legacy.
Yes.
That would be his new name.
Yes.
Third generation farmer.
Yes.
He
Good.
comes to the ring with a sheep.
Okay, now we're talking.
Does that?
Giant Barbar!
Oh.
The sheep! Writes itself. I'll shut up now.
No, because the thing
Wow.
is, it's not even that far removed from what we saw in the 2.0 era.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to visualize that. Got very distracted. Ava, Robert Stone, and Stevie Turner watch the commotion from backstage. Stevie is pleased about Sean's win, but Ava tells the pair of them to sort out the brawl. The winners of LFG arrive. All the stars are here. Tyra May Steele and Jasper Troy. Ava congratulates them, and Tyra is excited. Jasper says he's going to make an impact, and it starts tonight. Yeah, that's the type of generic stuff we need on the show.
Tyra is a filthy mark, and Jasper is not.
Yes.
That's Jasper Troy to you, Maffew. Jasper Troy.
They've both. What they've done is
Jasper.
The friendly ghost.
Well,
Friendliest ghost of
I
them all.
reckon we probably all felt the same when Seth. You know,
Oh,
any name
Seth's
can work.
Cool. Like imagine him working
Seth?
the skateboard.
Seth?
Seth the skateboarder.
So many skater kids called Seth.
Yeah.
Maybe it reminds me of like a Coronation Street pension or something. Was there a Seth on Coronation Street?
Not to my knowledge.
Maybe Emmerdale or something.
Maybe. It's been a while.
Oh no, I had a point and it's gone. Sorry.
Bye point.
Bye point.
You're on about Jasper Troy's name.
Oh, what this segment reminded me, it's as if they're both creator wrestlers in the career mode, and one of them has chosen the babyface option, that's Tyra, and Jasper's gone heel option.
Yeah.
And it's just very binary like that.
Yeah, I mean, they've just started, so I mean, I
Yeah.
could criticize them too much.
He's got a lovely chain though, Jasper. You could tie up 2 bicycles with it.
Yes,
It's that big.
at least.
That is a big chain.
Big chain. They'll be heavy.
That's why they call him Big Chain Jasper Troy.
Big chain Jasper Troy.
2 bikes, Jasper Troy, yeah.
2 chains.
Like John Prescott.
Jasper Troy.
Seth Armstrong was a character in Emmerdale.
Was it Emmerdale? Thank you.
I didn't really F with the farm back in the day. I was more on the street.
Wait, Seth Armstrong, which was he? Wasn't the OAP, was he?
Fantastic mustache. Let me show you.
Yeah,
this
it's the guy with the hat. I knew it, yes.
Okay.
He died in real life, and so they had to do his
Whoa,
last bit.
him! He loved
that's
he
right,
loved
God.
a pint of bitter, this
That's
guy.
the one. That's the
Oh,
one.
God, he had this one more. I can't believe I'm remembering this, but he gets his PC for the first time, and he's just like...
Look at that second row, Joel. Go off
Yeah.
that big one. He's got a big rifle there. You were just on it there. That one.
Your farmer,
Get
I
off,
guess.
get off the property.
Yeah.
Yeah. That in NXT would be amazing. But yeah, they got his PC and he went, all right, press the button. The CD-ROM drive came out and he goes, oh, even the thing to put your tea in.
Yes.
It's like, yes. good lad.
Unbelievable. There he is with his pint of wine.
Yeah.
He loves a pint of bitter.
Hang on, he was 23 there.
First appearance, 1978 until 2004.
Wow.
Yep.
Well done, Seth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What a run.
And he died, and he'd done a little video before he obviously died, and just did it like, look, he sent this on his trip wherever he is on holiday. I love talking about Seth during the NXT thing, and it almost looks like it fits.
I
with what
thought
we're
his
talking about.
real life surname was a swear word there, but it's not. It's just my poor eyesight, even though I've got my glasses on. And such small text on the screen there.
Oh, okay.
Cunliffe.
Oh,
Thank you for saying it. We get a Jordan Grace vignette. She compares herself to Stephanie McHugh because they both sacrificed everything to get to WWE. They both think they're the best, and on Sunday, we'll all find out.
You're going to feel the power of Supergirl. The AI-generated song they had playing in the background of this song.
Oh,
this
wasn't it?
segment.
I'll need to go back and listen.
It was the most. It's just. I mean, obviously, people found out that Fatal Influences theme is actually. Oh God, Fatal Influences.
Oh, one more time and go.
Fatal Influences theme
Yeah.
is AI generated. The
Really?
lyrics of it, yeah, they're not even real.
Oh, so it's not just crap.
Yeah, it's AI.
But like the other songs and the
I'd
Reese
like
thing,
to
it's just
know,
crap for that reason.
Have we ever
right?
seen Death Rebel, or are they just a computer?
There's a picture of him getting in out of a taxi that I've seen. Just that
Okay.
obviously there's more than one man, but
Well, all of him, the keyboard and all.
Yeah, I'm suspect now.
I think there's 2 or 3 of them, but I've seen a picture of one of them. He looks like a middle-aged man.
One to do the login, one to put in the
There you
thing,
go, yeah.
one to
And a mouse.
the floppy disk.
DJ floppy disk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was great. Steph watches on backstage. Lola Vice says her money is on Steph. The champ leaves and Fatal Influence arrive to mock Lola for sucking up to her.
How didn't they see them? It was incredible. They were stood in front of them. Still a
Framing on these
surprise.
bits, man. honest. Lola says they're not really a team. They just get in each other's way. They deny this while bickering. JC suggests Fallon teach Lola a lesson. Vice is fine with that. All right.
I'm over the moon. We've got another storyline like this. I
know,
really am. Because Fallon did not get pinned, therefore JC's a loser. And JC's like, whoa, Fallon, I don't think you're a leader. Oh.
I think I'm most annoyed about it because it came out of nowhere. There was no build up to this tension between Fallon and JC. We also don't know where Jasmine is. I read a report that just said no one really knows what's happened.
Yeah, there was a weird thing. Like W says, nah, she's still there. Don't get
Okay.
rid of her. We know that you're asking because other people being gotten rid of.
Yeah.
And then people point out that one video that a boyfriend or whatever
Oh,
took.
yes.
And she's there laughing. Oh, I think they're at some theme park or at Disney or whatever.
What was he
and
doing again? It was
Oh,
bad.
he's just trying to be like, yo, look, listen to me. I'm being really funny and saying some stuff that if you were a WWE wrestler, you would have had any sense.
Yeah.
And media training, you wouldn't be.
Wrestling's fake, yeah.
If only that was the stuff he was saying.
I think it was. I can't remember what it was, but I think it was quite bad.
I've not
gonna-
seen the
I'm not
clip.
gonna
to
bring
be
it
honest.
up. Nah.
Okay.
But it turns out that she is the Sean Paul of the group because when she's not there, well, she's the glue is what I'm getting
She's
at.
like glue.
Oh, okay.
She don't care what people say. She don't really watch
I
what
got
them.
the right temperature.
Good, a great song.
The song, yeah.
Maybe
I almost did the accent. Did you see me stop myself there?
What's wrong with that? That's how he says his name.
bite the lemon.
Shawnee Paul.
John Paul.
Blue
I'm
Cantron.
coming too. I'll get coming too.
To our
Oh,
girls.
girls. Anyway,
The next bit's the... Oh, whatever.
Trick Willie makes his
minutes? No.
entrance
Oh.
and spits some bars about Joe Hendry, calling him a Teletubby with a blonde wig on.
That was great.
Yeah, it was fine.
What?
Yeah, it was,
And an average
Tinky,
Joe.
Joe Hendry's Tinky Wink.
Joe's, you know, he's.
What? How
yeah,
is he a
he's got-
Teletubby?
He's like a child's character, you know? Like, that's what I took from it.
Oh, okay. I actually meant physically. I mean,
No, he's...
because he's got like the weight,
No, he
weightlifting
just
physique
call
rather
and
than-
responds. Like he's for children. That's
Oh, you know what?
that's
I'll take it back then. That's actually, yeah, if that's what he was going. I didn't get the depth of that lyric. It's rather sad when you think
over your
about it.
heads, some of those bars, you know?
I put, is HBK helping write these raps too? Bloody hell.
I thought this song here was better than any theme Death Rebel have done in the last 7 years.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, maybe not Io Skies, but they can't have had a hand in this because this was actually quite, I thought it was quite good. There's a Hugh Hefner reference. in
No, Ross, it wasn't.
there. Hugh Hefner? Great stuff.
Ross, it wasn't.
Tricks
Joe.
the heel.
He
Mission
kept-
accomplished.
At one
Yeah.
point, he stumbled over his lines and that.
He was miming a bit, or the mic cut out, one of the two. I'll give you that. But apart from that, his dad bod's mentioned.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what I thought the Teletubby things
Yeah,
were.
if
so.
Henry's got a dad bod, what a normal. What are we? What's that?
I wouldn't be thinking about what he'd
Joe's
say
in
to us.
tremendous shape, Trick. Actually, I'm going to defend him.
Yeah. I appreciate Booker's a hype
Trick's
guy, though.
quaking his butt.
Trick's got you there, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him.
Booker.
As the Fat Man Scoop here.
Booker was trying to
fantastic.
help.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he was.
Well, he went, yeah, what? He made noises, which is Booker's best quality.
But Booker was on his feet the entire time, and there was a camera angle where it comes round to the hard cam side, and you see Corey and Vic just sat there. While Booker's like, yeah!
But I mean, what else can you do in that position? Not just like stare at him like that, going, yeah.
Don't put your hand there, though. Audio
yeah,
listener.
absolutely. You're like, oh,
They both sort of had one hand on their heads, just like, oh, what
All
we
I can
do our
think of
lives
is
here.
the Patrick Stewart gift. Just
Yeah.
a slow first ball.
Yeah, both of them should have been ordering their food at the exact time.
Booker was fantastic. We ain't backing down, he's shouting after Tricks. There's something about backing down. It's like football chants, let me tell you.
Booker, he's saving the show.
It is.
Best thing that happened in NXT was having Graves come by and do some of the lifted. So
Yeah.
Booker just gets to yell stuff and be great.
But it was a great performance. Ended with the pose as well, just for an extra slap in the face. And then Joe, the best bit was after the segment when we cut back to Joe, because he's like, right, the gloves are off. Bring, but he's angry with that
I mentioned
stroke.
it. I mentioned it
Yeah.
in the thing.
Henry chuckles backstage and strums his guitar charismatically.
I didn't know else I was to. He was like,
It's like a vengeful strum.
yeah.
It was like almost felt like awkward. Like first of all, the look at his face. You know, he shouldn't have been conveying like annoyance or like, call me average, I'll show you. He's like, Okay.
I think
I
legitimately.
don't think that was the right look he's supposed
I
to have.
think
And then
it-
he went like that. It's like, have I tuned this?
I think it was appropriate because of what he says later on in his promo. Because you just know that Henry's like, I'll be all right. Mine's going to be better than that. That's what
I mean, we all thought that, but obviously,
I don't know
like,
if we did, because the last time he did it on NXT, it was clear that he had,
Oh,
he had
actually,
no
yeah.
hand in writing what he was doing. I forget what the shoot was. That's how bad it
something
was.
about Gallus's hair. or
Yeah.
something, facial
Oh,
hair.
yeah.
It was the one that was clearly not written by Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
it was clearly like an American writing about a Scotsman with a Scotsman singing it.
Aye.
It was like, okay,
Oh,
what are we
you're
doing here?
ginger with beards. Woo.
Yeah, ooh, you have crazy accents and stuff like that. You're like, this is a bit odd. Yeah, so that was nice. Smelly Kelly Kincaid interviews Josh Briggs backstage. He misses Inamura.
What
and wants
is
to
this
send him a
about,
message. Things aren't as fun without him in NXT. He dedicates his upcoming win to Inamura, who is dead,
He just misses his friend
like
off.
Seth Armstrong and
What?
Everdell.
It was all amicable.
Of course, but he can still.
Well, was it amicable? He's like, no, my toes up.
Yeah, it's time to go. It's just the business.
But
Grow
he
up,
can,
JB.
he didn't know
he
that.
can miss him.
Not like this, though. This is a rootin' tootin' cowboy.
Well, I like
With
it.
a sensitive soul, I'll give you that.
I like it because obviously JB was a bit heartless when he broke up the team with Brooks Jensen, and now it's all come back to bite him.
Imagine if this ends up with JB joining.
No,
The
no,
culling.
no,
When it becomes the Carlito and the colour.
No, the Carlito's already there. That's BJ. BJ is the Carlito.
BJ's the Carlito, and he was the first one in the stable.
Oh,
That's
so
such
he's
a
the
shame.
chicken nuggies to this then, I guess.
Oh, that's a shame for him.
There's no comparison for whatever Nico is in terms of the Judgment Day, is there?
No, I guess not. No.
It's a lovely thing to say about him.
Big guy. Great guy. That just sound like bloody...
Yeah, you did so well. Briggs takes on Sean Spears and loses thanks to interference from the rest of the culling. The heels beat JB down until Hank and Tank make the save. Now, I'll say this though, Culling's entrance and their theme music is way too good for a team like this.
Yeah.
Then it's where they're all stood in a line.
Get to that theme music blaring out, sound like Carpenter Brute and just the lights and everything. I'm like, wow. And then the wrestlers come out, you go, oh.
Ooh.
Especially one of them, that shirt that doesn't match the rest. You're like,
When
all right.
when Hank and Tank made the save,
That's the Carlito. That's BJ.
when Hank and Tank made the save, I don't know why they haven't done this yet because it seems so obvious. Their theme needs to start with honk honk. Because everyone was like, who's there? Oh, yay.
Yeah.
We honk honk. The crowd would be, oh.
Not in that cadence, though. A honk honk.
No, no.
That's not like a country
Not like-
star.
I thought I was-
When you give her the old honk
I think I was
honk.
doing it like if Razor
know
Ramon
you're
was in
good
the
at
fucking
it.
time. Honk, honk. You want a war?
Honk
Oh,
honk.
better than that.
The match was all right, though. It had a couple of highlights, like when Big JB caught Big Spears coming down from the ring on the floor. That was impressive because Spears is deceptively big, I imagine.
Yes.
He's a big, chunky boy. I enjoyed Corey Graves just shouting, ugly inside cradle for the finish, and I appreciated JB's...
Why would you say it?
The state of that finish.
I appreciated JB's Hulk Hogan 3.1 kick out.
Ooh.
Really added to the struggle of the moment. As every Hulk Hogan 3.1 kick out did.
This was like WrestleMania 6, yes.
Yes,
it was very, very, very... No, it wasn't as...
Yeah, it was one of
it
those
wasn't
matches
as
of
big as
WrestleMania
that.
6 that you can't remember. Yeah, crowd did not give a damn about this, which I think took away from it, but we have just started doing this. It was just kind of there.
Okay.
Didn't really feel anything.
I mean, he
I
looks
haven't
like...
felt anything in a while, but this was something I especially did not feel.
He's going to be in the Cullen. I'm telling you now.
I think
Woohoo.
I think he looks like a fool now because he dedicated this win to Inamura and then he didn't win. I think he
Like
will.
him and Inamura didn't win the titles.
I think he'll almost
Poetic.
be. I think he'll almost be in the culling, and then Inamura will make a shock return to save his friend. I think that's.
He'll arrive with like this briefcase with lots of stickers on from the airport.
Yeah. He's been.
I just flew from Japan and boy, are my arms tired. And that's what the noise the crowd will make. And then they'll lose again and he'll go back.
I like Inamura.
I like Inamura.
I wouldn't be as upset as JB's conveying, though. Just, yeah.
They gave each other jackets. It was jacket time, one might say.
I don't get your point. In the locker room, Kalani Jordan argues with Zarya and so Rugged.
I don't know.
I was trying to do an anti-joke. I'm sorry. Too
feel
much
like,
Norm Macdonald.
I feel like I'm wrestling Road Warrior Hawk, and he's giving me nothing. That's how I feel right now.
I took a big jar of monkey hormones this morning.
What's going on? What words?
That was a story where Bill
really?
Watts would claim that Road Warrior Hawk would wake himself up with monkey hormones every morning. You remember that?
No,
Yeah?
no.
And you go, that's a ridiculous thing to say about someone. And then you see Road Warrior Hawk and hear his promos. You go, yeah, you know what? You're probably
Yeah.
right there, mate.
Maybe.
Monkey hormones.
I don't even understand that. Maybe he was the expression. I don't know. I went, look, I've got hormones from a monkey. And he went, all right. Then realized he was kidding and just told everybody.
I hope it's just an expression.
Yeah.
But it's oddly specific.
Yeah. Well. So we've got in the locker room, Zakani Jordan argues with Zarya and Sol Rucker. If she beats Zarya, she'll get a shot at Sol's title. Zarya says that won't happen because she'll beat Kalani.
I always, whenever we go through a Kalani Jordan promo segment, I just remember how she says the thing. Just to be clear, I get a shot if I beat Zarya. Yeah, we had this established last week.
Yeah.
We didn't need it repeated verbatim where we can see you still thinking about remembering your script. Just let her talk like a human.
I mean, I get you. I appreciate the dialogue because every week it's going to be one person's first time watching the show.
But I should not suffer because of that, Maffew.
We are. We are all suffering. But yeah, the lines aren't well delivered. They're as mechanical as when Kintai was overdubbed by Shane McMahon.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
It set up the match, didn't it? She was like, I'm gonna beat you and then beat you. And then they went, no, you're not even going to beat her.
No, you are not going to beat us at the match at Battleground.
And is there any evidence to suggest that Sol would go back on her word like Kalani suggested she would? I don't think there is.
No.
Sol has been as pure as the driven snow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't understand either quite what's going on in this feud.
Poorly written Kalani Jordan, her new wrestling nickname.
That's actually a good nickname, yeah.
Oh my God, Vic, it's poorly written.
Oh my God. Tatum Paxley is an absolute state backstage. Wow.
Is that what I said?
You did.
She was having a nightmare, to be fair. All her makeup was all down her. She looked like a lass who's upset on a night out.
Yeah.
The acting was incredible.
Thea Hill turns
Yeah,
up
you
to
can't
shout
put
at her.
Kalani close to this.
No. You can't, Maffew.
You can't, you're right. Thea Hill turns up to shout at her for the post-match attack last week. Tatum says Thea doesn't understand what it's like to lose all her friends.
Oh, but wait.
Thea goes, actually, can you believe this? Yeah, I do. Jada Parker runs into Shot and wipes Thea out. She mocks Tatum for being sad. Wah, wah, wah.
Mm-hmm.
The performance from Tatum in this segment was fantastic. The tears, they weren't just falling around her, they were crashing around her. And also the bit at the end where it was like going back to the old Lyra Valkyria days, Maffew, where she was stalking Lyra Valkyria. She thought Jada was going to be her friend. She was going out for the little touch. Ah, my friend. And Jada's like, no, you freak, get away.
You're not from the streets that I'm from.
This is a main event level gimmick for Tatum Paxley. This you watch.
Whoa!
You watch. I was saying the same last week, Jack. You watch.
Bliss is trembling in her boots
This
on the
is
main
the
roster.
era of Tatum Paxley.
Are we still good? 1, 2.
Sorry for smacking the microphone, but this is the era of Tatum Paxley.
Every week now when she gets brought up, I'm gonna be terrified.
OTM easily beat Uriah Connors and Cale Dixon. Mr. Chase is absolutely gutted at ringside. Probably because he's ringside and he can hear every bad thing Booker T's saying about him.
Mr. Chase's reaction was 3 weeks down the line when they've lost like 3 squash matches. He was absolutely devastated.
It's because they go and try and cheat. They're trying to cheat into this match.
And he's disappointed in
And
that.
as we all know, the guy who nearly bankrupted the uni via gambling and dirty dealings to try and make it, he's the most upstanding citizen we know is Mr. Chase. So he couldn't deal with these two gimps trying to cheat in this match where they not only had the jobber entrance, but they didn't get, well, they got one Russian leg sweep in.
Russian leg sweep.
That was it.
I mean, what have they done? They've gotten rid of the most organically overstable in the thing, as we've said. And to try and make us kind of not think about that and get behind this new team, we've instantly made them a disappointment. What?
Do you think this will lead up to him going, we need to bring back the old Chase?
Well, if they've not been released, I would.
Yeah.
They can bring him back.
I want them to bring back Ridge Holland. That's how much I hate this. I want them to close down the uni for a second time and put us out on misery. I want that so much to happen. This was sad to watch.
Just get rid of it.
I was just watching this match, and there's nothing against Cale and Uriah. I'm sure they're great lads. But when they had delightful Hudson, boundless potential, what are we doing here?
I don't know.
So sad.
It's even worse when Vic's like, well, are you going to Booker, are you going to comment on what Andre Chase is wearing? He's like, no, why would I do that? It's like, well, you were talking about Ashante earlier. It's like, yeah, he had a beautiful mink coat on. It's like, well, I want to look at this guy.
He's got a red tracksuit on.
Yeah.
Just slightly different from what he used to wear, but not as good.
And then Graves joined in. He wasn't just like, oh, Booker's going to be the guy to say this stuff. Graves says, I would never take advice from a guy who gets his hair cut at Costco. So they're supposed to be crap. It went from, oh no, Booker's just saying this, to like, because it's Booker, Booker's going to do Booker things. Now it's like, no, in character, they're crap.
Yeah.
And I wonder, is that because Booker was so funny ragging on them that they've changed their mind and brought them back just so Booker can have fun.
But haven't they always supposed to be a bit rubbish? Apart from their push.
They won.
Apart from their push. That one, that's halcyon time of the spring of 2023.
Man. You can be, you can have whatever name in wrestling, you can dress as whatever, you can say whatever. If you're winning matches, that's the big difference. And they were winning matches.
They won the belt for a bit.
They won the belt.
And then, and also the one we watched on live stream where Duke looked like he was going to betray them, but then he...
Yeah. That's the key difference. Yeah. So you can be, do whatever you like, have a silly name, but if you win, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
they're losing and they suck.
when Thea Nelly won the women's title and then Andre decided, actually, no, I'm going to throw the towel in, lads.
Booker's winning me over in his anti-Andre Chase stuff.
It's just
because he brings up every bad thing he's done. It's like, oh, you do watch the show, Booker. All right.
This is like when Kenny Dalglish tried to rebuild Newcastle United. Kevin Keegan's Newcastle United with John Barnes and Ian Rush.
Oh, God.
This is what it's like, but the opposite way around, because obviously they were over the hill by that point.
Yeah.
These are under the hill, these boys.
Yeah,
How can you be under the hill and over the hill at the same time? It's fascinating, isn't it?
You can't win anything with kids, in the words of Alan Hansen.
Yeah.
But fair play to OTM. Their spine buster, double spine buster with the extra bit of whip is a nice finisher.
Oh, it was very nice.
Yes.
Lots of oomph. Obafemi and Miles Bourne arrive for a promo segment ahead of their title match of the weekend. Oba doesn't know if Miles is brave or stupid, but acknowledges his recent success. He finds Miles admirable in his fight against disadvantages in life, but his story is very misleading. This is no Disney movie, and he won't get the big happy ending, running off with Oba's title. At Battleground, his dream will die, and he will be destroyed by the ruler. Miles responds. He talks about the NQCC having his back, as well as everybody who's ever felt different. He's been underestimated all his life, even by some coaches at his WWE tryout match.
That was a pointed line there.
Yeah. Maybe Sunday will be the toughest match of his career, but Miles has been surviving battles ever since he was born, and every ruler falls, and every loser wins. Miles might be hard of hearing, but everyone will hear the 1, 2, 3 at Battleground with the crowd joining in there.
What a line.
Yep. The challenger starts to leave, but Oba is attacked by Jasper Troy. Miles rushes
Big
back.
Chain.
That's him.
Big Chain Jasper Troy.
Yeah, there's 2 bikes himself.
Yeah, 2 bikes.
Miles rushes back to chase Jasper away and offers to help the champ to his feet, but Oba swats his hand away. Miles slowly hands the title belt to Oba, and they have a stare down.
Oh, it was nothing groundbreaking. It was exactly what they should have been. They both delivered it well. I know Oba's not a heel, but he's the de facto heel in this situation. Said all the right things. Miles said all the right things. Don't know how I yet feel about Jasper Troy's involvement, but I just hope he doesn't get involved in their match.
Yeah. I feel like it was a foreshadowing there from Jasper Troy.
Oh, no.
I feel like when Oba gets past Miles in heartbreaking fashion, that'll be the first challenger next to him, up in front of him.
We know what you meant.
I was already quite looking forward to Oba versus Miles, but this has done its job. It's made me more excited for the match.
Yeah, did a nice little job with Miles.
Why have they waited this long to get Miles? This natural push that maybe could have happened a long time ago.
Because they know that Triple H is coming calling for more NXT people to throw into the Raw fires. Yeah. So they're going, bollocks, we'll push Miles.
Yeah.
And it's working. Crowd are like, yeah, we know him. The things you're saying are true.
It's very easy to like, because it's true.
Yeah.
It's all true.
It is Randy Orton spots, people like that.
I wonder how, because I guess pushes might work differently on the main roster, because NXT's 90% of the time it's in the same building. So I guess you've got the regular crowd who have grown with Miles and they know him and stuff like that, and they've got behind him organically over time. Would that happen as easily on the main roster? I don't know.
That's it. Yeah, it'd have to be treated the same way.
Yeah.
Give the same push. And Triple H is quickly pointing out, I'm not going to do things that we're doing on NXT.
Yeah. I'm optimistic about this one, though, this match.
Ava tells...
Sit down!
Ava tells off Ricky Saints and Ethan Page for their incredibly normal brawl earlier. They continue to argue until Ricky offers to put his title on the line, just so he can get Page in the ring. Ethan agrees. Ava shouts at them some more. They don't make the matches around here. She does. She then books the exact match they agreed upon seconds ago.
I don't care what you want. You've pissed me off. She said because I've said so after she booked the match, as you say there. They want it anyway. It's happening next week, not on the pay-per-view. It's just the bratty tone. I can't get past it. It's worse. This is a big statement. Worse than Stephanie McMahon at her worst.
Oh.
Mid 2010s, Stephanie McMahon.
When she broke Todd
Phillips.
Broke his jaw.
Yeah.
With a slap.
Really?
Is that Tom Hannafin?
Yeah.
The Tomspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to stand. Ooh.
Ooh.
Again.
You and
Jesus Christ.
She slapped him backstage once. in a heelish promo segment where, and apparently people were like, no, she's actually knackered as Joya.
Oh, wow.
It's bad, yeah.
She goes on them, just keeps going and going and going.
Oh.
But Ava
Wow,
here
that man's taking advantage of someone like that. Tusk.
We don't know. I mean, that sort of thing happens in wrestling all the time. Maybe she was sorry about it. I don't know.
I'm sure Tom
She
told
said,
her.
sorry about your damn look.
But Ava's getting to that point where it's getting worse than that Stephanie McMahon. And it's less than a good thing.
Yeah, she's put the attention on herself and she's not the wrestler.
It was a
I'm
weird-
glad that door shot on her that one time.
This isn't entirely, it's not just the tone for me, it's the writing hasn't helped her here because they've made her lose her mind after what hasn't that been. We've had Dark State running amok during the show and everything, and she's walking around backstage going, all the tag teams need to behave themselves. We get one brawl at ringside and she loses her mind.
Yeah.
It's no consistency. in
Right,
the writing.
Adam Pearce has got a drinking problem. Ava's just Ava.
Yeah.
He hasn't got a drinking problem, he's just thirsty. You never see him with a drink. He's always just asking for it.
Oh, yeah, it's just pineapple juice. Right? Yeah, there
Someone
you
get
go.
me a drink.
Yes.
Nobody ever does.
No one does.
He's always thirsty. Great nickname. Always thirsty.
Always thirsty.
Adam
We've got to keep
Pearce.
that one. We've got to keep two bikes.
Two bikes,
For Jasper
yeah.
Troy. And always
Poorly
thirsty
written.
Adam Pearce.
Yeah.
Poorly written collage.
We get a Tony D vignette. He can't understand Stax's point of view because he's not a coward. They grew up together and Tony thought they were the same, but Stax became jealous and now thinks he's on top. But Tony only allowed Stax to know as much as he needed to. Stax has made his bed, and a battleground, he'll lay in it.
There was a bit more to it than I've written down there, but it was all along the same lines, wasn't it?
Yeah, Stax does know about the pressure of sitting in the big chair, the big high chair at the top of the table. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, that's where the mob leader sits, the baby chair.
Gets all his food down his bib.
Hey, I spilled my gabagoo.
I used to know the pressure of running the whole family. Yeah, it was expected. That's all I've got written down about this.
I don't think
Stax
wants to run the family. He wants to end the family.
Yeah. But if I'm Tony, I'm not getting over the fact that I sent old Rizzo to the safe house that I made Stax take people to back in the day.
Hang on, yeah.
Dumbest guy ever.
Yeah.
What is Stax? I don't want to accuse Shawn Michaels of not really knowing what he's going to do week to week.
No.
But he, as far as we know, offed Nico in the desert. Right?
Yeah.
Not Nico.
He's dead.
Luca.
Luca
Luca.
Crucifino. In the desert, right? Then he found where Rizzo was because she was in the same safe house that Tony always uses. But that was just a trap to lure Tony there, where he hit him with a crowbar. So he didn't do anything to Rizzo. So what's his game plan? I don't know.
To sit in the high chair.
Okay.
He wants to be fed, spoon fed.
He wants one of them bowls that's impossible to tip up.
Who's winning, by
Oh,
the way?
the sucker cups as well. Yeah.
Who's winning?
It's got to be Stax, hasn't it, surely?
Now, I was thinking that, but then I remembered how indestructible Tony is.
Oh, that's a good
so
point.
It's
Yeah,
hard to imagine.
He beat Obafemi.
He no-sold
Twice.
crowbars to the back.
Oh, that stupid kid.
Kicked out.
He kicked
out
out
a crowbar.
Yeah, that's a tough one to call, actually.
He lost a match once only because his own back gave out, and then I think it was Spears fell on it. Someone just fell on him, and he was like, my
Only
back."
Tony D can beat Tony
Beat
D.
himself.
Look at the resurrection of Luca for the end of the match.
Oh,
Luca Christofino.
covered in sand.
Yeah.
So you get it. He's been in the desert for all this time.
Yeah.
Just gets his boots.
That's how he distracts him. He throws the sand that's on him. Ah, my eyes.
Oh my god.
This match is not going to have any of the things we're talking about.
Do you remember? I think it was Braun Strowman got put in a bin wagon or
For
a
8 days.
garbage truck,
Yeah.
and then he came out of a different one in a different city. He went,
Yeah, was it you? It's like, it's a different one. It's ridiculous. Like, what's more ridiculous? The idea that he's the entire time in one garbage truck, or he got a different one.
I think the bit,
on the garbage.
yeah, what the?
the journey between
The
arenas,
vacation.
I remember working this out, lasted
Yeah, yeah.
eight
Yeah, I
days,
remember.
8 days, and he travelled, I'm sure, somewhere in the region of 240 miles.
A garbage
And
truck.
he came out the same, well, a
You get a
different...
lot of gas mileage from those things, you know. Great.
God, that must have been like 7 years?
Yeah, it was
8 years?
2017.
17,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
God.
God, what a pay-per-view.
I remember it was a really weird.
Have you covered
like-
that for your weirdest one?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, it was a very weird, like 5-on-3 handicap match or
Yeah,
something.
the 5-on-3, the bin.
one
Cancelled
with Kurt
matches.
Angle?
Yeah,
When-
Kurt in the Shield.
When was the one with?
Finn and AJ.
Because of illness, yeah.
Yeah.
When was the one it was later during lockdown, I think, where instead of having a match, the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders just had a brawl in the bin.
Anything you can
a
do.
big
I can do
tentacle
better.
came out or something.
Yeah, and they went, and then will they escape? Find out next week. I'm
you know
like,
that
I'd
was-
rather do anything else with my life.
That was supposed to be an alligator tail, not a tentacle.
Oh,
I
right.
thought it was an alien tentacle. on
Bollocks.
it as well, yeah.
I think everyone
That's
did.
not how alligators operate. I'll use my tail to see if things are here. Oh, thank you for that memory. Lola Vice takes on Fallon Henley with JC Jane at ringside. Booker and Corey wind up Vic on commentary. Oh my God. JC tries to distract Lola on the apron, but Fallon gets sent into her instead. Lola rolls up Fallon for the win, and the two stablemates argue while Lola does her dance, which is always funny. More like unstable mates. Ha ha.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, God. Some lovely stuff here from Lola Vice. Carrying a hip
yes.
toss in with an armbar. Wasn't expecting that from her. But it was easy to get distracted with Booker and Vic yelling at one another. They would not shut up.
And Corey joining on Booker's side and it turned into a beat down. Why are you so angry, Vic? Vic was trying to move on.
what's
Like,
up?
why are you so angry all the time?
But I was thinking after this match, what is left for Fallon? She's been here for years. Crowd want into her.
I think she needs to get back on that horse.
What?
Be a cowgirl again.
Yeah.
There is no greater thrill. Phil?
That's in the horse. No greater thrill than first place.
No greater thrill than
Totally
riding a
written in
horse.
second. No
Always
sold the-
thirsty.
No sold the crowbar in fourth.
It was weird one because at the talking segment earlier on, Fallon looked a bit like, oh, I don't want to wrestle her. But then we got in the ring here and she was just wrestling fine. There was a little bit of a miss there. There was so much trope in this match with the old partner A pushed into partner B.
Yeah.
Will partner B think it's a shoot or a mistake? We don't quite know yet.
They were arguing after.
Yeah.
They're in the same place they were before the match.
Just split them up. We can't have this many at the same time.
I need her babyface theme tune back. I need the ranch back. I need the skits at the ranch. I need the horse. I don't like this heel Fallon. Make her saddle up once again.
And JCJ needs to go back to the record store
Yeah.
and drink some whiskey while she's there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like a real rock star.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
They drink whiskey in shops.
You see Lemmy in this rock star shop? What am I doing here?
Thumbs up.
That was a reference to you.
Heck
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you. Me,
conversation.
JC Jane talking to my dad. Stephanie Vercoeur.
Is that where your brother got his pulling skills from?
Yes.
Okay, right, fair.
Does a sit-down interview with our girl Kelly. The champ talks about all the sacrifices she made to have a successful career.
She conquered continents while Jordan conquered championships, which would reside in continents.
Yeah.
So who's better?
Incontinence. Very good.
Oh.
I didn't mean
Shades of Natty from 2010. It's all been worth it because she's now the best. Steph went through hell to become the best luchadora and made hell her home. Oh, okay, yeah, I got it. John Grace may have conquered. I said the same thing you just said.
Sorry.
Grace
That's all
will
right.
burn in flame. Don't worry, that you didn't walk over the line. You're right. Yeah.
There wasn't much else to say
Doesn't
apart
make
from that,
any
was there?
sense. Yeah. Thank you
I
for that.
didn't mind the. It was just a response to Jordan Grace's vignette, wasn't it? But I didn't mind the whole. It explains why she's the Diablo, because she made hell her home.
Yeah. And she's got the horns.
She got her.
And she's got the sticks and the little plastic thing.
Hey,
Oh, the
that is the Diablo. That's right.
I used
Well
to
done.
boss that when I was
Really?
about 9.
Yeah.
I got one at Skegness, Butlins. Green one.
Was there any wrestling on?
I did, yeah. I saw fake Undertaker and Kane there as well as
yes.
Mortal Flesh Center back in the day. Can't remember anything from that show. It was in the big bit, you know, the Millennium Dome looking bit
Yeah.
of Skegness.
I've never been to
Butlins.
any Butlins.
Have you
I
not?
feel like I should.
I'm going.
Where did you go on holiday then when you were a kid?
Like England holidays, like
Yeah.
Haggerston Castle, was that like a Centre Parksy type thing?
It was Haven, was it not?
Oh yes.
Oh,
yes,
Haven
yes.
Park. Yeah. Right.
Never been to a Butlins one though.
Yeah.
It was really boring. No.
Go to Butlins as an adult. I'm going.
Are you?
Later in the year, it's like an adult weekender thing where they play like a 90s
That
festival
sounds
thing.
terrifying.
I'm going to be surrounded by 55-year-old northern ladies.
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah, Ross.
They're all
Yeah.
drinking lager.
yeah. Is that Seth Armstrong over there?
This is placed by the table. Yes, he's here every day. Why'd you ask? We get a video promo from Dark State. They all take turns complimenting
Oh,
each other, and it's
God,
really
my-
cute. This was like a step in the wrong direction. I
This
thought.
is like the introductory promo.
Yeah.
Well, here's my friend coming up with some characteristics. Friends in. Well, I've got another friend with some more
I found it
characteristics.
so cringy. It was so cringe. We're all hyping each other up, which is nice, but we're doing it in a circle. And at one point, when you stare at a lion and you don't know whether it's going to rip you apart or not, and the only thing you can do is pray, tell him, lion, Hello, my name is.
Hello.
I'm the lion one, and this is my friend. Poor, which one was it? Oh, the one who was often left out of matches.
Oh, Osiris Griffin.
Was it Osiris?
I think so.
Felt bad for him because
He was the noticeably worst one of the four in this promo segment.
the two best at talking are obviously Saquon Sugars and Dion. And
Saquon's the leader.
He's not though, but he is.
He was the last one.
It's a very strange setup, and I don't quite understand.
And it just looks so generic as well, the display and everything. But we've already said this week after week. So.
NXT's fallen so far from 2021.
From 2021, not from 2017 or 2016.
No. Klein Jordan forces a miscommunication between Zarya and Sol, rolling up Zarya to secure a title shot. It's basically the same finish that we just saw in the Fallon Henley match.
The trope is back.
Yeah.
But Zarya seems to take it well because she sort of cradles Sol Ruka like a little baby.
Yeah. And Sandy Graves didn't yell, "Oh, really good inside a cradle this time."
I thought the action was fantastic, though. Obviously, Ron sealing the fact that Zarya was doing the power moves, Kalani was doing more fanciful things.
Yeah.
But it was all nailed. My favourite move of the match was the cannonball backpack thing from Zarya.
Bloody hell.
Which looked gnarly AF, my dogs.
It was a great match. Definitely better than the last one. I just don't know what they were thinking putting these two finishes one after the other. It really dampened the finish for me, sadly. Damn it, D-Lo, as OSW review would
Damn
say.
it, D-Lo.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry is here for a sing-song about Trick Willie. He knows it isn't the only musical performance we've seen tonight, and we should all give Trick credit for his first ever try. Oof,
that was a bit too real.
Joe sings his song and mentions Trick being a crappy sidekick to Carmelo Hayes, and shows an old embarrassing segment on the Tron, and I remembered that from those Halloween
I thought
Havocs.
this was out of line because that's
Oh, go
from that's from the best period of NXT history. That's from one of the House of Horrors matches, and
That's right.
I'm not a fan of them poking fun at something that was genuinely revolutionary in the wrestling business.
Yeah. And
It was out of line.
was it Shotzi that they superimposed Joe Hendry's face on?
Was it? I think it was just a random zombie, was it not?
Oh,
if
okay.
memory serves, I might be wrong. I probably am wrong.
I can't remember that one, but I remember the Metaphor one.
Yeah, with the Heritage
Oh,
Cup.
yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. Crowd liked it. Half of them were there for these matches, so I don't know why they're doing that. He gets everybody to sing about Trick being Mello's bitch. Trick interrupts and attacks Joe. He lines him up for the Trick shot, but Hendry smashes a guitar over Trick's leg. He hits the standing ovation and sings a final line about being TNA champion. And the crowd are like, yay! But there are a few noticeable, no, wait, hang on, this is NXT. Shove your tin up your ass. Which I thought was nice.
I did feel quite bad for Trick. Obviously, it's hard going up against Hendry in his home thing, which is music and wrestling and comedy. But I now think Trick might win this. Do you
What, the
think?
TNA title?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Okay.
Because I think Trick has done everything in NXT. And if there's one person that is going to go up to the main roster soon, it's going to be him.
True.
And Joe's going to be the guy to replace him, and he'll just lose the TNA title to I don't
the
know,
TNA wrestler.
to Dolph Ziggler's brother or something.
Kazarian's still in the
watch
picture,
TNA.
by the way.
Good for him. Do you see they're doing that bloody Canadian show, and they cross promote with some other company?
All right.
And they're like, we invite the Prime Minister and President of America and Canada to come along and watch this show.
Right.
Yeah, Brutus Beefcake's on the show. Why do you come watch it? Like, what the hell are you doing?
don't
Did
know.
not look good.
There's a TNA pay-per-view this weekend, Under Siege.
What a film.
Henry's team in.
That's on a boat with sailors.
Wow.
That's where they live.
Topical.
Henry's in a tag match. I can't remember who he's teaming with. I think it might be Sandow. No, not Sandow at all.
Sandow.
Elijah.
There
a
you
different
go.
man entirely with long black hair though.
Yeah.
Him
Very
and
similar faces, though, now you say that.
maybe, yeah.
Beardy Beardedsons.
That's the one.
It's Hendry and Elijah versus Trick and Kazarian, and whoever wins that match, I think the opposite thing will happen at Battleground. Yeah, so I'll be keeping a very keen eye on that, everybody. Don't you worry. That's right.
This was a better musical number than the last time, which I was relieved about.
Fully agreed.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Henry do the Jarrett guitar smash before?
No,
I was
maybe.
like, I'm surprised it's never happened.
Yeah.
Not expensive.
Technology's come a long way, though. Because remember, they couldn't use ones you could play back in the day, could they? There was that switch out
Honky
for
Tonk
it.
Man did.
Did he? Oh,
Well, accidentally to Jake
You know,
Roberts.
In a
Yeah.
not safe manner.
Yeah.
So it looks like you can't play a balsa wood one now, which is nice. Unless,
Unless there was a switch room we didn't see.
yeah.
Didn't see.
Sure, that would be on social media, though, wouldn't it? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this modern day age. These
Maybe he
kids
just-
with their phones.
Maybe he just hit him really hard with the guitar.
Yeah, maybe it was a proper guitar and he's wrecked
Have
him.
you ever seen like Kurt Cobain or someone try and break a guitar?
Aye.
Oh,
They are-
yeah.
Especially in like an electric. You can't do it.
Yeah, like the
Dense.
Who or something at the end of their gigs are like, come on, you bastards. And
that
they have to probably go for it.
Well, they're playing in France, in it, and his string breaks, and he just goes off the floor, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to suck if
Something
you try and
might
do
have
it.
happened. I can't remember.
Okay.
I remember it's obviously electric numbers, so it's a bit more dense.
Yeah.
You're tightly packed in.
Yeah.
There's that one Nirvana clip where they're on TV and they finish the song and it throws up the air. Yay! Comes down, knocks him out. Amazing. If he was aiming for his head, he would never have hit him. So yeah, that was NXT. Some good, some bad.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Actually, no. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ava.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Worst episode ever.
Chase you.
Yeah.
Trick Willie, though. Joe Hendry, though.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
Kalani's wrestling.
Yeah.
Sean Legacy.
And Battleground is probably going to be really good. And you know what else is going to be really good this Saturday night's main event, which is the big question that we almost forgot
I
about.
didn't even think about big question.
Yeah, which is going to be what's the best match at Saturday night's main event.
It's Cultaholics.
Should we do the weekend, the entire weekend?
Should we do the best match of Double or Nothing as well? Should we include it? Yeah.
Get all three of them in there, Joel, if you can fit them in.
Actually, the best
well, in
match
that
of
case,
the
then we shouldn't put it here if we're doing Double or Nothing.
Yeah,
well,
should we wait
should
until
to
the
the
end?
end then.
Well, I don't know what we'll do. We'll just chuck them in there.
All right,
Should we work out the WWE ones? Which is the best
There
one?
you go. We'll split them up.
Yeah. Split them up.
Like what Waller and Theory should have done 5 years ago.
Saturday night's main event.
Wait.
We'll go back
You
to
can-
1985.
How's he going to do it? You can just click the little dots at the top there. You can
Just
do
scroll all
that.
the way
Don't
down.
you don't need to scroll all the way down.
Scroll all the way down.
Stop it. Leave him alone.
There you go.
There you go. Well done,
There
lad.
you
Well
go.
done.
It's the most recent one, probably.
Well, it's going to be the most recent one.
At the bottom.
There you go. Good lad. Good
What were you
boy.
busy doing like before the podcast?
I didn't know this was going to be
Putting
the
his
big
hat on.
question.
Putting your sailor outfit on, were you? To mock me?
Joel got in the toilet to do his.
Don't want to see
Big
him.
revolution.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing in here? He was like, don't look.
WrestleMania XXXIX.
What a poster.
Yes.
WrestleMania?
Saturday's main event,
Saturday
Matthew.
night's main event.
Did I say mania? Yeah, so the Roman numerals first of all. Do
The
apologise.
Youngling Centre.
Younglings, they were killed by Obi-Wan.
Oh my god. Not by Obi-Wan. He would never. Anakin.
Oh, he's a
yeah.
arsehole, him I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm getting everything wrong here. Jey Uso versus Logan Paul in the match where Logan Paul's not going to win. Please. No.
But the
For
danger's
welterweight
there,
title.
Matthew, and I think you should get yourself ready for a Logan Paul win. He won't win.
I don't think he'll win.
No.
He'll be fine.
But there'll be at least one moment in the match I'll go, oh God, is this it?
Yeah.
And it won't. CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, tag team match.
Yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
Sounds like it'll be a yummy match.
Lovely. The Yumling Centre
Oh, yes.
in... Nope, doesn't matter.
Good.
Yeah.
Cena versus R-Truth, which may be the main event, may not be. I don't think we're entirely sure at this
Imagine if
point.
R-Truth gives Cena the best match of his farewell run.
There's a chance.
There is.
I mean, yeah, what else
Yeah.
has he had this bloody...
I think there's a chance he wins it, you know.
It would be nice to see if
It
you know,
is long
shenanigans
title.
cost in the match.
Yeah.
Put over that young up-and-coming R-Truth. And then Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre, Steel Cage, which
That
should headline. I
will
guess.
fit. No, not headline.
It's a cage.
Cena will probably headline, right? Oh, but he's against R-Truth.
No, I think
though.
the tag team match will go on last.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
talking
there's
absolute
multiple-
rubbish here. Why am I
there's
saying that?
multiple-
Hey, it's main events up and down the card.
There is, isn't there?
Hey, 4 matches.
Priest and McIntyre will finger the most, though, out of all those matches listed there for me.
I was going to say the same or the tag match, but to be safe, because there's steel involved, I'll go for the cage match as well.
I'm going to be most excited and worried at Uso versus Logan Paul. So I'm going to say that.
What a thrill you'll be.
The rest I don't care
Yeah.
about, but that one I'm like, oh no, come on.
Edge of the seat stuff.
I will be edging.
Oh, no.
Careful now.
It's been a while since I've said that on the podcast.
What
hasn't
about
it?
Battleground there, Joseph? Joseph Fletcher Esquire.
Oh, you've not done Move of the Week yet?
Oh, I forgot again.
Oh, right.
What a poster again.
Obafemi versus Miles Bourne for the NXT Championship.
Match of the year.
Looking forward to that. Stephanie Vaquer versus Jordan Grace.
Yes.
A
NXT
wrestling
Women's title.
clinic.
Yeah. Joe Hendry versus Trick Willie for the TNA title.
Entertainment.
Entertainment and sports entertainment. My God, we're on the same wavelength.
This show, actually,
It's a good cast.
Oh, on
we've
the
just slagged
paper,
off the
it's very nice.
TV, but
Tony D versus Stax.
The drama in amateur dramatic society.
yeah.
Saul Rucker versus Clyde Jordan for the NXT Women's North American
A
Championship.
second wrestling clinic.
In a different way. Fireworks.
And Hank and Tank and Josh Briggs versus the Culling, which is not the main event, but I don't know why I said it that way. Sorry.
Belly Boys.
Yeah, when you read that out there, I was like, I'm not really looking forward to that one. I am looking forward to Hang and Tank's come back and win, hopefully.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or JB eats the fall and joins the Culling.
Oh, wait. Yes, you're right. Oh, then I'm not looking forward to it.
It'll be heartbreaking, but also nice because he'll be back with his boyfriend again.
Or what if Hang and Tank joined the Culling?
No.
They would never do that.
Cactus Jack getting punched in the corner.
I hate that song, you know. That,
Oh, it's awful, isn't it?
Oh, it's dreadful. It's a really
It's
bad
really
song.
fun when Kayla puts it on 7 times a day. Oh, it's so catchy.
Don't you want me like...
Why the heck has Hank not got a Wikipedia page, but Tank has?
Oh.
Click on Tanks. What's he
Hank's
done?
the only one who hasn't got a...
Oh.
Maybe it just hasn't been hyperlinked.
Wow.
1999. I thought he was about
Wow.
40.
No.
He's been a security guard for many years.
Oh, I mean, that'll put years on you.
God. 305 pounds. What's that about?
What's that?
Hang on. He's not 305 pounds.
No, but it's wrestling.
Yeah, it's wrestling.
Yeah, but it's wrestling.
Tank Ledger.
No, but it's wrestling.
305 pounds.
I know it's a lot. I know.
With his gear on.
Come on. With their bloody Jasper's chain in his pocket, maybe.
Ah.
I'm gonna say maybe. I was about to say Oba Miles, but I'm actually going to go for the women's title match. Stephanie and
I was
Jordan.
gonna say that.
They're both good and very experienced.
I think Miles and Oba, just because I was also going to say Big Steve. But yeah, Miles and Oba it'll be the perfect storm of wrestling action and also the drama.
Beautifully put. Hendry versus Trick, just because what the result of this is going to decide some people's fate on the NXT brand, I think.
We should call this event not Battleground. We should call it NXT Sean Stasiak and Chuck Palumbo because it's
Full of meat.
the perfect event.
Oh, damn it.
It's all right. I just thought if there's any two people I'm safe making a year 2000 WCW reference to, you'd both be like, yeah.
I got there, yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair.
I heard Sean Stasiak and went straight to
I was going to say,
Jesus.
where's Chuck Palumbo's meat coming to this?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll take off the air, I guess.
So what's the best match out of those two cards then? I'm going to go Stephanie
Oh.
as the actual sort of what will the best match be. Stephanie and Jordan Grace.
I think I'm going to go the same, but it's between that and the cage for me.
I'm sticking with my pick, Hendry and Trick,
Wow.
because I have nothing to say about it, other than I'm excited to see it.
Cool.
And that's all wrestling's about.
It certainly is. Rather like AEW Dynamite.
Oh, sorry about these notes, right? Can I just do a
bloody
disclaimer
hell,
before?
mate.
Right. I was worried that I was going to be late to the podcast today, but I wasn't. But it might have been helpful for the lads if I had been, just so they had more time to get into
It's good, because we won't have any points to make after
get into
them,
their
so.
funny costumes.
Dynamite.
There was so much dialogue, and I was worried about how long it took me to write these. So I wrote them in a rush. Sorry if it's crap.
Don't worry.
All right.
Shivani brings out Will Ospreay and Hangman Page. Security are here to make sure there's no funny business. Ospreay says it's fine, because they're not going to fight, so security leave. He wants to have a few beers of Hangman and gets the crew to deliver them to the ring. Page is suspicious. Ospreay wants their match to be the main event on Sunday. He talks about the sacrifices he's made to be in AEW, and he wants to win the belt so he can defend it at Forbidden Door in London.
It's coming out.
Yeah.
It's coming out.
That is how Ospreay talks now. I don't know what happened. As much as Hangman wants it, Will wants it a little bit more. Ooh-ah. Page admits that for Ospreay, winning the title would be a massive professional accomplishment. But for Hangman, it's personal. He's wasted the last 2 years with hatred and sorrow and talks about the effect his feud with Swerve has had on his home life. He needs to be his old self again for his family, and he needs to know there's light at the end of the tunnel. Ospreay says, "What are you planning to do about it? Is Hangman going to retire him like Christopher Daniels?" Ospreay's going to go down that dark path because he's earned the fans' trust.
He's not going to.
He isn't going to go down that area. He's not sure if it's enough to beat Moxie, but if he can beat Hangman, he'll know it is. Will talks about how Hangman has changed. Kids don't look up to him anymore, and the locker room has lost respect for him, whereas Ospreay is the best in the flipping world. If Hangman wins, he'll have his back against Moxley. He hopes the opposite applies. Ospreay downs his beer like an American. Hangman downs his beer like a Brit. They have a stare down all the way up the ramp.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
A northern Brit.
Yeah, because Ospreay did the wrestler downing of the beer where most of it goes on him. And then Hangman was like, I'm having all of this delicious
So
beer.
Essex and the Sugar Hut. Oh, watch me see this off. Whoops, I missed my mouth.
It's probably because he didn't realise until he started drinking it that there was no fruit in the top of it. And he was like, oh, no.
I can't drink this.
I need a lager top, not a lager.
Mega white thing. That's me.
But then Hangman, he wanted all of that beer.
Yeah.
Even though it was a very frothy number. Do you see it when it popped off?
How did he hold in that burp all the way up the stair down at the front?
He's a professional.
Incredible.
God, he is.
Yeah,
Belly of
this
lion.
was crowd liked it. This was good build up for what is a nice person versus nice person match. Hangman's going down that. They both explained their point. I feel like this is the fourth or fifth promo where Ospreay's talk about, I'm always tired. I get on the plane. I get off the plane.
Move to America then.
I asked the pilot if I can fly the plane. He says no. You know, I was like, all right, I get it. But the crowd are really into him. They're really into Hangman Page, so I'm going to criticize it just because I'm a bitch. But it was very effective for what it was.
I was very dramatic, me. The story's there with the cup and the title shot. We didn't need, I don't think, personally, all of the, oh, my little boy at home. Oh, the last 2 years have been a bloody nightmare. That's his Hangman
That was
talking.
Hangman that last week.
Yeah. I don't know. It was good. It was compelling, but I don't know if it was necessary. It's a weird thing to say.
I thought they both did well, but it could have been maybe like they could have trimmed some bits out of it here and there. But I thought it was good. I enjoyed the message behind it, where like Ospreay needs to win because he wants to defend it in England and he thinks he's the best in the world.
I want to win in England.
Hangman's a bit about I need to win, so I know that this was all worth it, and I've just wasted everything. And I thought that was compelling as well. It made me not know who I want to win, and that's a good thing to do, I suppose.
That is a good point. I generally don't know who's going to win that match. So
I think it'll be a really good one, hopefully.
yeah,
I think they probably match up really well.
I think they'd have to really go hard to not have a good match.
Yeah.
Ospreay will win, I'm telling you now.
I think Ospreay will also win.
Yeah.
But I'm
Tony Khan loves
in
him.
the pitches, I pitched a cheeky draw, and Ross and Andrew popped, let me tell you.
I never considered it in a tournament final.
For a pay-per-view, maybe main event.
I know, it's risky,
Hell
it's
no.
risky. All
It-
right.
it is the main event.
AEW being consistent with their horrible finishes this year on pay-per-view.
This
maybe.
is crucial, isn't it? Because the last two shows have been great up until the last bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christian's cash-in and the Moxley thingy-me-bibby.
Yeah.
What the hell happened? I've forgotten.
No,
Saturday
it
Alive?
was...
Young Bucks returned
Young
and helped.
Ah,
Bucks,
yes, of course.
Yeah.
it's just that's just your trauma response,
Yeah.
just getting rid
Yeah,
of that.
we fully understand. I did.
It's been repressed, I
Yes.
believe the psychologist called it.
They do say that. John Moxley cuts a promo on his way in the building. The spoils will go to those who embrace the blah, 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 blah. He and the Young Bucks take on Swerve, Powerhouse, Hobbs, and Samoa Joe. Swerve avoids the BTE trigger and rolls up one buck for the win, while Joe locks in the clutch on to other. The Death Riders attack the faces after the bell. Wow, can you believe it? But Shibata, Willow, and Kenny Omega even the odds. The faces set up Matthew Jackson for a one-winged angel through the table, but Claudio saves him and the heels run away. Joe gets on the mic and says a sane person would wait for Sunday, but he's not one. He's coming after the heels tonight.
Yes. Luckily, Bison has driven me insane,
Yes.
so I'm going to get on my boat.
Go up, Riva.
Cool match. Cool match.
Very good.
Oh,
It
yeah.
just, I don't know if the tone was a little bit missing this close to the pay-per-view. It was there between Moxley and Joe because they were at each other's necks the entire way through. But you know, this last few weeks we've had the nice sort of exhibition tag team wankathon wrestling thingy.
Yeah.
This turned into that, this close to Anarchy in the Arena. And again, it's a weird thing to criticise, but we're here on a wrestling podcast. If I was sat at home watching, I wouldn't give a toss. I'd be having a great time watching nice wrestling, but I'm here to do wrestling analysis because no one asked me to.
Do you think?
Fully agree with everything you just said there, Ross.
Do you think it's tricky, isn't it? Because you want to give people maybe a little bit of a taste of the anarchy that we're going to see,
Yeah.
but you don't want to give them too much. Yeah.
Just a moose push.
Yeah.
Yes.
A giant spider went across the screen on my feed anyway. I was terrified.
That is scary, that.
Right. So Moxley's got Swerve in like a rest hold.
Yeah.
And it's got like the bird's eye camera view. And a big spider goes across the screen. And
Oh my God.
I Googled AEW spider. Apparently these are teasers for Thelka. Thelka?
Is it Thekla?
Thekla?
The women's wrestler?
The women's wrestler.
Yeah.
Apparently
They're
that's
doing
her.
like a Wyatt thing with her.
Yeah. Just a big spider goes across
When you
the
said a big spider, I was like, oh, Pac's back. That's nice.
What?
Because he's got long, stringy black hair. I don't know.
Oh.
There's Death Riders thing. He's not a spider-looking man, is he? Not at all.
And Eric Rowan would have been the choice there.
Ah,
I thought,
yes,
but
of course.
Oh,
I
I
don't blame
would
you
have
for
been,
forgetting
yeah.
about that amazing angle where he had a spider in a box.
He could be the manager of NXT's newest sensation, Sheer Legacy.
Yes, sheer legacy. With the sheep.
with his sheep giant barbar.
Yeah.
I remember the joke now. You are quite right. Thank you.
Because Eric Rowan had a mask once. Yeah. But that's a weird criticism to have from me, but it
No,
was...
it makes
No,
sense.
but
It
you're
makes
right
sense.
on all points. Yes, it was a big fun match. Again, Excalibur used to call it the big gay PWG 6-man tag. But it was also like, wait, we are close to the serious main event side. And also I didn't like the fact that, oh, wait, they pinned the Bucks. Well, that means that they're bloody winning then, doesn't it?
Oh, but then what happened later on, though?
The Hurt Syndicate are interviewed backstage ahead of their contract signing with MJF. Max arrives in a fancy new suit for the occasion. He thanks Mark Sterling and shakes hands with the Syndicate's lawyer before sanitizing his hands.
So
Very sensible.
he screams, "You did it," to Sterling, but we don't know what Sterling did. MVP signs the contract, as you go on to later. Shelton signs it, Bobby signs it, but we don't learn what's happening because last week, as we saw, Sterling was going to have a look at the contract, but MVP didn't like the fact that Sterling was going to look at the contract. So it feels like a little chapter might have been missed here, unless we'll find that out in the future.
I'm worried that this is going to be the most NXT thing we've seen on AEW, where like none of these little details end up mattering. I want them to.
It's a good point.
But, yeah.
But we know for certain that nothing much happens, so everyone makes their
I thought
entrances.
this tonight, last Wednesday night, was going to be one of them turns on the other. This
Right.
was the big sinister thing.
Right.
It just went fine, and now it's the tag match. What? Anyway,
Yeah.
so look, sorry.
Yeah, MJF says his mother told him the most important day of his life would be his wedding day. Clearly that dumb bitch never joined the Hurt Syndicate.
That's what he said.
He did. The crowd boo MJF, and MVP shuts them down quite forcefully. Max, MVP, and Shelton sign the contract. Bobby takes a while but eventually does so too. Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara interrupt for what feels like the first time in bloody ages on TV as a tag team.
On Dynamite.
On Dynamite, there we
Yeah.
go, sorry. Dustin and MJF insult each other, and Rhodes warns MVP not to trust Max. Dustin hypes up their tag title match and talks about he and Sammy being day one guys. He dares the Syndicate to hurt him because many have tried and he's still here. It won't be easy, but if Dustin was a betting man, he'd back himself and Sammy.
Idiot.
Oh,
Wait, Everton's been in the Premier League since the first season, so I'd bet on them to win the
Right.
Premier League, not Manchester
Ooh,
City.
and I feel like he
I
was
don't know why I
right.
put a Markham accent on there.
Markham Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, because they're the Scouse Markhams, aren't they, Evan? And everyone says, oh, Scouse Markham. Dustin was wearing blue as well, I believe.
There you go. The subtext was
He
off the
loves
space.
Everton. He loves those toffees.
And Sylvester Stallone.
Up the toffees.
His promo was a bit all over the shop for a guy as good as a promo as Dustin is. We
He's
fight.
been walking backwards for a while now.
Ooh.
I've been saying this, and you guys would be like, "Stop it!"
Because it's Dustin Rhodes. We've got an emotional attachment. He's our childhood.
Yeah, look, I know, but everyone gets old.
He's probably your childhood as well. He's quite old.
Yes, I'm old as well.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it in a nasty way. Sorry.
But we fight with our heart, with honor, with fire, with passion, with soul, and our heart.
Wait, was that when Kenny Omega was... Oh, it was like the super babyface team with him and Ibushi and that. Heart, soul. Duh. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
No.
Is that what you were doing?
No, that's what Dustin said. He said heart
Did
twice.
he?
Yeah.
What was... Did he
He's
say
got two
heart
arms.
twice?
He's a cow.
Dive, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Do you not remember when it was like, who was that super babyface dream team? It was like Omega, Ibushi, maybe the Bucks at the time were face. I can't remember. There was like 5 of them. And there was one promo, it was so cringe, where they all went, "We're going to beat you because of love, friendship, heart."
Captain Planet.
Yeah, it was, oh, God.
Yeah, but it's also a nothing ass match. Even if Dustin did do an amazing balls out promo, it's like, you're not winning.
I think I might...
There's no tag teams on this thing that are serious at this point. So the only logical thing would be that MJF costs the Hurt Syndicate the match accidentally.
Maybe. I think that I'll enjoy the action of the match probably more than I'm expecting to because everyone's good.
Yeah.
And like Shelton chucking Dustin round and him trying to... It'll be all... There's loads of good bits.
Yeah, Dustin's going to bleed wonderfully.
But
good at that.
I just don't know if... Yeah, like you say, is it too predictable? I don't know.
But it's just like when Dustin goes, like, watch out for that snake in the grass, MJF, after they've all signed the contract. I know Bobby was, like, hesitant. But, like, was there not supposed to be a bit where Mark Stern was like, well, I looked at the contract, I did like that bit, and I rewrote it. And obviously that will create friction between MVP and the Hurt Syndicate lads.
Yeah, you'd think.
Yeah.
But they didn't appear to be at all.
Just felt like there was a bit missing this week.
Yeah, but I think in this little storyline that they're doing, which the crowd seems to bloody love, I think them being the tag champs is getting in the way of the rest of the division.
Possibly,
because
yeah.
realistically, no one can beat them, and there are no other people on their level. And if they are...
And Cage Maffew, it's happening.
What about... wait, I can't even remember their name now. What about... Crew.
Oh my God.
What about Crew?
That can't be the next match.
No.
Well, they lost to Dustin and
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That was the number one.
They beat the only tag team on the roster, and that's how they got the tag title.
Well, I'm still backing my boys Crew.
They get less than no pop. It's
They're-
such a shame.
With their spiky jackets or whatever.
Yeah.
Get Leo
Jackets
Rush
are
in the
nice.
Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah, he'd work there.
That history. He's a great promo.
He is.
Yeah.
Give me your favourite pose, Bobby.
But as long as he still wrestles as well, because I don't know why WWE never had him wrestle. I do know why, because he's small.
Because he's small.
Yeah.
Okada is interviewed backstage. Speedball doesn't have the right to call Okada out. The champ gets to call Speedball out. This weekend, he'll find out why Okada is CC. He'll hand Bailey his first pinfall loss in AEW.
Continental champion, I wrote.
Yes,
Just to make it, just in case anyone's lost track of the belts.
Well,
in
a
AEW.
sailor went to CCC. That's
Oh,
what's
don't do this.
happening. To see what he could CCC.
Ha ha ha.
And
Sailors
all
are-
that he could CCC was a nice turnabout of play from Okada with the final line of his promo. We're all expecting Bitch to come out, but no. Trust me, he does instead.
Renee nearly lost it. She nearly broke.
She does that every time.
Yeah.
She's a good person.
She's a good. She's
I'm
a
getting
good
tired.
It's so warm in here.
No, it's not that bad.
Ricochet wins. Exactly. Ricochet wins a match against Anthony Bowens after a sneaky shot with the scissors. Mark Briscoe attacks Trevor as he celebrates on the ramp. He sets him up on a stretcher for the froggy bow, but Ricochet recovers in time and bravely runs away.
Because it's a stretcher match at the thing.
Yes.
Now, I would have been absolutely fine with this if it was nearly any babyface apart from Bowens. What's happened there then?
I'll tell you what's happened, Jack. It's the AEW thing of bringing a lad back, giving him a big win, and then not following up on that win.
I looked this week for the pictures video, right? You know, since Bowens came back and squashed Caster and everything, and everyone's like, oh, new presentation, new gear, new music, everything.
He's the pride of AEW.
He's wrestled twice since then. He beat like Big Shotty Lee Johnson and someone else. And
Yep.
what's the point? What's the point? Just cross, all right? It's such a waste. He's so good.
Yeah. It also sucks that it's like, wait, if he was in a tag team, he'd be in a better position because there's nobody there.
Yeah.
He needs to. Sorry,
Hey,
man.
Max Caster.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry about that, Val.
But it was a good match, good back and forth match. I also disagree with the finish. I thought it was a load of bollocks, even though I guess the irony of him being hit with some scissors is quite palpable.
Well, Ricochet even did that, didn't he? Afterwards, he went. "Ugh." That's what he did when he's gone up the ramp. Ugh.
Yeah.
I need to stop doing that. I feel grim.
Yeah, but you're quoting Ricochet. It's all right.
Yes.
He's in a wonderful role here as a dickhead.
He is possibly for the Coldies, right?
Most
He's a
improved.
shoo-in.
Is he? Yeah, but can you be most improved when you've had such a storied career already?
Because he's always been crap on the mic and as a character.
But he, people look at his WWE run and stuff, and yeah, but like.
PWG or whatever was
Best
the
of
same.
Super Juniors, PWG, and all that. Yeah, but
Yeah, in-ring,
but
nobody's
he's
had any
got a
fault with him.
legacy already. Can we give a man with such a legacy, a Sean legacy, some might say,
No.
a better, most improved?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I like seeing his stuff when he's not wrestling.
Cool.
That was never the case.
He's more rounded now. Yeah, fair enough.
I
it's
think it's
fatter.
always got to be judged from like last year to the middle
That
point.
makes sense.
You know,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
It's
Yep.
a night and day situation.
Then he probably is going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Write that down when we forget.
Might as well skip that award now.
Yeah. Well done, Ricochet. Ricochet.
Ricochet.
It's like the TNA version of Michael Flatley. I don't know why that's come out of my mouth.
Ricochet.
Ricochet.
That's good.
I'm with you. Oh,
Irish.
God. Whoa, let's move on. Stokely Hathaway and FTR got a backstage promo. They want to sign their contract in person on Collision so that no one can see it. Oops, sorry. So they can look Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness in the eyes. The faces can even bring along Daddy Magic so everybody can watch Nigel sign the last match contract of his career. Oh, you fiend.
Aye.
Why Iota?
Yeah. Nothing much to say about
Yeah,
that.
that was it. Renee hosts an interview in the ring with Jamie Hayter and Mercedes Moné. Jamie says she's the underdog, but underestimating her will result in Moné getting hurt. She's rough around the edges and doesn't walk around like a CEO, but she's a fighter. This means more to Jamie than it does to Mercedes, and they both know it. It's not about a title shot. If Jamie loses, what does that mean for her future? She has to win. Moné says she's the Beyonce of women's wrestling. She's right to look through Jamie like the glass doll that she is. Ooh. Mercedes always gets what she wants. She's heading to All In to become the women's world champion. Sunday's match is about cementing her legacy, and it won't be the beginning of Jamie's story. It'll just be the end of her chapter. Jamie mocks Mercedes for losing the New Japan Strong Women's title. Moné attacks Jamie, who fights back and lays out the TBS champ with a haterade. Tony Storm arrives and joins the announced team for the next match.
Possible foreshadowing. Hater standing tall and Tony coming out. No.
Do you think he's going to win?
Nah, it's gonna. They've got the big show in Texas
Yep.
Not Paul White. But it's going to be Mercedes and Tony there, you'd think.
As much as I think Jamie Hayter's a really good wrestler and everything, the big money match is obviously, Mercedes and Tony.
Yeah. I thought it was a nice change of pace for the promo from Hayter's recent promos. She didn't have a case of the Nathan Frasers here. Now it was a big relief for me watching it.
Yeah.
Jinx because they were in front of a crowd.
Maybe.
It felt a bit more natural.
Yeah.
But then, weirdly, the other way around, Monet is at her most natural not in front of a crowd and sometimes doesn't do as well in front of a crowd, which I thought she did fine here. Absolutely fine.
The
Absolutely
Beyonce
fine.
of women's wrestling.
She is.
What does that mean?
Everyone likes Beyonce and says she's the best. There you go. Yeah.
Queen Bee.
Buzz.
It was a good little segment. Good little brawl as well. Because me and Sam on the predictions, it's not a spoiler because they came out yesterday. We were saying, could that be the tipping point for Mercedes? Because obviously when Mercedes launches the attack, that's when Jamie Hayter goes, you've got one less title than normal. She goes, bash. Could she lose another one and go further down that slippery
She's
slope?
going to lose everything.
Oh, now you've not got that. You mean you actually lose a title in a match here in AEW? Maybe.
It could be are we doing this for this one as well? It could be the best match of the night. But,
Oh, yes. Oh, of course we're doing it for this
we're doing
one.
I'll wait until the
And
end.
then we're going to compare our greatest WWE match of the weekend to the AEW one and cause everyone to call us.
Yeah, because people like it when people compare the rosters. People have well-measured responses to those.
It's just like our handsome men's bracket we did that time.
Just like that.
Yes.
Was there Fury from that? Or?
No, just in terms of it, we had two winners from each company. And then
Oh.
I think it was Roman and Cole, and then Roman won.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
come
I
on.
mean, yeah, of course.
Come
Yeah,
on.
of course, man. Come on. We're only human.
Yeah.
Mina Shirakawa beats Julia Hart. She makes the belt motion towards Tony, but Julia attacks her from behind. Mina fights back and locks in the figure four, but Sky Blue saves her pal. The heels beat Mina down, but Tony makes a save, and the faces clear the ring. They have a tug of war over the title belt, which turns into a brawl. Mina locks in a figure four around the ring post until refs break it up.
She's Bret Hart now. Wow.
Good. The best there is.
Imagine Bret doing her entrance.
Yeah.
I thought my big takeaway from this was that Mina was made to look very strong. She got the better of Julia despite being attacked from behind after the match. And then she got the better of Tony in the brawl after.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a match in the background while Tony Storm was again in the foreground, which, again, we've said this every week, but when she's such a devastating presence and she's amazing on commentary, again, it's her division. Everyone else is just living in it. It's so bloody hot here in Albuquerque. Luckily, I've left my dog in the car. Oof. Yeah, good match, but it's like, you're not winning, Julia.
Yeah, it was, because I 1, 2, 3. Yes, 1, 2. I don't know what. I was going to try and say something, but I can't really add anything, so I'm going to just make noises.
Good. The Booker T effect.
I guess it's added a bit of doubt, the injury to Tony Storm's leg, because we're still all thinking that Tony's going to retain, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Mina's beaten her, hasn't she?
She has
Pinned
been
her.
last year at Forbidden.
I thought she beat her like the other week.
Oh, yes. Oh.
So I just really... so I really do think that Tony is winning. Maybe that's why, Mina was made to look so strong just to try and give us some doubt.
Yeah.
I'm still looking forward to the match, though.
It'll still be a ding-dong battle.
Yeah.
Hello. The Bucks are interviewed as they leave the building. They mock Joe for failing to get his hands on them tonight. Of course, Joe and Hobbs burst out from behind a curtain and attack the lads. Both sets of allies join in, and everybody brawls towards the ring as the Dynamite music plays for some reason. The faces are in control, but Gabe Kidd arrives to turn the tide. The Bucks put Omega and Swerve through a pair of tables, and the show ends with the heels standing tall. Ooh. I think it was the music played because they were well past the hour.
Stop playing closing time.
This is the yeah. You go where you like, but you can't stay here.
I think we're trying to just recreate those moments in the past where someone's theme has been playing and they've been fighting, like John Moxley's theme was playing that time. And everyone
Yeah, of
loved it.
course. But I prefer those moments to this one.
Yeah.
Some 41 isn't really the that's who did the new Dynamite, isn't it? Yeah, it's not the same.
Unless Darby's coming in, cowabungering.
Yeah.
I was all right. I enjoyed the Bucks' little trope. Well, not trope, that's the wrong word. I am getting tired. Their little jiggery pokery at the end there.
With what?
We're not getting caught. We're off home now. Toodle pip.
Oh dear, we did.
Samoa Joe got them.
And thankfully, they got attacked. So the good guys got attacked in the end. So I was like, okay, there is some doubt then.
Who do you think's winning?
Faces.
Faces?
Yes.
I want the faces to win, but the Bucks are like, no.
It's like a
Heat.
semi-final before Texas is the
Yeah,
final.
right,
yeah.
This is the semi-final to set up the final. So surely
Right.
the faces have got to stand tall before Moxley's final fall
Yeah, you
at the
think.
pay-per-view.
To start the dominoes toppling.
Yes.
Toppling.
Yeah, we've finally been waiting all this time.
I mean, I thought that's why we all thought Cope was going to beat him because he toppled all those dominoes.
Yeah.
And then one of the dominoes went, I've changed my mind. I'm Wheeler Yuta. I'm going to just,
It's an issue with Cope, you know. On my Instagram this week, he was at the Toronto Maple Leafs game, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And some sort of ice hockey team. And he's asked, like, which AEW roster member would make the best ice hockey player? And he goes, well, me.
Oh, he's the same everywhere.
He was like, I can still do whatever. But he goes, I guess Will Ospreay would be quite interesting to see as a hockey player as well. He's proper into himself. It's a shame to see.
Yeah.
Damn it.
On
Cope.
this day, I can't think clearly.
I thought I knew him.
So did I. You seem like such a nice guy on the ENC pod of awesomeness.
Did he? I never really listened to much of that.
It was funny.
There was a lot of slang going on, a lot of in-jokes. Rocket strap.
Brother, yes.
Yeah.
We have the card for Double or Nothing.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
You bugger. All right, Jamie Hayter takes on Mercedes Moné.
Wrestling clinic.
Yeah, it could be the best match.
The Hurt Syndicate versus the Sons of Texas. Oh, yeah, there's that tag.
I am less than interested in this just because it is so much of a foregone conclusion.
Same.
I don't necessarily think it's a foregone conclusion.
Because of MJF.
Yeah, because this might be the time for him to do something and go, SpaghettiOs. And then,
I think that I'll enjoy the action of the match. But it won't be one where it's like, this match is next. I'll be like, yes.
yeah, I get you. Talon Tony Storm takes on Mina Shirakawa.
Cool.
Could go one of two ways, either a wrestling clinic or a little bit of silly bollocks here and there.
Dance
Yeah,
off.
I think either way it happens, Mina is someone who can keep up with Tony's silly bollocks, so good for her.
Yep.
FTR with Stokely versus Danny Garcia and Nigel McGuinness.
Could
Heartbreak.
Be class. Yeah, could be class.
Bye-bye, Nige.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think Garcia turns heel me. I'm going to go with my pitch from this one.
Oh, that'd be the most interesting thing he's done in ages if that
Yeah.
happens.
I think
yeah.
he needs to, yeah. He was showing heel signs in the loss to Cole, wasn't he, Adam Cole?
Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet in a stretcher match.
Will be fun.
Could be a show stealer.
I think we'll get a moment similar to-ish Christian's big fall through the stage in that coffin match that time.
Oh, that was nice.
Something big and stupid like that.
Oh, when he just fell abruptly.
Yeah.
Ooh. yeah.
We'll get something like that.
Yeah.
But which might, because I predicted Trev to win. Because Trevor has never won an AEW pay-per-view match.
Really?
He is
probably true, yeah.
currently on a 3-match winning streak in singles matches on TV, but he's never won ever. Whether it be a tag team, whatever, multi-man match, he's never won.
Yeah.
Well, why'd
And
you pick
Mark
him then?
never wins.
Why'd you pick
either.
him? He's
Surely-
crap. He's
surely-
crap.
surely it's gotta be time.
No, I agree. I think that he's higher in the pecking order than Mark currently. Sure.
Anarchy in the Arena match. Omega, Swerve, Willow, the Ops of Smojo, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Shibata take on the Death Riders, Moxley, Claudio, Marina Shafir, and Wheeler Yuta. These shades are not helping. And the Young Bucks. That'll be a big old thing.
Ron Seal, wasn't it? Ron Seal.
Yeah.
Can't bring myself to look forward to it because when I'm doing my quick recaps and that during the what happened, making the what happened that video.
How bright is it? Yeah.
It's so bright.
Bloody hell.
I keep looking at you.
Can't believe
You've
how
never
bright it
looked
is.
more HD in all my days, Joel.
Yeah, whoa. I can see your follicles.
And when I do the what happened that videos, Anarchy in the Arena, I'm dreading covering, like writing notes. I'll be like, oh god, because it's going to be too much.
Yeah, it could be an interesting spectacle. Okada versus Bailey for the CC.
Cool.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
But it's a foregone conclusion, surely.
Yeah, it is. That's
Okada.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think Bailey's going to win?
We're gonna get
Okada?
Yeah.
Do we think Bailey's going to beat Okada, mate?
This
Who is
close,
going to beat Okada at this point?
this close to Texas, where they've already really made it clear that it's going to be Okada.
I think
versus
Kenny Omega's going to beat Okada. Yeah.
Yeah.
He forgot about that match, didn't he? Forgot about that.
No.
you
I'm
remember
showing
when
support
the-
to Mike Bailey, my number one fan.
They had the
Your
standoff.
number one fan.
Oh, yeah, he loves me.
Wow.
Nah, he legit hates us. Hangman Adam Page takes on Will Ospreay. What might be the main event, we don't know, but Ospreay hinted
That-
towards it.
I think it is the main
To
event.
quote
yeah.
Simon Cowell, that might not be match of the night.
Right.
That might stop.
Go on.
That
What
might
will
be
it
match
be?
of the weekend.
That might be match of the year.
Oh, not just the weekend.
Ooh.
I'm saying it now. My current match of the year, lads, because I keep a list. I'm sad. For the
No,
podcast
you're a
I do.
pro-
For the
you're-
podcast I
you're a
do.
content
the matches
creator.
of the month podcast, Ross.
I just go on cage match and pick the best one. I don't know.
A non-biased cage match.
I think my current front runner is Gabe and Omega at the start of the year.
Oh yeah.
But this could eclipse that. A total eclipse of the heart.
Good song.
Little finger.
Yeah.
That's all I've got to say.
Yeah. But who's winning, Jack?
That one.
No, but who's winning the match?
Osprey.
You think?
What about
I'm going
you?
to say Page then.
It's hard to tell.
It is very hard to
It's
tell.
famous told.
Joel?
I'd say Osprey. Yeah.
But I
I'm
wouldn't
we
be
do
too
that now.
shocked if Paige did win, though.
Oh, yeah, I could go either way, but nah, yeah, I'd go Ospreay.
Okay.
I think that'll be a match of the weekend as well.
I think it'll be match of maybe not the weekend, but maybe no. Sorry, I'm doing it again.
I'll go for that main event being the match of the weekend out of the 3 shows on offer.
Oh, yeah, God.
Kind of hard to pick against it when it's Ospreay and Hangman, isn't it?
I can't think of anything that I'm going to be more interested in seeing than Paige versus Ospreay. Yeah.
Really? Oh,
It's a loaded weekend, though. I mean,
It is.
that Double or Nothing card looks really good.
Yeah.
Only 8 matches.
I'm going to say it's
They
short.
always are. They always are.
sure.
Yeah, it'll be about 12 to 30.
That'll be
We'll
the
see
flea
Serpent
kickoff
go,
show.
don't
That
you
won't
worry.
work.
If it was just this, it'd be lovely. It's a great card, that.
That could be
they'll
show
add
of the
like
year.
5 more, yeah.
yeah.
Cool. That was the week of wrestling.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
Mailbag time. Hey, diddle. Ross
cat
and
and the
Jack. Right, that was a
fiddle.
big pause there. I'll try it again. Hey, diddle, Ross and Jack. The cat, Maffew, and the fiddle, Joel.
Fiddle. Oh my.
Picture the scene. Me, 41, male, driving in the car with my stepson, 17, male, and his 2 friends, 17, male, and his recent more than a friend, 16, female.
It's a socially complex situation already.
Is this going to be a quiz at the test at the end? I am being thoroughly entertained by their youthful conversations, like which is the best music app, YouTube Music, Spotify, or Apple Music. When the conversation turns to pros and cons of certain video games I have never heard of. One such game is apparently the worst because the developer releases 5-star characters that are in high demand and also infuriatingly expensive for the teenage budget. 16F, that's what it's written down, inquired why anyone would spend such amounts of money on these characters. And one of the 17M friends sheepishly mumbled something about anime girls, which prompted 16F to respond understandingly. Quote, Guna bait. This elicited a sharp ha from me as I immediately thought of you 3. Oh no! Followed by silence. Weird, pulsating silence as the teens considered the possible outcomes of me understanding their language. Who's excited for bowling? I asked the gallery, who promptly went back to ignoring me and continued their video game conversations. Thought you would find this quite entertaining, and since this is still a wrestling podcast, what is an under-the-radar moment, promo, segment, or match that made you pop but doesn't get enough recognition?
Oh my God.
2 for me would have to be Big E turning face and coming back to the aid of CM Punk after Heyman, Ryback, and Curtis Axel interfered in their match.
Wow.
And when the 2020 Rumble set up a showdown between Peak, Keith Lee, and Brock Lesnar, with Lesnar eliminating each entrant one by one, building to him reaching the record 13 eliminations, only for Don't Forget About Keith to come down the ramp at 13 and go blow for blow. Stop it, Maffew. My reputation precedes me with him. Thank you so much for everything you do. Former Minnesota Timberwolves, American basketball, point guard, Pooh Richardson,
No.
a.k.a. Joe from San Diego. Bloody hell, Joe.
P-double-O.
Yep.
No. Is it? Thank you, Joe from San Diego.
Joe from San Diego.
Thank you,
His name
Joe.
rhymes.
Yes.
Thank you very much, mate. An amazing...
P-double-O-H.
That's right.
Pooh Richardson.
Like Winnie. And yeah, thank you very much, mate. Amazing conversation, or amazing moment to let the kids let slip that you know what they're saying. Uh-huh.
It's a
Careful.
nickname, by the way, as well. Jerome Richardson Jr. is his name.
Why would you choose
Look,
the name?
I'm reading out what it says here.
I'm just saying, it doesn't qualify for the certain lads we're
Ah,
going on. Remember,
okay.
who were they? Like Ricky Ticky Bobby Wobbin or something like that
Yeah,
last week?
yeah.
Can't remember what his name was.
That's Mr. Ricky T. Bob and T. Cool. So, any little moments that go under the radar for people?
Do you know what? Do you know a moment that gave me actual goosebumps? As a man in my 30s watching fake sports on the TV was, you know, like Owens and Austin and everything in the main event of that WrestleMania Night 1. It's not even... The bit where I was like, hang on, was when the way that Owens... They're sat in the ring and that, and Owens reveals on the mic that it's all been just a ruse to get Austin in the ring. And he's like, I've tricked you, Steve. I don't know why, but that got... I was like, oh, even though we all... Well, you didn't. But even though we thought that it was going to be a match.
Yeah. Hey, I took my punishment.
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
a man of my word.
Okay.
Well, that was the hot sauce, wasn't it?
It's a shame that out of instinct, my body's like, run. It's like, run where? It's inside you. Should have gone on camera, but that was horrible because turns out drinking a gallon of dairy-free milk to get rid of hot sauce. Not only does it not bloody work because the stuff that makes the hot stuff less hot is in dairy, but also your body's a bit like, why are you just down an entire thing of milk?
Yeah.
You Kurt Angle 01, freak.
So, my little underrated bit is Owens' build up to that reveal.
Okay.
I've tricked you, Steve. I was like, wow.
That's nice.
I don't know why it's just the understated way he says it. Just, goodness me.
I've got one.
Go on then.
Freddie Blassie made his way to the ring at Royal Rumble 2000 because they announced all these goons. They say to judge the swimsuit contest, and it's like, who is it? It's
There's some rogue names in there.
yeah. There's like, that guy and that, and it really is like, who's backstage? Who's got a sweater? Can come sit down on ringside and goon. And then it's like, so there's mildest of mild pops, and then there's like, and also last but not least, manager of champions himself, Hollywood fashion plate, Freddie Blass. And it's just this in the year 2000, year of our Lord 2000, the crowd's just like murmur, loud. And then just like, and it was such a pop that people had to be telling youngins, no. He's a legend. Like, you better get up and applaud him. It gets just this amazing, like, it's Freddie Blassie.
Wow, we've both chosen quite sentimental ones there.
Yeah.
My answer's
No pressure.
terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, my answer could not be worse. It's too recent to even qualify for the question.
Go on.
Gunter's promo juice. That got
Which
me. Only the hands of God can take my hands off.
That was on Pat.
On Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop you like a wet
I
towel.
can't even do it right. But yeah, that got me want to just hurt someone.
Oh, okay.
I hurt people.
Oh,
I don't
no.
hurt anyone. Too soft. But I can't. I'm trying to think of a better answer, and I can't.
No, it's nice though.
That was a good one.
Yeah, the match didn't follow suit. Well, the first part of the match didn't follow suit.
Again, I can't believe that people hated that match. And I was there going, yeah, this is great. What, he's beating the hell out
The
of Pat.
first little bit.
The slippy slip.
Michael Cole with the assist.
I would have loved to have been in the room with you when that happened. That false finish.
That had me leaning. Watch a show like this and then like you go, because you watch wrestling a bunch of times, you go, wait, no, not the WrestleMania 5 spot. And it's like, okay.
You've got to go down in FIFA. It's time to sit forward.
Yeah, really, like, so thank you, Joe.
Yes, thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Pooh.
Hope you had a nice bowling
Yes.
with your Gooner kids.
Oh, no.
Dear Diddlesticks, Ross getting to second base at Northumberland. What the bloody hell?
Northumberlandia.
Northumberlandia.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
I was there last weekend. Yeah, got to second base because I walked not only on her forehead but also on her left tit. It's a human-made human in the grass. My God!
Wow.
It's a man-made grassy structure in the form
Okay.
of a lady. Jesus Christ!
Ross getting a second base at Pervert Park reminded me of a thing local
You
to
ever
me.
seen it before?
I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't get a picture of it.
Near Cramlington.
Looks like it's been shaved into the grass with a laser.
That's the one, right? I didn't realize that it had a name.
Northumberland.
Northumberlandia.
It is a hill made entirely of pony.
Wait, I've missed a bit.
Yeah, bloody hell. Dear Diddlesticks, Ross getting the second base at Northumberlandia reminded me of a part local to me which has a hill made entirely of pony.
What?
And there's a link to click. Well done.
There you go. It's just like that. But Northumberlandia is a lady, not an oaks.
No, an O's.
Oh, there's no greater thrill.
Oh, O's. I thought Maffew in particular would enjoy this pony hill.
That's got to be some sort of offensive thing to say.
I know what you've said there. Ooh.
No,
but wanted to ask Jack what he thought of the accuracy of the piece. Does it look like ponies to you? Oh, the ponies you and your friends had in your second Alex Gilbert. Oh,
Does it though?
nailed it.
I hate any equestrian animal, by the way. I can't stand them. They're terrifying.
My wrestling question. I really regret not attending NXT download and wish WWE or AEW would run more unique venues when they tour abroad. Obviously, it's quite a complicated process to host an outdoor event in the UK, so maybe we take a Cultaholic Pictures approach to this question and make it a best-case scenario. Which specific location would you like to host a 6-card pay-per-view? Are there specific environmental conditions to this event? My answer is Javon versus Ospreay on the moon 6 times. That's the pay-per-view. Yours, Bebe Bennett, she/her, and also a fake name to keep you anonymous. P.S. Thank you for doing this podcast every week. I hope you get a chance to do this in a beer garden one of these summer's days.
We're going around to Joel's on Monday.
Yeah, you got heard?
Yeah.
Oh, that's on Monday.
We should do it in a beer garden.
It's not even
One of the
Joel's,
days.
it's his girlfriend's. We should probably ask permission.
Nah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Triple B, for the amazing lead up there.
It was a great
The
question.
swerve was amazing.
It was a good email.
There's only one answer for this question, just to see who
I
is the
think
hardest wrestler. You got to go to Stoke-on-Trent on a cold Tuesday night. Can they do it on a cold Tuesday night in Stoke?
Yes.
The Britannia, is it called the Britannia? It's not called that anymore, is it? The Bet365 Stadium. I don't know what it's called. Get it in there.
I only recently found out where that came from. What was the team that would do really well at Stoke-on-Trent?
Stoke.
Yeah, that makes sense. They were just the masters of the throw.
Yeah, the long Roy Delap.
Yeah, I know. I just heard that expression so many times. It was like a cliche commentators would say or something. And obviously it was because Stoke was so good at throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Just one player.
Yeah. Oh, was it just one guy?
Roy Delap.
Roy Delap.
Just a massive throw, yeah.
It's when you
That's
fancy,
amazing, that.
You
Yeah.
fancy down teams that would play tiki-taka football.
Arsene Wenger hated him.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
I mean,
it was
it's
great.
like
Tony Pulis had his number for a good couple of years, Maffew.
And Tony
That's
Pulis
such a great thing
was
to
a
hear.
proper like S-house interview as well. Like he'd be there going like, it's the laughing dog. It's brilliant.
It sounds like the Detroit Pistons. Wow, why are we so good at defense?
Dirty.
We'd punch people out of the air.
Oh, that is what's
okay.
Ryan Shawcross, a terrifying centre back.
Yeah.
Oh, I would not mess with him.
Yeah. Oh, so thank you for that. I thought you were going to say the obvious one is Butlins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was a similar.
Well, maybe there's 90s night for you.
I don't know what matches I'd have on it. I don't even care what matches I'd have on it. When I was first sort of the age where you start drinking, it's not of
10.
drinking age, but no, I was like probably, let's just say when I was like 16 yeah. I remember going to Cornwall with my mate from school during the Easter holidays. You know, his family were like, we're going to Cornwall, you can bring a friend, and he chose me. And it was such a golden week or however long we were there for. The weather was lovely, went surfing and that. And then, because the pub was very lax, they let us have pints as well afterwards. And I can think of nothing better than just sitting on that beach with a lovely pint of Cornish Rattler, watching the wrestling as the sun goes
That's
down.
nice. So this is a childhood friend then?
Yeah, he's
You
still
go
a
to
mate
school
now.
with them?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. So do you do polo?
I don't want to comment any further.
Did those giant chess pieces?
I can't believe I got suckered in there and went, yeah, he's my friend. Yeah. And I saw your face change.
Frantically trying to think of what posh people do. I doubt they play Donkey Kong Country, so they're going to be doing that.
What was he in there? I'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
He's married now. I went to his wedding last year.
Oh, fantastic. Which castle did he get married at? Sorry. These are good jokes. Also,
Buckingham Palace. No.
Also, would Beamish be a good place? And let's pretend it's the whatever decade Beamish is supposed to be. I forget now.
Take your pick. There's 50s,
they've got different ones on there,
there's
yeah.
50s land now.
1950s wrestling, like, you know, those progress shows where pretend it was the 80s or whatever, but like, just, you know.
Well, there's
The
Victorian day.
winner is that gets a tuppence.
When did you last go to Beamish?
When I was about 9.
Yeah, I've not been for
right. I've not been
years.
as an adult.
But it feels like people, I guess it's people who've moved up here have gone. Because
Right.
have you been to Beamish?
Yeah, but like 5 years ago maybe. It's a
Right.
while ago. Owen went the other week.
Yes.
It's the first time, I think.
Oh, okay.
For those who don't know, which probably most listeners,
Right.
Beamish is a local historic experience. That's
Yeah.
what I call it. Yeah, village.
A living museum, isn't
Yes.
it?
That's the
that's
one,
the
isn't
one.
it? Yeah.
So, well, actual people who are pretending it's the Victorian era. You can go, I remember the classroom tour,
Yeah.
Yeah.
playing in the playground with the little hoop with the stick.
Right, right. And are there people, am I right in saying there's people there who are like in character? Like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
actors,
me,
yeah.
Actors, yeah.
Dave the potato delivery man.
Like the
or
South
whatever.
Park episode where they can't break character.
Yeah,
There's
right,
an
right.
attack on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there was that famous story about the guy that was basically got his money from organised crime. And for some reason, he had like a bunch of laundrettes, I think, near the area. And for some reason, he just really liked Beamish, so he donated like millions to them.
Oh,
This is one gang to go, you know what? I bloody love Beamish.
very specific Robin Hood.
Yeah, right? Anyway. Good morrow, diddlers.
Good morrow.
Hi.
Hope you're all well and living the dream and all that goodness. This weekend just gone, I managed to convince 3 of my closest friends to attend a local indie show in Stevenage from the promotion UB-Dub. Overall, the experience was great, and my friends, who I am slowly converting into wrestling fans, you monster, all seemed to have a great time. It did start a bit awkward as the show was held in a secondary school hall. As we turned up the venue, we soon realised that us 4 were the only 4 people there who were not attending the show with their children, which made us look a bit diddlery.
Oh, God.
We soon got over that when the matches started and we all picked which tag team or wrestler we were cheering for during the match. Normally the heels because we are arseholes.
Oh, no.
Our favourite from the night was the referee David, who was straight away gravitated towards due to him just being a ref who come out to someone else's theme. It was assumed when it first happened that David has his own theme and was about to mash someone up, but alas, The highlight was when in one of the little title matches, David was refereeing. We did the classic thing of cheering when the title was lifted, like when a football team wins a trophy. As soon as David lifted the
They've
belt,
ruined so many kids' nights.
right, he then proceeded to drop the belt onto the mat.
Oh no!
This sent me and my friends into an absolute frenzy, and even writing this, I'm laughing just thinking about how poor David and his big moment. My question to you gents is, have you ever had a time when you've attended a show where you could not stop laughing at something that has happened, even though it wasn't that funny? Keep up the golden work you guys bring out. The whole reason I'm back into wrestling and going to shows is because of you guys and the pod. Whenever I've caught up with the recent podcast, I get back through the archives and listen to older episodes. Have a fantastic day/evening. Lots of love. Alex from Hertfordshire. Thank you, Alex.
Thank
you
you,
absolute
Alex.
bastard. Ruining people's happy days.
That is a collection of really funnily worded. They've been good emails, those
No,
ones
some
this
fantastic
week.
stuff there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hopefully next week I'm taking my mate to North in Leeds because he lives in Manchester.
Lovely.
We were going to meet up, and Leeds is much closer for him.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, of course.
but I was like, he said to me, he's like, actually, can we go to the wrestling? And he's not a wrestling fan, so I think he's going to have a hilarious time. Probably he's not going to know what's going on, but that's sometimes I reckon sometimes the people who aren't wrestling fans have the best time because it's like pantomime. Hopefully next week. I can't think. If he's got an answer, I'll try and think of one now.
NXT's house show in 2015.
Oh, what a good
Oh
day.
my god!
Me and Jack made each other laugh so much. Even
Not
though
just us, but the surrounding people also.
we could have.
Don't. I know what he was gonna say.
No, say nothing.
All right then.
It was a lovely time.
Great
yes.
time.
Everyone was very over it. So good that NXT's never come back here.
The highlight.
Very
The
surprising.
only thing I remember from that night was Bull Dempsey came out.
Oh no!
And everyone was chanting Bull Fit.
That's right.
And I replaced the Fit with. It rhymes with that, but it starts with an S.
Oh.
And
I don't understand.
The ladies down below lost their bananas, so they did.
Oh, he's mentioned the lady down below.
They lost their bananas.
They wanted to be our friends. Those ladies. They were big fans.
So that would be the answer to that question.
That's nice. I didn't mean to do this. I've talked about this before. When Arise in Leeds, and they advertised fans bring the weapons match. I was like, all right. And this was when they were right. It was the weird venue. Didn't last very long.
Was this the one I went to with you?
It was the
vegan cafe?
yeah. It was right next to the vegan cafe. I think-
Yeah, they didn't know what they'd booked.
Yeah, it was so many. Literally, when we say vegan cafe, it's not a euphemism. It's a vegan cafe with like local produce and
How would that be a
poetry. Poetry. Look. Someone asked me to rate the Pony Hill earlier. You can look. I'm trusting nothing now. But like poetry, like Monday night poetry readings, Tuesday Communist Manifesto, Saturday hardcore wrestling,
Deathmatch tournament.
All right,
yeah. Great.
great. But it said fans bring the weapons. So, because it had a lot of other things to purchase, I bought a big leek, the vegetable. And they were this thing was massive, by the way. So I looked and go, that'll be good. So the ring announcer, I forget who it was just like, oh, now it's the fans brings the weapon match. So I go up and I put my leek in the ring because that's it. It's how else is going to use it. I'm just going to hold it, keep it to myself, am I? And it turns out no one else bought any weapons because they're all tight gets in Leeds. So everyone was like, look, Maffew put a leak in the ring. And I think one of the wrestlers was Michael Caden. I forget who the other guy was. I do apologise. But
This
anyway.
isn't the show I went to with you.
Right.
You must have been in multiple deathmatch tournaments in that vegan
Oh, yeah,
cafe.
yeah.
All right.
That poor cafe. And yeah, so these guys are doing spots that have already obviously looked and goes, well, no one's brought anything. So obviously had spots they've had before, set up and like, all right, I'll have a chair here, a table or something here, blah, blah, blah. And all the time they're doing all these moves and stuff, the crowd are going, use the leak, use the leak. I'm like, oh, God, no, this has gone horribly. I'm not trying to be the center of attention. I was coming to see, watch a bloody wrestling show. And eventually, you have to using a chair and a barbed wire stick and stuff that properly hurts. Like, Caden bleeding gets the leak crowd. Yay! Use the leak. Bump. Yay! I'm like, and they're like, well done, Maffew. I'm like, oh, God. And apparently, the show after that, loads of people went and got leaks that time.
Oh, nice.
Because obviously, they couldn't go next door because that was an entire 10 yards away.
You always start trends at these wrestling. You do cowboy stuff in Germany as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that was nice. That was more heartwarming than anything else.
All right. I'm
sure people looked at us and went, look at the state of them. Had a nice time. But we had a good time going yeehaw.
Oh, yeah.
And booing Cara Noir. That always brings a tear to my heart.
I've got one, but unfortunately it is from one of our own wrestling shows, WCPW.
Hell yeah.
It was when, I never, did it sound like I swore there? Am I right?
Yeah, be all right. The AI bots aren't listening to this.
I never got to the bottom of it, but I feel like it was a rib. Do you remember Get 'em Boys? That had me in bits.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam's sending the baby faces to save the day because Adam Pacini's the GM at the time, but it's before he turned heel.
Yeah.
So he comes out on the stage and goes, "Get 'em, boys!" that, and like 6 seconds pass of him just the wrestlers had to have been there like, wait, one sec.
Also a certain ring announcer joining the Prestige, but it was only supposed to be a dark match thing. But then afterwards, events afterwards, people were booing the ring announcer, Steve Aaron.
Because he joined the Prestige.
I'm like, we saw you last show, and he's like, no, that was just supposed to be a dark match thing. That didn't happen. And we're like, bollocks, we all saw you. You're a heel.
Without naming names, I think a member of the Prestige was like, that's not staying. We're retconning that straight away. We're not having the heel ring announcer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They wanted to do the exploding camera spot, but they
Like
couldn't.
the Yokozuna,
They wanted to do that.
They wanted to do that with Stevie, but they couldn't get it to work.
Why would they want to do that?
because
You know what we love?
because it was
The exploding camera spot from King of the Ring 93.
Because it was a promotion ran by wrestling fans in their 40s, Matthew. That's why. That's why. No, some of them were younger than that.
Late 30s.
Late 30s, all right, yeah, you're right.
I would have loved it.
Yeah, great, Kenny, thank you.
Kenny wasn't running.
Kenny
it.
wasn't one of them, man.
No.
Don't put his
come
name
on
in.
now.
Sorry. Is there anything I can do an impression of?
Get 'em Boys is the one that sticks out for me. That was a really, really.
Steve
good
Aaron should
moment.
have be the person running out to save the day.
It was normal baby faces, but then Pachi tried to. I think it must have been because I found it so funny. Then the World Cup final happened. I've told this on an early podcast episode because I've seen a clip of it since.
Oh, yeah.
Kushida's just beaten Ospreay in the final of the tournament, which is a weird thing to say now. Pachiti's about to hit my music just so I can run out and save the day because the heels are beating down the faces. And I think just Moose or whoever was going to run out and save the day. Pachiti's like, I might play your music. I was like, no, please. Because that would have been the worst thing ever. We had fun sometimes, you know.
So who would you have had to beat up?
Probably the Prestige. Yeah. Come here, Hendry. Yeah.
That's a rib.
And my music.
Would you have run out if you played the music?
No, I'd have run out of the fire exit probably and left and never come back.
Set off the fire alarm of the process.
My theme had a really childlike whoa.
What if the crowd was like, yay, Jack.
Oh man, I should have. But really, my answer is that NXT show with Ross though. Oh, what a funny time we had.
Great time.
It was a great
I don't
time.
specifically remember much.
Me neither.
No.
Well, we've been at Weatherspoons before, haven't we?
Yeah.
You couldn't tell.
I remember Ross's bull fit, his take on that, and I remember everyone's trying to ask who's going to kill you, and I waited right, and then I went, she might not. Come on, oh, come on. Again, lasses down the front, lasses in front were like, who are these two? These are class, these lads.
Little did they know, 2 months later.
Oh, we were on the channel.
Global
This is before we were on the channel.
I remember.
Oh.
God.
Wow.
Brilliant guys.
Amazing. Aren't we funny? Mailbag at cultaholic.com. Please send in your stuff. We appreciate and love all of you. Wrist piss from the vault.
From the vault, indeed.
Hi guys, waves.
Hi.
Much like you, I was devastated to see the implosion of Chase U on last week's NXT. Bloody hell, mate. Hang on, all right, okay, now I'm not going to read it. Where that dastardly Ridge Holland betrayed, God, the U. It got me thinking, where does this stack up against the all-time great heel turns? So I thought, what better way to decide this than with a good old-fashioned winner stays on bracket.
Come on.
As always, Maffew holds the deciding vote for tiebreakers. So without further ado, Ridge Holland breaking up the U versus Pacitti turns heel on Martin Kirby. WCPW refused to lose.
I'm genuinely, and this is not biased, I'm picking Pachiti's. It was better.
It's Pachiti's.
Oh, yeah,
better,
Pacitti, yeah.
It was really good heel turn.
Amazing moment.
Is that Adam Pachetti?
Oh, Jim.
Alex Shane was toilet sign.
Toilet chain was so
Amazing.
Oh, God. He was getting annoyed with our mate Gilly. Mine and Sam's mate was sat behind him. Just whenever the camera's on, he's going like,
Didn't look as daft as Alex. Don't worry. Versus Bailey is no longer a hugger. Turns on Becky.
Pachiti's.
Pachiti's, yeah, honestly. Oh, no.
Versus Eddie betraying Ray.
Now we're up against the big boys.
Now we're serious.
Well, that's when the feud got a bit silly, though, didn't it? Like, it was a good feud, and it's just like, I lied.
But he knew a
I'm your
secret,
dad.
Maffew. He knew a secret. I want to go at him, you know.
For the moment itself, Pacitti, for the obviously the custody of dominant ladder match. You can't mess around with such a great stipulation. But for the moment itself, Adam.
With a kid dangling from the roof.
Yeah.
I'm picking Pachi. The Festival of Friendship. Oh, now
there-
we're
now
talking.
we
Can't in good
Now we're
faith
talking.
say Adams was better than that.
But did Adams come
You
first?
can say in bad faith.
If Adams came first, I think they may have taken
I think
inspiration.
Adams was
from-
was
No.
the Festival of Friendship not the
2017 or
And Adams would have
2016.
been late
'cause They did
2016.
Mania 2017 as the blow-off.
It was either the summer of 16. Adams was the autumn of 16,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, it might be
We're
close then.
Yeah. Joe, could you say
No, I think the Festival of Friendship was afterwards.
Yeah, me too. But I'm going.
Stealing
Unfortunately, I am going for the Festival
It
of
is the
Friendship.
Festival of Friendship.
Yeah.
anyway.
But Adams had a good run. There.
Oh, but here's a good one afterwards there. Mark Henry's retirement speech.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
It was February 2017
Oh,
when
oh,
the Festival of
February.
Friendship.
Oh, it's
Adams-
February, is that late? Okay,
Adams was a few
fair
months
enough.
earlier than you.
The lie, they cheat this deal. Janetti going through the barbershop window.
Henry
That
for me.
coward.
I'm still picking. I know it's an all-time heel turn. I'm still picking Mark Henry as well.
I'm going Mark Henry as well.
Mark Henry. Ciampa betraying Gargano.
Oh, I don't
That's
know.
when they got us with the little thing in the bottom
Ooh, I
corner.
know. That was
Yeah.
an amazing time we betrayed. but
I really liked that at the time,
I
and I
know.
wasn't watching when Mark Henry betrayed Cena. I don't think so. Was that 2010? Mark Henry.
11?
it was after you won the title, so it had to be.
Maybe
you won the
I was
title in
then.
2012?
Was
it? 2011?
I'm going to go
I'm
Ciampa.
Mark
you know.
Henry. Oh,
Oh, Maffew, you've got the decider.
I'm picking Mark.
Heel Ciampa was like the most hated. He didn't even need music.
it was class.
It was a good time.
He might be one of the greatest NXT champions of all time.
He might
Goldie.
Yeah.
be. Yeah. Seth breaking up the Shield. I mean, in terms of importance and what we got from it, it's hard not to say yes to that.
But just for the segment itself, Mark Henry's performance is absolutely superb. I'm going Mark Henry.
I would go Mark as well, you know.
Wow, I was going to pick Seth, but that's fair enough. Okay, big Mark. Stone Cold making a deal with the devil. Oh,
Even he
God.
regrets that.
Yeah.
But-
Mark.
But it was a good moment, though.
Hogan is the NWO's third man.
Mark Henry. Sorry.
You picking that over?
Do you know what? It's the commentary that ruins it for me, and I love Heenan, but...
Oh, people make a bigger deal than that.
Oh, right.
For the old people, remember Heenan always hated Hogan.
Is
It
it-
makes sense. Not my
Did
fault you're young.
Heenan genuinely not know as well?
I would hope not. I mean, Heenan.
To say that, yeah.
Heenan was still trying in '96.
Yeah.
But I get, you know what? I take that back. That's just me being old. I do understand why people would say that.
I'm just not a big WCW, NWO. I've not got that attachment to it, so I'm going for Mark Henry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
It's got to be Hulk.
Okay.
In this tete-a-tete.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't say anything good about Hogan, so I'll go with Mark Henry as well. Completely contradict myself.
Whistle me there.
I don't know what's going on here.
And finally, the Montreal Screwjob.
For Vince, I guess, turning. Who turned heel there? Sean.
The WWF.
Mark Henry.
Yeah, Mark.
There's too much going on in the Screwjob. It's not as simple as that.
Yeah, it's not really a betrayal.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Ridge or Pacitti hasn't made it this far, then you're all dead to me. Well, nice to know you. Joking aside, thanks for everything you guys do to keep us entertained. The podcast is a genuine highlight of the week for me. All the best. Matt Kilgallen of Milk.
Yeah, it's good.
Matt Kilgallen is a man. Matt Kilgallen of milk is a pun.
Yeah.
Thank you. A.K. Jamie from Leeds.
Thank you, Jamie from Leeds. Matt Kilgallen is the one. He's a former footballer. I don't know if he still plays. Surely not.
No, I don't think so.
He is the one I stole the joke from when me, you, and Pachi were doing the Zoom podcasts about the what's in the lasagna, the watch, no, meat and cheese. That's a Matt Kilgallen joke. Also, what's in the back of the car.
That was a good one.
He told them both on the same podcast. It's one of the best Under the Cosh podcasts I've ever seen. Really, really good.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. And thank you very much for listening and hopefully enjoying this wonderful edition of the podcast this week. Jack, we've got us. What are you doing with your mouth?
I've just remembered that you're all dressed as sailors and I'm not.
Oh, right, yeah. You know what? Here's me trying to be professional with the send-off. I'm doing a good job here. I was like, looked at myself. Oh, yeah, you know what? Very understandable. You've already said that. Obviously, you can have lots of stuff over the weekend. The big weekend of stuff.
Large.
Such as what, Jack?
Well, I'll personally be doing What Happened At for Double or Nothing after the show. So that should be out in the early hours of Monday morning, probably. Or still Sunday night in America. And then on Monday, me and Ross are doing the recap pod in which we will talk about that and SmackDown and Saturday night's main event.
Ooh. And you will be there.
Ooh, I will be there. Predictions and pitches are live on the channel right now. WTF for both Saturday night's main event and Double or Nothing will be live on the Patreon at some point next week. Other videos
That's a
will
big
happen.
week, that
I'll
for
have
ye,
to
like.
watch them both twice all the way through.
I thought Busy Mania time was over, you know?
Yeah, it was my
It's
idea.
never over.
I was saying, we should do pay-per-view specific podcasts. That would be a great idea, Ross said, not realising that Ross would have to watch shows twice all the way through.
It'll all pay off next Thursday when we've got a little bit of a shorter pod, maybe.
It won't be though, will it? We've got Battleground.
You know it. You know
We've
that's
got
not gonna be
Battleground
the case.
plus... Well, Battleground takes the place of SmackDown, doesn't it? And then we've just got the regular stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what you all dress as next time.
Nothing.
All right.
Well, we dress as people very happy to see you because that's what
Oh, that was lovely. What have you got coming up, Maffew? What have you-
Nothing. I might pump out a video before all the stuff kicks off, which kind of makes me sad because I'm like, well, I'll put one out. This is the only time I've been free to do it. It'll be this weekend. Oh, look, 3 giant shows that then go like, ugh.
Yeah.
But you know what? We do it because we love it.
Yes.
Are we kidding? Does that sound convincing enough? If not, tough. Mailbag at cultaholic.com, patreon.com/cultaholic.
I'm starting to, after Mania, I went on it, you know, your enjoyment of wrestling kind of goes, mine does anyway. I'm coming back up, I think. It's coming back. Several times a year, this is, by the way. Like, and
Yeah,
I'm,
no,
I'm
of
on the way
course.
back up now, yeah.
It's nice.
It's nice.
It's nice.
Anything,
That was
Joel?
a very flat way to say it.
I've got nothing. Nothing.
He never does. That's why I don't ask you, but it's nothing offensive, mate. You look
No,
like
yeah.
a great sailor.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Shall we, on 3, all look at the screen and go, hoo hoo, like sailors, ships, me?
Well, you
Tend
do you want to take my? Do you want to sit down? Do you want to?
I'll do it from here. I've got
no,
a mic.
no. We
What?
should end with the
Go on
sailors.
camera.
Okay.
Oh no,
Get
he's got to
the stowaway off the brig.
What are we doing?
Ho, ho.
Yeah, like that noise. Like a sad horn.
Hi, Joel.
Hi.
Hi, guys. Isn't this cute?
Oh, this is nice.
On 3.
I didn't take my shades though. But,
Don't worry about it.
it's all right.
1, 2, 3.